All right, happy Monday from 96.5 The Fan. Monday, boy, man, yesterday felt like it was winter.
Boy, I'll tell you, man, sitting outside by the fire pit a little bit yesterday, I had to get a blanket out there yesterday. It was a little cold.
I had to get me own blanket.
A little cup of hot peppermint tea to make me feel good.
Did you really do peppermint tea?
I did. Peppermint tea is really good. Kind of settles the stomach a little bit, you know?
I didn't think you were a peppermint guy.
Yeah, I'm really not a peppermint guy usually, but the peppermint tea is really nice, especially this time of year. Yeah, it settles the stomach, too.
Hell yeah. Top text 15 hours ago. Can't wait to hear you guys talk about Buffalo-Miami game tomorrow.
Oh, Buffalo-Miami was a big one yesterday, right?
Did it?
Super Bowl hangover for Buffalo. I think I saw 27 times yesterday on X, formerly Twitter. I'm sure you saw that too, right?
Oh, all day.
All day, baby.
I think I even got, tweeted at it. Hey, by the way, Super Bowl hangover's real. I'm like, yeah. Mm-hmm,
yeah,
sure.
okay, sure.
Yeah. Well, I mean, dude, I will say, we will talk about it. I think that I don't know what it is. Those players are still playing for that coach.
Yeah.
Is he getting fired? Are we sure he's getting fired?
You talking Buffalo? You talking about?
I'm talking about Miami.
Oh, Miami. Oh,
they're still playing for that guy.
I told you a couple weeks ago the owner liked that guy. I told you the owner likes that guy. The GM is out, and the quarterback should probably be out. But if you really like the head coach and you're the owner of the franchise, you keep the head coach and you get yourself a quarterback out there and build around it. But you're right. I mean, they played for that guy yesterday in a big-time way. I mean, my goodness, it was... Why is Miami winning this football game, right? I mean,
execute their game plan, follow through their game plan. Players played. Mm-hmm. There was rumors, and again, it's we'll talk about it in the next segment on the other side of the break here in a little bit. But as we dive through the entire day yesterday of what was the winning of a bye week, where you sit back and watch others falter, which was awesome.
It was great.
But that was an executed game plan. I know the weather was chate, right? It started to rain at halftime there, but I mean,
but it looked like Buffalo wasn't ready to play in the heat yesterday. You know?
Yeah. Allen looked off.
Yep.
Two red zone interceptions, and then but I mean it was crazy because Buffalo went in that game, and there were rumors that Buffalo pursued Jalen Waddle, they wanted to do a trade, right? And Jalen Waddle didn't go to Buffalo. Buffalo didn't get Jalen Waddle, obviously. And then you see what happens in that game with Jalen Waddle, and you're like, okay.
That's why I picked Roma Doomsday yesterday in our parlay.
Doomsday, yeah. We'll get to that about 8:45. Thanks, Kramer.
Hey, simmer down.
Hey, man, you just got to know not to go with Cleveland Browns players, man.
You went with a Cleveland Brown.
I'm not that guy. I'm not going to destroy you on the air. I promise. But when you're Judkins touchdown anytime, I was like, okay.
But it was against the Jets, and I will give you that. It was against the Jets yesterday. But the Jets have now won 2 in a row. My God. Hot streak for the New York Jets. Get out of the way. The Jets are cooking, baby.
Jets trade everybody, 1.
Yep.
Dolphins trade everybody, 1. Okay. Mm-hmm. But no, I think what's crazy is that today, and that's Buffalo, Miami, and we'll get into what yesterday was, because I talked about it last week, how you can win on a bye week without playing, and everybody says, well, how can you possibly do that because of what happened yesterday with Buffalo and Jacksonville.
Exactly right. And those, quite honestly, are kind of the teams we're competing with against right now.
Yeah,
right? We need those teams to lose.
Yeah, I don't like the fact that Buffalo lost because they have the tiebreaker over you, and now they're going to be that one team that's annoying in the wild. But hey, that's your own damn fault.
That's your own fault. Same with Jacksonville. They're kind of that team as well.
Yeah,
you know?
And Jacksonville, I mean, come on.
They're not. They don't have staying power. They really don't.
They might need a new quarterback.
Yeah, look, I'm not a Trevor Lawrence guy. I mean, I just think, he's.
I just can't take him serious.
It's hard to look at that guy and say that's my leader, right? Like you look at him, you're just like, bro, man.
But he doesn't talk like that.
I know.
It's so
wish
weird.
He did.
He talks like this. And then he looks like, I don't know.
He looks like Spicoli and talks like us, it's bizarre to look at that guy try to lead that team. But it was
Is Stacy here?
Yeah.
I had no idea that was coming out of you, man.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't like you, and I don't know why yet, but there's something off.
Sure, right.
Are you Mr. Fescoe? Oh, my. I thought you said he was from California.
Yeah.
He's northern.
Bro. Yeah. You expect Danny Duffy, bro, to walk in the door. That's not it. it, right?
Yeah, you expect the Californians to open the door.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, how's it going, Trevor?
But they've got issues down there in Jacksonville. Buffalo obviously has issues right now. There's a lot of teams that have issues. Pittsburgh Steelers may have issues. They wanted, Aaron Rodgers back earlier in the year. They may look at Aaron Rodgers now and say you and Russell Wilson can go into the home together. I mean, both of those guys looked as completely washed as you could look yesterday. And so as we get set to start what is Bronco week now, it's a big week for everybody. We're in a really good position. Just go out there and take care of business, man, and take care of things that you can control and worry about those things. And this team will be just fine moving into the second half of the season. I think they maybe not like is a good word, where they are, because they are 5-4, but they like where they are with their players. They like where they are with the injuries and guys coming back, and hopefully, Jeffrey Simmons, we'll talk more about him as the morning rolls along as well. He could potentially be back this week as well. Having a healthy Juwan Taylor is huge.
Simmons?
What did I say?
I was like Jeffrey Simmons.
Josh Simmons. I was
like, did I miss something?
No, Jeffrey Simmons.
You're good.
Yeah, Josh Simmons. We'll obviously talk about
Josh,
him.
you idiot.
Happy Monday, dude. Happy Monday. Already been through a lot this morning, so I'll be honest with you. I don't have time for your corrections tonight, text line. I'm kidding. But it has been already a hell of a
Bob got pulled over this morning by the cops. That's what he's not trying to tell you. Bob almost went to jail this morning. Just kidding. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
But he did get pulled over and he had to do a field sobriety test. I'm kidding. That also did not happen.
Did not happen.
No, he actually got pulled over and still had time to go to Scooters. By the way, Trouble in Paradise. This is Bo Nix.
Also had time to poop this morning too. So I pooped and went to Scooters. Big day.
Poop Scoot. Yeah. What do you think Scoot's doing? You think he's still kicking it in New Orleans?
I don't know. I was thinking about Scoot the other day, man. That guy owns that town, man. You know he does.
Hell yeah. A guy that wishes he owned the town is Bo Nix. This was him after their game on Thursday night, which was 10-7.
What'd you think about some of their reaction, the boos and that kind of thing?
Well, I've been booed before and I'll be booed again, so not going to be the last time. It's obviously unfortunate. You don't want your own fans booing you, but, it's part of it.
That's right. That's Bo Nix there asking or telling that he got booed after his game.
Yeah.
So this is what's fun about Denver, because this is Denver week, guys. This is the
biggest week of the year.
Yeah, until next week. But yeah, that's what the NFL is when it gets past week 10, is you get into the nitty-gritty. Like, for those of you that play fantasy football, you know that if you're sitting in your season right now at 5-4 and you're playing another team that's 5-4, and you went into this week and you're like, okay, if I win, it's significantly better than if I lose, because I don't want to be 500. I want to be 2 games above it. That's what the Chiefs are doing, and this is what the Broncos are doing. And, like, you can think that we're homers and that we're being biased and just crushing the Denver narrative, but no, I'll be straight up open and honest with you. I have been born in Kansas City. I have lived in Kansas City. The Denver Broncos are the most hated franchise ever in my entire life that I've ever rooted against, and no one has ever come close. Not the White Sox, not the Raiders, nobody. I mean, there's nobody that gets to me more than the Denver Broncos because of the history and everything that there is. So I will bleed bias this week. But I will tell you right now, their own fan base does not believe in their team, that they are 8-2. They do not believe in Bo Nix. Their hometown does not believe in Bo Nix. The entire almost national media has flipped and does not believe in Bo Nix. And what Bo Nix is doing is he's living on a prayer. He's Bon Jovi in this thing in Denver, because he has, and I am not going to discredit this, they have the best defense in the NFL. It is sick, nasty, aggressive, awesome, just destructive defense. They are great. But he's terrible. And I'm sorry. But that guy is, I don't know, it gives me the impression that he's one of those trust fund kids. Like, hey, man, just don't screw this up. Go to school, get C's, do whatever. Just don't get pulled over.
Right.
Don't get in trouble. Don't get, just don't F this up for me.
No ticket, by the way.
And he's got Sean Payton, who is borderline schizophrenic, right? Like, there's times he's your best friend, and then all of a sudden this, like, Dr. Evil or this Jekyll and Hyde personality kicks in, and he doesn't know how to control it.
Well, Sean Payton may put a bounty on Bo Nix this week.
Yeah, and that's the thing, is that Bo Nix has a couple of big comeback wins, right? The Philadelphia game,
the Giant
game. But again, like, I'm not going to discredit the Giants, because I really do like their tenacity over in New York. I love that team for some reason, because
of the quarterback.
It's 100% true.
Yeah, it's the quarterback.
Yeah, the coach, but the quarterback. I mean, yesterday in the snow, those '80s Giants jerseys, man, I was kind of.
And then he gets a concussion and he has to leave, and they decimated right away.
And then Russell Wilson gets in. You're like, that guy.
That guy sucks.
And that's kind of what the eye test has been with Bo Nix, is that we watched that game on Thursday night. We all did. We talked about it. It was 10-7. You couldn't put up more than 10 points against one of the worst defenses in football, and yet you still won the game. You're winning these games, and I understand. Last year, the Chiefs, they won a ton of one-score games. This year, they can't win one. Last year, they were winning blocked field goal, missed snap, interception at the end, flag on the play, whatever it may have been. But at least they showed you that they could do something. Bo Nix is showing you that he is legitimately Rose Dawson on the wooden door and the Titanic is sinking behind him. But for some reason, he stayed on there long enough, kicked Jack to the side, and here comes a lifeboat to save his ass to give him the victory in the game. And that's exactly what Bo Nix is. Bo Nix does not scare me. Bo Nix is scaring his own fan base, and they're turning on him. I know they're 8-2, but the eye in the sky doesn't lie.
Well, the eye in the sky doesn't lie with the Denver Broncos, and that's why I continue to say it's completely different than where we were a year ago. We were a veteran-led team, man, and a veteran-led coach and all that kind of stuff. And look, they're 8-2, and they figured out a way to be 8-2. Good for them. But there's a couple of things with Bo Nix. This, just judging based on what we've seen this year, everybody plays great against the Chiefs. He's going to have a good game next week. I promise you. This he's going to go out there and play as the best he's played all year long. So you've got to counteract for that right now because everybody plays their best against the Chiefs. Trevor Lawrence played their best against the Chiefs. Josh Allen played his best. And then the next couple of weeks, they all fall off, right? For whatever reason, this team brings out the best in everybody. So I'm going in scared of Bo Nix just so I don't get too overconfident this week, right? I want to go in there and make sure that you get to Bo Nix. And the way to rattle Bo Nix, obviously, Chris Jones, show up to work this week, right? Can we show up to work this week on Sunday and let's make our presence known to get the Bo Nix? Because if you do get to Bo Nix early, we can check him out of the game. The interesting thing about the Denver Broncos is, in my opinion anyway, and I think this is the opinion of a lot of people, you can't win in the NFL without a good quarterback, right? And that I mean, look at the quarterbacks that have won the Super Bowl, right? It's basically the best of the best every single year that win the Super Bowl over the last 25 years. You have a good defense, obviously, in Denver, as you said, the best. I'm not going to argue that. They're awesome. I almost said a word there that Kramer wasn't really paying attention to, right? We could have slipped by the goalie right there at that point in time. And so I know Bo Nix is going to play good. This is all about the Chiefs going out there and playing good. The interesting thing, though, about Bo Nix is that all the comments and everybody's talking about, maybe it's time to move on from this guy. They've never surrounded him with weapons. They don't have one weapon truly for him right now on the offensive side of the football that has me saying, oh, my God, we've got to fear this guy. I don't know if he exists right now for the Denver Broncos. And that's like Cincinnati loading up on the offense, Denver loaded up on the defense. You got to give me something for this quarterback who's a mid-quarterback.
Well, that's because they paid all the money to Russell Wilson. They don't have money.
They don't have money to spend.
They have Cortland Sutton. They went and got a veteran receiver in Evan Ingram. They let Javonte Williams walk, and he went to Dallas. They went and signed J.K. Dobbins, and it's been fine.
It's been
J.K. Dobbins is the top 5 in rushing in the NFL. Maybe not right now, but he was at least going into week 10. He was in the top 5 in rushing yards. Cortland Sutton's a solid wide receiver. He's not the greatest, but
But you can't let those solid people beat you is what I'm getting at.
No, but I mean, you should be able to make them good if you're good, and you're not.
And you're not.
Nix is not a good quarterback.
Right.
Like I said, the eye test does not lie. Like Dana Hughes tells us all the time, the eyes in the sky don't lie. They have won all their games basically because of their defense.
That's exactly right. And the defense, putting the clamps down finally and stopping some of these teams.
I'll give them the Giants
right?
game. They scored 33-13 in the fourth quarter. That's something.
But again, I mean, that's the Giants. I mean, you got to look at the opponent right now,
but
too.
How many interceptions did Dart throw in that fourth quarter? I think he threw one at least.
At least one in that fourth quarter.
And
the Giants killed themselves in that game.
But again, the Raiders lead the AFC West. They're the number 2 team in the AFC. They are 8-2. They are what they are. But then explain to me why the Chiefs are
4-point favorite. Yep. It's bigger than it was when we left here on Friday.
It was 3.
It was 3, 3.5. I thought I saw it was 3.5 a little bit later in the weekend or whatever. But right now, the Chiefs are a 4-point favorite on the road in Denver. That is a big number, guys.
As a 5-4 team against an 8-2 team.
That's right. That is a massive number. It shows you where the people are thinking right now where these two teams are. The Chiefs are a more than one score, if you will, favorite over the Denver Broncos.
And thinking again, this is Bo Nix after his game Thursday night.
What did you think about some of their reaction, the boos and that kind of thing?
Well, I've been booed before, and I'll be booed again, so not going to be the last time. It's obviously unfortunate. You don't want your own fans booing you, but, it's part of it.
More like Boo Nix, am I right?
Mm.
Yes, sir.
Needs a shot of Bocaine. A line of Bocaine? That was what PFT
He needs some Bo Awana.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're out of it.
Somebody Somebody said on Twitter he needs a shot of Ozempic. He's not Drake May, that's for sure. Coming up on the other side, though, I'll tell you what, man.
My heart flutters for that guy. Let me tell you, jeez.
So does Portnoy. He was sitting right next to Bob Kraft in that suite. Reminder topic, because what I said last week about you can win on the bye week, they won in two ways yesterday. We'll dive on what we saw yesterday in the NFL, plus get to our overreaction here on a Monday at 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
You're listening to Fescoe and Dusty. Tune in to hear former Chiefs linebacker Derek Johnson every Monday at 7:20, right here on your home for Chiefs football, 96.5 The Fan. Fescoe and Dusty is brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues.
Hey guys, it's Dusty Likens, and let me tell you about my people at GiveMeTheVin.com. Give Me the VIN wants to buy your car, whether it's your daily driver, pickup truck, SUV, minivan, supercar, or exotic. So say goodbye to dealing with those dealerships, those annoying hassles, all that stuff that the dealership brings, and private sale tire kickers, and get a true buy offer for your car. GiveMeTheVin.com is already the best place to sell your car, and now it's even better with the GiveMeTheVin.com big cash giveaway. Give Me the VIN is giving away $25,000 in cash every month. Get 1,000 chances to win if they buy your car. For more details, go to their website, GiveMeTheVin.com. So again, say goodbye to the dealerships and say goodbye to the private sale tire kickers and go to GiveMeTheVin.com. GiveMeTheVin.com is America's best car buyer. Hit it, boys.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Football season is big beef season. Join the Booth Creek Wagyu revolution and taste the steaks, burgers, and even Wagyu hot dogs that are changing the way America eats beef. Booth Creek has two convenient locations at 95th and Knoll and 135th and Metcalf, where they sample mouthwatering Wagyu every day. And their beef experts will lead you to the perfect cut. And now, Booth Creek is offering same-day delivery. Perfect for last-minute gatherings when you need Wagyu fast. Now available in-store, online, and same-day delivery. BoothCreekWagyu.com.
Guys, you can feel your energy slipping away, losing what makes you, you. It could be low testosterone. Take action now. Synergen X and Low T Center can help you reclaim your energy with a quick and simple free T-test. Visit a local Synergen X or Low T Center and receive pharmaceutical-grade testosterone, never compounded like the other clinics. Experienced providers increase your testosterone to the level that is just right for you. Treatment is covered by most major insurance with affordable self-pay options available as well. The best you is waiting. Book a free T-test at trtmvp.com.
Every morning, we rise and shine, make breakfast, and brush away the night's rest. These routines help us start the day off right. Nature-Made vitamins are a simple step in that daily care regimen. Multivitamins with daily essentials, clinically studied probiotics for gut health support, magnesium to help relax the body. Nature-Made is made to care for you every day. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Hello, Crushers. It's your host, DJ Divine, telling you that Candy Crush music season is here.
Tasty.
Conquer levels to mix your own track and win sweet rewards.
Divine.
Now let's swipe to the next track. Take it away, Thundercat. Candy Crush music season. Play now. From November 3rd to December 7th, selected players level 36 plus. Terms apply. See in-game. Optional in-game purchases.
Paid for by term provider. Premiums will vary. Plans depend on age, location, and other factors. Visit BigBlue.com.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-777-1225. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-777-1225. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-777-1225. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-777-1225 or biglou.com.
This is the our idea is ready to launch vision. This is the create great jobs vision. This is the we need more space vision. This is Busey, where your business visions become realizations. Through securing capital for growth and comprehensive strategies that ensure a prosperous future. Because thriving businesses mean thriving people and thriving communities. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Member FDIC.
Get ready, Missouri. Kickoff is near. The world's largest sports book is coming to your fingertips. Circa Sports, it's sports betting the way it should be. With high and transparent app limits, low holds, and exceptional customer service. Start betting like a pro in Missouri on December 1st. Learn about your new bookie today at circasports.com. The world's largest sports book at your fingertips. Circa Sports launches December 1st.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the DM Injury Law Studios. Mike's got this. Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Brought to you by Gann Asphalt and Concrete, one contractor, all things parking lot on the Missouri side. 35 southbound from Missouri 152 into downtown is a 12-minute trip. Kansas side 35 northbound trip from Olathe to downtown is 20 minutes. The world's coming to Kansas City in 2026. Is your parking lot ready? Faded lines, potholes, unsafe sidewalks? Gann Asphalt and Concrete is your winning team. One contractor, all things parking lot. Visit GannAsphalt.com today. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan Traffic.
At it on a Monday. Thanks for joining us here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports on a chilly, frigid morning. Did you guys do like a warm meal yesterday? I did soup and grilled cheese, but you know what's crazy? Hy-Vee has a wonderful new ham. It's pineapple-infused ham.
Ooh.
I did that with a grill. Dude, it was nuts. I didn't even think about it, but I was like, oh, pineapple ham? Slab that on a grilled cheese on some sourdough bread with the Panera soup they sell. Better believe.
That sounds good.
Chicken tortilla soup.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hey.
I just got
Going
hair
through
on my
puberty
balls.
over there?
Yeah.
What are you doing, my goodness?
Greg Brady over here.
Welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
We went.
Ooh, they just dropped.
I love those Hormel.
Next, you're next.
Yeah, right. I love those Hormel pork loins that they serve at Hy-Vee, right? When they go on sale, you get a couple of them.
On it?
And no, I just put it in the air fryer the other day, and I made like this Tuscan bean with it, you know,
that's
and,
right.
and it's a little pesto and some pork. I mean, it is fantastic. Good day to go to Hy-Vee today. And actually, really always a good day to go to Hy-Vee because right now they've got $3 meals all week long. This is really cool what they're doing for everybody to help everybody eat. It's, tough times right now with everything that's going on. From 4 to 7 every day this week, they've got a different meal for $3. Today, they've got chicken Alfredo with penne and garlic toast. Tomorrow, chicken or pork and vegetables with steamed rice, an appetizer and a fortune cookie. Breakfast for dinner on Wednesday. Thursday, they got chicken quarters. And then on Friday, Sloppy Joe. And, of course, you can go to Hy-Vee and get those $3 meals. Kids 12 and under eat free at Hy-Vee this week. So bring the kiddos, bring the family, bring everybody to Hy-Vee and get those meals. And also, they've got food donations that you can do $5 and $10 at a time, right? Give the $5 bag, goes right to the food bank. The $10 bag goes right to the food bank. Hy-Vee feeding people all over Kansas City. So get on into Hy-Vee. Get your pineapple ham like Dusty did. Get your pork loin like I did. Get whatever you want, but make sure you help out and get some donations in and take advantage of the $3 meals as well.
Yeah, for sure. Go to Hy-Vee, do that. Or if you don't know where to go, there's probably a church around you. Put a box of non-perishable foods in there, take it to their door, just drop it off, and they'll do something with it.
Can I read a text I got from a neighbor just now?
Sure.
All right. We're talking about the Broncos, right? And everybody calling us homers and the whole 9 yards. And my neighbor Jeff sends me this. He says, this comes from my friend who's a Bronco fan, lives in Denver. He said, quote, I said at the beginning of the season I was cautiously optimistic. Nothing's changed. 8-2, but feels like 4-4. Mm-hmm. We're going to the game on Sunday, and I feel like I'm going to leave the game pissed off, LOL. That's coming from a guy in Denver who's a Bronco fan after yesterday's kind of day in the NFL. They're sitting at 8-2. Never apologize for your record. But also he realizes it's kind of a front, if you will, to what the Denver Broncos really are. And that's why we're sitting here talking about this game. We're like, man, the Chiefs should be favored. And if somebody says, oh, you guys are just homers and all that, no, that's coming from a Bronco fan as well. And I saw a lot of Bronco fans on Friday on X and whatnot down on their team and where they are right now. And as you heard earlier, they're booing the damn quarterback at home. So they got a lot of issues going on out there. It's an opportunity for the Chiefs to go out there and I know we're breaking down the game on Monday, Dusty, but like go out there, score early, put them in a big deficit, make the crowd turn on Bo Nix, make Bo Nix have to go out there and win a game. And you can do that against the Giants and the Jets and teams like that. You ain't doing that against the Kansas City Chiefs.
Right. No, and I think that, we'll obviously spend all week going over the Denver hate because like I've told you before, I'm not shy about it. Denver is the most hated team in anything I've ever hated. I've never hated the Raiders. I've never hated the Chargers. I've always hated Denver. I've never hated Cleveland, as in the Guardians or the Indians. White Sox, nothing. I will not be shy about my hatred of Denver. They're cheaters. They're dirty. Sean Payton's an ass. Bo Nix sucks. J.K. Dobbins, you're overrated. I don't care. But what we saw yesterday was why sometimes you can win on bye weeks.
Yep.
Only we can start. I've got a few games here. Buffalo Bills. We can start with that game. What you guys saw, that looked like a flat bottle of 2-liter soda, right? You remember when you were a kid, you got the pizza party, and your mom was like, all right, we got 2 large pizzas, we got Mountain Dew, we got Dr. Pepper. And then the next day you woke up, opened the fridge, like, all right, still a half thing of Mountain Dew. Well, it's flat.
It's flat.
Why? Because you had so much fun the night before. You were drinking it. You were eating pizza. You went to bed on a high. You woke up the next morning. You forgot all responsibilities. That's no longer the same. That's what happens to Buffalo every single year that they play Kansas City. They put all of it out there. They go beat the Chiefs, and then they came out against Miami, and they looked flat as all could be.
They did.
Right? They were no life, zero bubbles,
I've
plenty
never
of
had
troubles.
that looks flat before, but
right. And so, like,
I mean,
you looked at Buffalo yesterday, and I mean, we were watching the game. I had people over. We were hanging out early in the afternoon, and we're watching that game. And Tua comes down the field, and the first highlight they show on Red Zone without any volume because Scott Hansen, they couldn't figure out his microphone yesterday, which was very odd. We see it. My buddy goes, oh, they're showing Tua on 3rd and 13. Must be an interception. Tua chucks downfield, picked off. You're like, all right,
there we go.
Routes
right.
on. Buffalo's going to win by 35. They were favored by 9.5 points going into that game. And then you watch another highlight. It's Tua hitting a touchdown. Then it's 14-0. Then it's 16-0. And then all of a sudden, that's when it kicks into me, and I go,
you didn't think they were going to still lose. Even at 16-0, they scored to make it 16-6. And I'm like, all right, here comes Buffalo. Nope, they weren't coming.
Josh Allen was bad. Buffalo was bad. The conditions weren't great, but again, you played in Miami before, and Buffalo loses that game.
This is the time of year, though, when teams from the north go to Miami and they get spanked because they're not used to the warm weather, right? Everybody up north now is starting to get into that cold weather. Your body starts to adapt to that cold weather. Mm-hmm. Not that this is an excuse, but it's the reality. You know how it is when we went to New Orleans after being here all winter and how hot and muggy it was. Your body has to adjust, and it takes, time. And so these guys are flying down to Miami in South Florida, and the bodies aren't adjusting, and they look slow. They look sluggish. They look like a team, Dusty, as you're talking about, that beat the Chiefs and thought they'd won it all. Man, that was it. It was over. They beat the Chiefs and then went down to Miami and just absolutely looked like they didn't get off the plane yesterday. And so I'm glad. I was very happy with that.
And maybe it's more their defense. I mean, you could say that Josh Allen was just fine. I mean, he threw for 306 yards, 2 touchdowns, interception. It wasn't enough.
No.
He was sacked 3 times, and, they took James Cook out of the game. That was the biggest problem with the game yesterday, was that he was going to that game a little banged up, maybe a little injured. They didn't know if he was going to be able to play the game with the ankle or foot injury, and then they couldn't give it to James Cook. He was 13 for 53, still a 4.1-yard average for rushing the ball. But
you were behind and you couldn't rush the football.
Exactly. And, it's not like Tua was special, 173, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks, but their defense did the job. They got the ball. They turned the ball over. They got it. They won 30-13. Buffalo looked normal. Buffalo looked lost. Buffalo looked like a team that, unfortunately, you lost to. But again, Buffalo only scored 1 touchdown in the second half.
Right.
They won 28-21. The Chiefs were outplayed in that game. There's no doubt about it. The Buffalo defense amped up, geared up, beat the Chiefs in that defense. And I know the NFL every week is matchups, But Buffalo loses that game, and that's big for the Chiefs on a bye.
And it's huge, but it also makes you look back at that Buffalo game and start to realize the reality of what's happening still with Kansas City. We're still getting everybody's best effort, right? Every single week, we are getting the best effort of that team that we face, because you start to look at some of these teams that we've lost to already this season. I'll take Philadelphia out of the equation. They had a bye yesterday or whatever. They play tonight, right? And so I'll take them out of the equation.
Philly, Green Bay
tonight, yeah. A nice game, but
worth it.
Yeah, we'll stick around for half, see what happens. But I think when you start to look at these games, like the Chargers last night, I mean, I'm not impressed by anything I see out of them. I'm not impressed by anything I see out of Jacksonville, and I'm not impressed by anything that I see out of Buffalo at this point in time. But they all played their best game. They all stepped up. They all beat the Chiefs. And that's the reality of the thing going forward. That's why for years we have said how hard what the Chiefs are doing truly is, because every week everybody's looking at you as the biggest, baddest villain on this planet, and they're playing their A game, A-plus game, best game. They're letting everything hang out because they know if they beat you, it's a big deal. And so the Chiefs have to essentially play a Super Bowl level every single week, and they've been doing that for the last 8 years, and maybe they get tired of that after a while. So I would love for a team just to go out there and play like Buffalo did yesterday, or like the Jets normally do, or the Giants have been playing. Like, they just laid down for the Chiefs. We don't get that. We never get a team that just lays down for us. They all play their A game. And so Buffalo yesterday, like, it pisses me off to watch Buffalo just absolutely look lost out there. And then when we play them, it looks like they're a world beater.
And then this happened yesterday.
Davis Mills. What a rush. Walker steps up. He's going to run. Mills looking for the pylon. He's got the angle.
By the skin of his neck, man, he got into that end zone, and Houston does the job. They end up beating Jacksonville in what was probably the best game in the afternoon slate. I mean, the
best
late
game
slate,
of the day.
The late slate was blowout.
Useless.
Should have known. I told Kramer this morning. I had every single favorite plus the line.
Yeah.
Yesterday, and then I sent you the same thing. I had Pittsburgh because I had to make it juicy.
I almost responded back to you. I go, oh, God, the Chargers are winning.
Yeah, I mean, but that's the thing. Is like you have to pick at least one upset. I mean, I had the Lions covering 8.5. I had the Rams covering 6, and I had the Seahawks covering 6.5.
Just let me tell you how gambling works, right? So I'm on Underdog the other day, right? And I'm looking at the Indiana-Penn State game. I'm like, I'll throw $5 on Indiana just to win. Just to win against Penn State. We had to sweat that thing out.
And that game we'll get to because
we had to sweat that game out yesterday or on Saturday. So that's how, when you think you know what's going on, Dusty, we just have no idea, what was going on. But that Jacksonville-Houston, that was a fun game to watch. As it started to get close, we flipped over on the box, and Jen and I are sitting there watching this game, like, into it, rooting for Houston. Then we realized we couldn't see half the field because of that light that was out there, right? The glare from the sun. When the Chiefs build their new stadium in KCK, no glares, okay? Them in Dallas, Houston and Dallas have got these glares, and you can't see what the hell's going on the field.
The worst.
It's awful yesterday trying to watch that game.
Right, it is terrible. Jacksonville now minus 15 in point differential. The Pittsburgh Steelers are minus 8. So those are your two fraudulent teams in the AFC, the Steelers and the Jags, both of which I think could not make the playoffs as we see Baltimore wins again.
Yep.
They're now 4-5. They're a game behind Pittsburgh. The Chiefs now tied with Jacksonville. They obviously had the tiebreaker in the playoffs. But again, like, that's to me how you pick your fraudulent teams. You look at point differential. I mean, you go throughout the rest of the AFC. Colts plus 115, Denver plus 62, Patriots plus 73, Pittsburgh minus 8. Tell me where the outlier is. Those are your division leaders.
Yeah.
Your wild card games: Chargers plus 37, Bills plus 51, Jags minus 15, Chiefs plus 76, Houston plus 54. Tell me where the outlier
That's
is.
exactly
Those
right.
are your two frauds. They will not be in the playoffs come the end of the season. I can promise you that, because it just doesn't hold up.
It just doesn't. No, and you start to lose when you're a team like Jacksonville, or you start to lose when you're a team like Pittsburgh, and you just kind of just put it in the backside. You start to mentally check out. You start playing in Cancun. You start playing in Cabo. You start planning. You do. It's
you're 100%.
It's human nature, right? You start to look at the standings, and you're like, all right, we're probably not going to be here, and you start to check out, and then you start to go into self-preservation mode. You're like, well, I'm not giving up my life for this,
Right.
And so guys start to check out, and so hopefully Jacksonville continues to lose and whatnot, and we continue to kind of hammer them, and they continue to fall out of the race, and maybe Buffalo continues to kind of stub their toe a little bit, and so we'll see what happens. But everything for the Chiefs is right there in front of them. All they have to do is go out there and win and take care of business, and don't worry about anybody else.
Jacksonville lost. You can take advantage of that this week. You can beat those damn Broncos that we hate so much in the Likens household. You can beat the Broncos, and then all of a sudden you get to play the Colts. You could maybe take a step there. You play Dallas on Thanksgiving, and then it's like, okay.
All right, let's go.
We got the final stretch. It is 6:35 here on a Monday, almost 6:34. It'll be there in a couple seconds, but it is time for an overreaction. And fellas, I don't understand, but I will tell you this: the conversation got a little bit louder in one guy's camp for MVP.
That's second and short. That means it's Taylor time, and he's got the first down, and he busts away from the pack for plenty more. Jonathan Taylor, big run. There he goes, and Indianapolis takes the lead. 83 yards, the longest run of his career.
There needs to be a little bit louder of a conversation as to how this guy can win MVP, because I'll be honest with you, I think if the Colts can somehow win the number 1 seed in the AFC, and they can be the best team and they can do these things, Jonathan Taylor should be the MVP of the league. This is a league where you cannot tell me that one person has truly stood out to be the MVP. Maybe it's Matthew Stafford. Jonathan Taylor, in my opinion, has been better. Maybe it's been Patrick Mahomes. The guy's not even winning his own division. He's not even a playoff quarterback right now. That's just giving you the harsh facts. Could be Josh Allen. Can't lose to Miami that way. You're out. Could be Drake May. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. Is it enough time? Have we seen enough to be like, yeah, he should be an MVP candidate? But Jonathan Taylor, fellas, now has 4 games where he has scored at least 3 touchdowns. Four
That's
games
insane.
where he has scored at least 3 touchdowns. Rushing wise, just rushing, 3, 5, 8, 9, 13, 15. I mean, just insane numbers of touchdowns. They literally won that game yesterday on the feet, legs, and shoulders of Jonathan Taylor. The 83-yard run, longest of the season.
Unbelievable.
The other one,
Yeah.
3rd touchdown, goes to overtime, closes the game out. Jonathan Taylor, if they win the number 1 overall seed, you cannot tell me that he should not be an MVP favorite, let alone should win it, because when Adrian Peterson won it, when he got 2,000 yards and was the best running back, best player in football, there were still quarterbacks out there like Manning and Brady and Rodgers and Breeze, and those guys were still there. There can be anomalies. This year it might be that one for Jonathan Taylor, who should get MVP talk, even though guys like Alex Gold, who swim with the Dolphins, will tell you it's not going to happen. They're not going to give it to a running back. They damn well might.
Who is this mythical they we always talk about, right?
Vegas.
This mythical they of the sports writers that vote for this thing, that vote for the MVP. Like, it's okay to think differently. You don't have to go with a quarterback all the time.
And this would be the year that you could get away with not going to it.
Absolutely, you could, and there's no reason not to. Who is the most valuable person to the success of their team right now? The answer is Jonathan Taylor, as we sit here today. My overreaction on Monday.
Do you want to know who your MVP favorites are according to odds?
Drake May's the favorite, and then
Matthew Stafford.
Yeah, but Jonathan Taylor was like 3 or 4 when I looked.
He's behind Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, that's just a sports writer bias that they can't think outside the pocket, basically, is what I'm going for here, and doing something other than a quarterback. My overreaction is this. All 3 local football coaches may have peaked at their current schools. When you think about Drinkwitz, when you think about Leipold, when you think about Chris Kleiman, those 3 local coaches, I think all 3 of them have probably peaked at the current schools in which they are at. I don't know how much more Elijah Drinkwitz can do at the University of Missouri. He's done great things there. Lance Leipold, the Saturday, how that game ended, I know has a lot of people all kind of upset and whatnot, even though Daniels was banged up and out of the game, it still has people kind of upset. And then you look at K-State, and they're kind of just there and doing their thing. My overreaction is all 3 local coaches have peaked at their current universities, and I don't know that any of those universities are going to get much better where they are right now. And that's not an indictment of those coaches. That's just saying I believe all 3 of them have peaked at their universities.
For my overreaction, I would had an investment towards the Jets and Browns game, and I think it's time. It's time for Shedeur Sanders to lace it up, be QB number 1 in Cleveland, because Dylan Gabriel, it's not that he's just bad. He's just not good at being QB1 there.
He sucks.
He looked better.
He stinks.
He's terrible.
Yeah.
He's not good.
He looked better when he was running the football towards like the 4th quarter of that game, but a 50% passing completion is not going to cut it in the NFL. They could have easily won this game if their offense was a little bit better. Heck, if Judkins would have gotten the touchdown, they probably would have won the game. You know what? He didn't do that. But no, I think it's absolutely time for Shedeur Sanders to be QB number 1 in Cleveland. It's now. Time is now.
I don't think that's an overreaction at all. I think that is reality. But it's probably an overreaction inside the Cleveland building where they're like, nah, we're good here with this Dylan Gabriel. God forbid Shedeur plays well, they win some games and ruin a draft pick.
Shedeur sucks. He's not a quarterback.
We don't know.
Then let's find out.
We don't know. We literally don't know if this guy can play in the NFL.
Yeah, let's
or
find
not.
out. Let's see if he is terrible. Because, I mean, either way, it's entertaining.
It's very entertaining.
If he sucks, it's funny. If he's good, you're like, Browns, geeks.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like, nobody loses.
Nobody.
Like, unless you're annoyed if he's good. But then it's like, okay, well, then Stefanski's an idiot.
I hope he's good.
I
really
that's
do.
What I'm saying. Like, you can't lose this. Like, there's no way. Like, this is a win-win situation for all of us, sitting back wanting to see
Ravens and Browns this weekend, 3:25 on CBS.
Why not, dude? This week's slate of games is insane. Absolutely.
You got Lions, Eagles on Sunday night.
Just go through the whole slate. It's amazing.
I mean,
Chiefs, Broncos.
Thursday night, Jets, Patriots. Okay, that is a good Thursday night game, whether you like it or not. Commodes, Dolphins, Panthers, Falcons, Bucks, Bills.
Great game.
Yeah, let's go Bucks. Texans, Titans.
Good
Let's
game.
go Titans. Bears, Vikings.
Really. Bears, Vikings is decent.
Yeah. Packers, Giants.
Could be good.
Bengals, Steelers.
Interesting. That's a rematch.
It's an interesting game.
That's the AARP game.
Yep. Chargers, Jags.
Great game.
Who are we rooting for in that one? Probably the Chargers, right?
Jags at this point.
At this point, the Jags?
Because then you can win your division if you beat the Chargers. And then you can beat Denver, you beat the Chargers,
Fair
you
point.
beat the Chargers
Okay.
again.
Yeah, I guess. I'm thinking about,
Common opponents out because you both lost to the Jags.
Yeah, and it also helps the Jags just lost, so yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Seahawks, Rams.
Great game.
I mean, yeah,
Great game,
absolutely.
dude.
That's a 3:05. That's not even in the primetime window.
That's Sam Darnold versus Matthew Stafford.
7-2 versus 7-2. You
Winner
got
of the
yourselves a
division.
game. Cards, 49ers.
Colts, Niners.
Cards, 49ers.
Cards, 49ers. Yeah, no chance.
Ravens, Browns, Chiefs, Broncos, Lions, Eagles, and then Monday Night Football features your Cowboys versus the Raiders.
That we can,
Raiders got a Monday night game? Wow.
Let's go.
Well, I mean, it's on ESPN, so does it really count?
Back-to-back primetime games. Nice.
How many people did you see tweet or post on X yesterday? Wish the afternoon slate was on ESPN so we wouldn't have to watch this.
We'll see. Dusty, am I alone in thinking the Colts owner, Charlie Irsay, is an absolute smoke show? No, you just like women in power, and that's just fine with me, man. I totally appreciate that. Coming up on the other side, we'll talk about what we saw this weekend because our guy Nathan got hitched, and, you can't take Bob or myself anywhere. That is a fact. We'll explain on the other side about Nathan's wedding. Yeah, it was a mess. I mean, we'll explain. Nathan's wedding, he got hitched. We'll talk about it on the other side here at 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City Sports.
You're listening to Fescoe and Dusty, brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. Your home for Kansas City sports. 96.5 The Fan.
Well, I'll tell you what, you heard us talk a little bit earlier about our friends over at Hy-Vee, and these folks are outstanding. I mean, you want to talk about community leaders giving back to the community. That's always there for them. Hy-Vee saying, hey, we're going to help our community out right now. And there's a lot of people that are struggling right now, and Hy-Vee saying, hey, here's what we're going to do. All week long, we're going to give you guys $3 meals for families until November 14th at all stores with hot food service, including the breakfast buffet this weekend from 7 to 10 a.m. And these meals will continue to be available for children ages 12 and under for free. For everyone else, just $3. So today at Hy-Vee, chicken Alfredo with penne and garlic toast. Tomorrow, you can get chicken or pork and vegetables with steamed rice, an appetizer, and a fortune cookie. Wednesday, breakfast for dinner. Thursday, chicken leg quarters. Friday, sloppy Joe sandwiches. So get on into Hy-Vee from 4 until 7. Take advantage of those $3 meals, free for kids ages 12 and under. And then also, too, when you're at Hy-Vee, don't forget you can buy a $5 or $10 bag, and that goes right to the food banks right here in Kansas City. So get on over to Hy-Vee today. Help yourself. Get some great food. Eat for less only at Hy-Vee.
There's millions of people without the health insurance they need. I get it. You feel like it's too pricey, a headache to deal with. You deserve something better and better health. We're on a mission to get everyone high-quality, affordable health insurance. You have health insurance needs. We have plans with low out-of-pocket premiums, with in-network preventive care at no cost to you, and a network of local doctors and hospitals. So if you're still shopping for health insurance, go to ambetterhealth.com/enroll to get your free, no obligation quote. That's ambetterhealth.com/enroll. For coverage to start January 1st, you must enroll by December 15th. Find the plan that's right for you right now. ambetterhealth.com/enroll. Ambetter Health, on a mission for better. Ambetter Health is the brand name for health insurance products underwritten by subsidiaries of Centene Corporation. Go to ambetterhealth.com to see offerings in your state. This is a solicitation for insurance.
Hey, football fans, picture this. You bet on your favorite player to score the first touchdown in the game, but his teammate scores instead. If this happens, BetMGM wants to give you another chance at the end zone. With BetMGM's second chance promotion, you'll get your stake back if your first touchdown scorer scores second instead. That's right. Bet on any pro football player to score the first touchdown of the game. If you're right, you win. If your player scores second, you get your stake back in cash. With BetMGM's second chance offer, you have a chance to keep the fun going after the first player crosses the goal line. Try a first TD score wager with confidence today. BetMGM. Make it legendary. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus only. Kansas only. Existing customer offer. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards paid back in unrestricted withdrawable funds. Please gamble responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel.
I'm Piera Palazzolo, VP of Digital Marketing for the American Management Association, a company focused on the management training skills needed to enhance the careers of business professionals. We did our research when it came to the best companies for website development and chose AmericanEagle.com. And we couldn't be happier. AmericanEagle.com worked closely with us to understand the front and back end requirements needed to launch an e-commerce website that could handle the complexities of running thousands of seminars nationwide. Our robust new website and improved SEO saw immediate increases in site traffic and web revenue. If you're in need of managerial effectiveness and success, visit our website at amanet.org. If you're in need of a website that provides an unparalleled consumer experience, I highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Transform your business today. Dial 877-WebNow1 for a free digital consultation with AmericanEagle.com.
Paid for by term provider. Premiums will vary. Plans depend on age, location, and other factors. Visit BigBlue.com.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-777-1225. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-777-1225. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-777-1225. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-777-1225 or biglou.com.
Hi, I'm John Ray, your friend and jeweler at Shane Company. When you buy an engagement ring or fine jewelry gift from Shane Company, you get more than what you paid for. Our jewelry comes with our all-inclusive free lifetime warranty. It covers everything. There's no fine print. You'll get unlimited cleanings, resizings, and repairs. Plus, it even protects your engagement ring's center stone. We stand behind the quality of our jewelry, and that's our gift to you this holiday. Peace of mind. Because a friend knows the best things in life are free. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Brought to you by the technicians you can trust with your house keys. Anthony Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electric. Lee Summit, 470 westbound, heavy approaching View High. Stays off again, on again, slow, not quite to Raytown Road with an accident. Reporting Blue Parkway westbound, also quite heavy approaching Nolan. About a mile back up there. Turn recent repairs into savings. Get up to $4,500 off a new HVAC system. Stay comfortable year-round. Schedule now at AnthonyPHCE.com. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
back in on 96.5 The Fan on a Monday morning, just shy of the 7 o'clock hour. Hope you're all having a great day today, or planning on having a great day. A little cold out there, a little chill.
A little chilly today, but you know what's going to be later in the week, right? About 70 degrees.
I saw Thursday. It's supposed to be like almost 70.
It's going to be nice.
Real nice, Clark.
Can't wait. One way or the other. Either we're going to get cold or not, right?
I think that's the leaf day for me.
I did some yesterday out in the yard. God, if you don't keep up with those things just about every day, you're screwed.
You know, they fall off the tree periodically.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of periodically, congratulations to Nathan and his wife.
Yep.
Beautiful wedding that we got to go to on Saturday in Lawrence. And very few people in my life I can't be around in serious settings because it's just, do you have this friend, Kramer, that when something happens and you know it's funny, you can't look at them or you also lose it?
Oh yeah.
I feel like I'm in that category with a lot of people because people will look at me and see if I'm okay when something happens. So Nathan's wedding starts and the minister starts speaking Spanish. And then he turns the Bible around or the book that he had around and then goes, oh, sorry, wrong one, and starts speaking English. Well, I lost it.
That's good.
It was funny, yes.
Because
that's really good, actually.
So many people were like looking around. Like he starts off and he's like, hola, consuetas, and there's, we are gathered here today.
Yeah.
And I mean, just lost it because like 3 or 4 people's reaction was like, what? And then I just couldn't stop. And I was told after the ceremony, I sat next to Bob's wife, Jen, then it was Bob, then it was Rob, and then his wife, Caroline. And Bob and Rob refused to look to their left because I couldn't keep it together. And if they looked over, they were going to lose
That's
it.
right.
So that's one mark already. We've been there for 10 minutes. Then, normal setting, they tell you to bring your chair in because they're going to be your chair when you go sit at the table and help out. You know, it's kind of a process. Bob and I can't figure out how to fold a chair.
Can't fold the chair.
Dumbest people in the room.
Yeah, couldn't figure it out.
5-year-old, 2 chairs,
Yeah,
folded
fine.
up, walking through.
Dusty
Bob
and I, 2 grown
excuse
men.
me.
Yeah, get out of the way. Can't fold this thing. Can't figure it out.
To our credit, neither could Rob Britton.
Right. That's exactly right. Now, to which one guy did tell you, just hit the back of it and it goes down.
Tried
I'm
it 7 times. Didn't work.
Yeah, not going to happen, man. You know it's those folding chairs at the wedding that fold differently.
Those white ones?
Yep.
Yes,
Yep.
exactly.
Yep,
Yeah,
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. They don't fold easily.
No, they do not.
Right. So lay off us.
Yeah. But wait, there's more. Then we go in. It's cocktail hour for about 2 hours before they come in, and you know all this. This all happened in one evening. So we're sitting there. Some guy comes up to the table and he goes, "Hey, you're Bob Fescoe. I listen to your show every morning." And then Bob, being nice, didn't have to do it in this situation. He goes, "And this is Dusty, by the way." And he goes, "Oh yeah, I listen to you guys all the time. By the way, you got any information on Josh Simmons?"
I mean, unbelievable.
And then goes, "Yeah, well, nobody really knows. All right, we're going to get out of here. We'll see you later."
And then proceeded to tell us, his thoughts on everything.
Yeah.
And we're like, okay, thanks.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's awesome,
He was
actually.
waiting for the perfect time. 2 hands on the table.
Came down. So what do you guys know about Josh Simmons?
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. Have a good night. All right, we're going to get out of here. We'll see you later. And then, it's a wedding. You're with your significant other. They have a photo op. I took one because it was hilarious.
You look great.
You did look good. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
I'd use that as my profile pic.
Yeah. And so, I go, it says it's a love story.
Right.
It's funny because I'm by myself. And then Bob and Jen are sitting there. They're still waiting on Nathan and his wife to come in and, be announced. So Jen, perfect opportunity. Let's go take our picture real quick. We'll get it out of the way, whatever. They go to take their picture, and right when they go to ask somebody to take the picture, all right, please welcome Mr. and Mrs. Williams.
Oh, boy.
So we
Perfect timing for you.
So we did our meeting, and then we left because we were already the asses of the wedding.
Yeah.
Can't take us anywhere. Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah, it was.
We might as well have had a blue suit and an orange suit and spray in the mouth spray the wrong way.
I'll wait till this weekend.
And now we've got to go to Diddy Matthews' wedding where I got to be on better behavior.
That's right.
Yeah, you do.
Because there's going to be a lot of dignitaries at that wedding, my friend. I already warned Dusty. I'm like, I saw the guest list. You better be
No, he saw the guest list. He goes, how you got into this is beyond me.
I did not say that. I did see the guest list, and I'm like, uh-oh, Dusty, you're gonna need to shower before Saturday.
Maybe shave a little bit too. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think he should go with the beard. I like that. I think he looks good that way.
Just go with a mustache and a Royals jersey.
Yeah,
They said wear Royals gear.
No, it is. We're all wearing Royals gear. They want everybody to dress as
That's
Royals.
awesome.
They're doing it at the stadium. It's going to be so much fun. I can't wait, for Saturday for Denny's wedding. I'm
But if
like
you've
so
ever
excited.
been somewhere where you don't belong, that's me Saturday. I have no business being at this wedding. So when they say,
no, you do. You do.
I want, and I'm just going to talk to everyone in my Denny Matthews voice.
Yeah.
Just to confuse the crowd.
Right.
Welcome to the wedding. Excuse me? Are you with the bride or the groom?
Oh, you should just welcome in people.
Just act like an usher?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I thought about just going as a baseball player.
You should. Well, that's what everybody's going
What
as,
if I was
though,
like the
yeah.
bat boy of Denny's wedding?
Oh, that'd be cool.
That'd be awesome.
Oh, instead of ring, like
Every flower petal that gets, I run out there and grab it and bring it back and give it to the umpire.
Yeah, and then they grade it and put a sticker on it and sell it in the store.
Check the minister's hands after he makes sure he doesn't have any ticky-tack on his hands like they do after a pitcher comes off the mound in the inning.
I like that.
That's nice.
I think that'll be fun. But no, this one should be great. And instead of like flower girls and ring bearers, they should have bat boys and the pitching coach.
Bring
and all
some
that.
rosin, put it in the back.
Yeah. Everything baseball related would be awesome. And I thought, look at Nathan's wedding too, that they had. I don't know if it was like aunts that were elderly, as the flower girls, which I thought was just wonderful.
They were like twins.
Yeah, twin like grandmas basically were the flower girls. I'm like, that's cool. That was one of the coolest things that I've seen because you always look for a kid to do that. She's like, somebody, I love my grandmas or my aunts or whatever, and they were the flower girls. So I thought that was a really unique touch to the wedding, and I thought that was a lot of fun.
Are you guys sitting on buckets for Denny's wedding?
Yes.
Nice. That's a good seat.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Better than those folding chairs.
Yes, we don't have to worry about taking our chairs anywhere.
We don't have to take the chairs, and we will have to carry the bucket around.
But the wedding food was Minsky's Pizza.
Yes, phenomenal. Had a piece of the prime cut and a salad. That hit, man.
Nailed
that
it.
was the way to go.
Nailed it. And then the pre-wedding food was donuts.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
And I had a donut.
And I thought this was really cool. The way that they had you basically sign in was they had an old school phone that you could do the rolly thing with, but it had a voicemail. It said, "Hey, this is Nathan and Jaden. Please leave your message at the beep." And you gave them a congratulations a message. Well, on the board, it told you what to give them a message for. And it was wedding advice, what you liked about the night, what you thought about the evening. And
I missed that.
And I just read every single one and had no whatsoever advice. So when they get that voicemail from me, they're going to be like, this guy, of course.
I mean, I don't even remember what I put.
Yeah. Somebody says, one of you guys should go as an umpire and throw people out.
Oh, that would be good. The bouncers at the wedding or the umpires, yes. But most of those guys are blind.
You Angel Hernandez this one?
Yeah.
Nice. If you're in the wrong seat, just stand up and tap your head for the ABS system.
Yeah, that's right.
Gosh, can't wait for that.
But yeah, we're just not meant to go anywhere serious.
We aren't. But for Saturday's gonna be. I am so excited for Denny and Amy. Like truly, when we found out they were getting married at Dayton's event for the See You in the Major Leagues Foundation, we're like, wait a second, this is the best thing ever. So excited for them, so happy for them, the genuine happiness that they have. I mean, it's going to be outstanding. It's going to be the coolest thing that we get to be a part of this year, man.
Somebody says on the text line from the 913, if it's baseball themed, someone needs to get tossed for arguing strikes and balls, or for this part, arguing over the vows and I do's.
Yeah.
Do you? That's BS. Yeah. She's way outside the box. Get her in there. Sir, get out of here. Yeah. Turn your hat around, start arguing with the minister. Be hilarious. So, yeah, Saturday, another wedding. As
got a text from Amy. She said, please tell Dusty not to come on Saturday, man.
Yeah. Plans changed. No, it should be fun celebrating the Matthewses as we do that. Coming up on the other side, speaking of baseball, whoo, boy. What a bad look for Emmanuel Clase and others as they are now being investigated, and it got a lot more serious here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for the Kansas City Royals.
Good morning, Kansas City. This is Leo Chanel, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Chiefs football, 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues.
Well, I'll tell you what, my friends over at the Sheet Metal Workers are saying, hey, come work for us because we've got a great opportunity for you. These guys are awesome. I promise you, if you're looking for that new career opportunity, or maybe you're getting ready to graduate college in the wintertime, or maybe you're getting ready to graduate in the spring from high school or college, or maybe you just want a career change and you're thinking to yourself, hey, man, what can I do? Well, the Sheet Metal Workers are for you. They start at $24.55 an hour in their pre-apprenticeship program, and after 3 months, you're going to make $27.27 an hour with no cost to the employee family health care. Think about that. Free health care for you and your family with the Sheet Metal Workers Union. And then once you start your apprenticeship, $30 per hour. And the Sheet Metal Workers do everything around town. Industrial sheet metal, HVAC service, installation and repair, architectural sheet metal. They designed the iconic crown at Kauffman Stadium, and they're ready for you. Smart Local 2 welcomes everyone from seasoned professionals to those with no experience. And they're going to get you career training, job security, and a path to advancement, all while giving you the tools and support you need. So check them out at sheetmetal2.org. That's sheetmetal2.org.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility, he knows keeping the line up and running is a top priority. That's why he chooses Grainger. Because when a drive belt gets damaged, Grainger makes it easy to find the exact specs for the replacement product he needs. And next-day delivery helps ensure he'll have everything in place and running like clockwork. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Every big play starts with a first down, and every financial future starts with the right partner. Main Street Credit Union is not-for-profit and member-owned, which means we invest in you with guidance that's clear, tools that make sense, and people who actually listen. We're here to help you move the chains. Whatever your next move is, auto loan, savings goal, or paying off debt, let's make it one play at a time. Visit mainstreetcu.org to get started.
Save time when you shop online with Hy-Vee. Hy-Vee makes it easy to order groceries online through our app or Hy-Vee.com. Pickup is always free. And if you have a Perks Plus membership, you get free delivery and free express pickup. Shop online with Hy-Vee and you can create and save grocery lists, shop the sales, and get fuel savers. Talk about convenient. Order groceries online today. Check out Hy-Vee.com or download the Hy-Vee app.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility, he knows keeping the line up and running is a top priority. That's why he chooses Grainger. Because when a drive belt gets damaged, Grainger makes it easy to find the exact specs for the replacement product he needs. And next-day delivery helps ensure he'll have everything in place and running like clockwork. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
You like saving money, right? We all do. That's why Allstate just lowered the price of car insurance. Not, but wait, there's a catch. Lower. Actually lower. So if you're shopping around or just want to see how much you could save, check Allstate first for a new lower auto rate that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Car, truck, or motorcycle wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Paid for, client portrayal, and endorsement. Choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
After my car wreck, there was a lot I didn't know.
I do know. If you've been hurt in a car wreck, call me. I've got this.
Mike's got this.
816-888-7500. Mike's got this.
Be sure to follow us on Instagram at TheFan965 for behind-the-scenes videos like MVP Monday, Chiefs Take Tuesday, and Best Bets. This is your home for Kansas City sports. 96.5 The Fan, KFNZ, FM and AM, HD1 and HD2, Kansas City, an Odyssey sports station. Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Lee Summit 470 westbound recovering. It's a little sluggish past Pryor, but once you get towards View High Drive, things are back to posted speeds. Earlier accident before Raytown Road has cleared. Blue Parkway westbound heavy for about a half mile approaching Noland with construction. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
Back in on a Monday, 7 o'clock hour here on 96.5 The Fan. Kramer, Fescoe, Dusty with you on this wonderful, chilly Monday morning in Kansas City. Sun coming up. Feels like winter, baby. I love it.
Looks like it out there, too. You see the steam rising from whatever that is outside and by our place, the generator.
Yeah, it is Monday, so football coverage is presented by Busey Bank, where they are focused on your success at Busey Bank. They've been building businesses and growing wealth since 1868. Learn more with BuseyBank.com. Speaking of the bank and learning more, we learned a lot more yesterday from ESPN about what happened with the Cleveland Guardians and their two pitchers, Luis Ortiz and Emmanuel Clase. as they have been indicted by prosecutors in Brooklyn on a host of charges related to a scheme to rig bets and pitches thrown in MLB games. Ortiz was arrested in Boston earlier today. This was yesterday's news. Clase is not currently in custody. The 23-page indictment against Emmanuel Clase and Luis Ortiz lays out the alleged scheme for the pitchers to intentionally throw balls so that bettors could wager on pitches to be balls or strikes. It started, prosecutors say, as early as May of 23 with Clase and later included Ortiz. Gentlemen, they are in trouble because prosecutors allege that Luis Ortiz was paid $5,000 for throwing an intentional ball June 15th, and Emmanuel Clase given $5,000 for facilitating it. They did it again, according to the indictment, June 27th. The payout for each of them on that pitch was $7,000 apiece. So in a statement to ESPN, Major League Baseball said MLB contacted federal law enforcement at the outs of its investigation and has fully cooperated throughout the process. We are aware of the indictment and today's arrest, and our investigation is ongoing. Bad look for baseball. Bad look. Those guys will never play baseball again. But here we are, just like all this gambling stuff that's happened, Clase and Ortiz throwing balls on pitch one, knowing that they're going to get paid for it and collecting. It then tipped off bettors in Vegas, and it got Vegas hot. It got prosecutors hot, and now both of them will probably be in custody. One of them is in custody, Clase probably soon, and will be facing full extent of the law doing this.
And it really shows you how stupid they are. Like, these people are dumb. Boxes of rocks. And I don't hesitate to say that, and that's not name-calling. That's not being
$20
personal.
million contract.
If he never threw another pitch again, he was going to make like $30-some million because of how Major League Baseball contracts work. They threw these pitches, right? And they netted like $17,000. Okay, it wasn't a lot of money at all. It was not a lot of money. In fact, the money that was described by the Department of Justice is at least $450,000 in fraudulent wages. And Clase, who's going to make $38 million in his entire career, is basically on the lam for $17K. I mean, that's what it was over. He did this and screwed these pitches up for $17,000, and as Dusty said, in the midst of a $20-some million contract where he would have ultimately made $38 million over the course of his career. The other guy was making $782,600 this year from the Cleveland Guardians, and he chanced all of that for less than $20,000. But not only chanced the money and working in Major League Baseball, now we're talking about your freedom, because there's chances are you're probably going to get locked up for this because the federal government, as they should, wants to make an example. And if they put athletes behind bars for illegal gambling, we're going to send a message to everybody, right, around sports that, hey, if you mess up and get involved in this, you'll be looking at the Gray Bar Motel. You'll get 3 hots in a cot every single day.
I don't know what's more hilarious, the fact that every single pitch Emmanuel Clase throws is more than that $5,000 that he would try to win on his return.
That's right.
Or Andy Pajes ruining one of his bets. What about
potheads?
So Andy Pajes, the
guy
Dodgers,
swung.
he swung at the first pitch on a bet that they said it was going to be a ball on, and you could tell by Emmanuel Clase's his body language, where he turned his head like, oh, well, that we just lost that bet, basically.
Yeah.
I don't know what's more hilarious, the fact of the first one or Andy Pajes swinging at a ball one.
So was he in on it, the pothead guy?
No, Andy Pajes just swung first pitch swinging.
Okay. Because he thought it was going to be a strike.
He thought it was gonna be a strike.
According to Class A.
It was a circle change low, which I understand why you would want to swing at that, and it didn't spike and hit the ground, so I just thought it was hilarious.
Yeah. So back to the pothead. How's he involved in all this?
No, he's not.
not.
No,
He
he
swung.
was
He swung,
just
okay.
batting, and he swung at ball one.
Yeah,
Got you.
It just
Okay.
said this guy cost Class A $7,000.
That's funny. That is hysterical. But also, too, for the limited amount of money that they're doing it for, you really do realize how stupid human beings are. Like, seriously, like he would have made more money, as you said, throwing one pitch than he was making, doing whatever this was and whatnot. So I need to know more of the backstory. Like, all these guys that were involved making these wagers, what was their story? But he'll never play baseball again, nor should he. And so I will counteract the "this is why gambling shouldn't be legal" crowd. This is exactly why gambling should be legal. Every time we find out something like this is more reason why gambling should be legal. The low-hanging fruit, the easy, this is why we shouldn't have legalized gambling. Do you know what was going on before we had legalized gambling, ladies and gentlemen? If we're finding this out now, God only knows what was going on behind the scenes. And so when you have it on the up and up, you've got people, again, human beings are idiots. They leave paper trails all the time. If you're going to be stupid, don't be that stupid. Be semi-stupid, but also have some wherewithal to clean up your mess behind you. They get too greedy. This is what happens. They get too greedy. Like, what was it, Icarus trying to touch the sun and then his wings melted and he fell back to Athens? You don't want to be that guy. All these guys are flying too close to the sun and their wings are melting, and we're catching them. And that's a good thing. That's why we need legalized gambling, because it's cleaning up the game and getting rid of all of these bozos that are out there throwing these things.
I do agree with this text from the 816. I don't think it's about the amount of money to them. I think it's just simply an addiction to gambling. 100%.
Yeah.
It's 100% what it is. It's that edge. It's that control that I think that they know that they have, that they can do it. Because you think about it, Class A, first pitch has to be a ball. Okay, I can put this anywhere out of the strike zone, and I'm going to cash because I can control this narrative. And I think that's the part of it is the gambling, but the other part of it is that you own the power.
Adrenaline is a hell of a drug, right?
Oh, yeah.
And athletes feed off of that adrenaline. And once you start to get to that level where the adrenaline isn't giving you enough, well, it's like any drug. You start to use more, you start to drink more, you start to do whatever more, right? Because you're not getting that high that you're looking for. Adrenaline is the same way. And most of these athletes, that is, for the most part, their drug. They run on that adrenaline.
I wonder if, since it's like a low dollar bet to them in their eyes, if they thought they could get away with it.
For sure.
It wasn't a low dollar bet, though. It was a low dollar return. I'll
True.
give you $5K to throw. We're talking $450,000 in fraudulent wagers.
True.
Like these guys. I'll be honest with you. If you're going to do this in professional sports, you got to get more of a cut than that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I agree.
I'm not putting my $38 million career on the line for that.
Let alone life.
Life, yeah. Let alone career, life.
Like what? 60 years in prison? What was it again?
65.
Oh man.
Oh, my God. Yeah, 65. If convicted, each defendant faces a total of 65 years in jail.
Class A's not even 30 yet.
Oh. And he was on a contract to make $20 more million.
That's life in jail.
Yeah.
He was a Cy Young Award candidate. That's crazy.
2 years ago.
Insane.
Good. I hope they all rot in jail.
Yep, same.
Every single athlete that's doing something like this, or official, or anybody that has any sort of impact on any professional college, high school games that's doing stuff like this, go rot in jail.
Ruin it for the rest of us.
Really, they are. And they're ruining it for the fans. Like, you're a fan. You're invested into this game. Think about those other players on that Cleveland team. One pitch does make a difference in a game. And all of a sudden, those two losers left Cleveland, and what did they do? They took off.
It's almost like it'd be smarter if it was like, hey, on your third pitch, first pitch, ball, when a guy has a percentage rate of 90% strike rate on his throwing a first pitch. That's obviously going to tip somebody. Mm-hmm. It's like I said earlier a couple weeks ago when the UFC guys in Lee Summit, I believe his name was James Krause, they were throwing fights, and now they don't have their gym. They're blacklisted from the UFC. It's over. All because you thought making a little extra cash. It's over. Was it worth it? No. At the moment, was it fun? Probably. Was the adrenaline there? Was the high there? Was the chase there? Of course it was. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, is it worth it? No. Absolutely not. Sports Talk on the Fan is presented by Paramount Plus. You can count on much these days, but you can't always count on Sundays in the NFL and on CBS and Paramount Plus. Watch your local NFL game every single Sunday on CBS and Paramount Plus all season long. Visit ParamountPlus.com/NFL to get started today. Coming up on the other side, we have a conversation to be had about somebody to be in the MVP convo. We'll discuss on the other side here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
This is Fescoe and Dusty, brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. Your home for K-State Athletics. 96.5 The Fan.
Well, I'll tell you what, my friends over at QC Kinetics are saying, hey, call us this week, right? Call us today. Call us right now, because if you're thinking to yourself, man, this pain is never going to go away, you haven't called my friends over at QC Kinetics, because relief is closer than you think, and it doesn't have to come from a scalpel. So if your knees or your back or your joints are bothering you today, QC Kinetics is going to tap into your own body's regenerative power using natural healing factors that help restore and repair damaged tissue, reducing inflammation and relieving the pain at its source. It's your body's comeback story powered by the very cells that built you in the first place. No surgery, no pain pills, no long recovery, just your body remembering how to feel alive again. So get on into QC Kinetics. They're helping people every single day rediscover life. And this Veterans Day, QC Kinetics is giving back to our heroes. Veterans will get $500 off their treatment, and for every non-vet who starts care, QC Kinetics will donate $500 to the Wounded Warrior Project. It's a great time to book your free consultation with appointments on Saturday to fit your schedule. Call QC QC Kinetics now at 816-412-6299. That's 816-412-6299. Off 435 in State Line and in Gladstone with QC Kinetics.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement, and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hard-working partners. So they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
I'll tell you what, my friends over at Golden Oak Lending are saying, hey, call us right now and we can potentially help you out with your mortgage. How would you like to go to Valentine's Day without having to make a mortgage payment? That sounds pretty good, right? I think that sounds great to me, but it all starts at Golden Oak Lending with that free mortgage checkup. Risk-free, no paperwork or credit card required. It's just a simple phone call. And you know how the end of the year goes really, really fast for a lot of folks, right? You want to get on this call now and let the folks over at Golden Oak know, hey, I'm interested in potentially refinancing. Tell them all about yourself, where you are with your financial life, and Golden Oak will go to work for you. They'll see if they have a mortgage that has got a lower rate than the one you're in right now. And if the answer is yes, great, you're on your way. If the answer is no, they'll say, hey, come back in 6 months and we'll see what we can do. At Golden Oak Lending, the average cash-out customer saves $1,104 per month, and Golden Oak has lowered rates to 4.50%. And then you can go 2 months without having to make a mortgage payment. And like I said, the average cash-out customer saves over $1,100 a month. So call Golden Oak now and take that free mortgage checkup. No paperwork, no credit card required. It's just a conversation. 913-890-GOLD. That's 913-890-GOLD. And let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues.
It all comes down to this, folks.
Yep, the entire season is on the line.
But my throat has officially thrown in the towel. Sounds like you need Vicks VapoCool drops. They're max strength and vaporize sore throat pain.
Whoa! These VapoCool drops hit fast.
Speaking of fast, did you just see that play?
Yeah, he vaporized that ball.
That pun should have come with a penalty.
Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. All so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
You know that expression, put a little spring in your step? Well, whoever said it must have been talking about Glide Step hands-free Skechers slip-ins. Because with Glide Step, you get a pillow-like soft landing, then an explosive takeoff. It makes walking feel effortless. So springy, it's almost like you're floating. And speaking of effortless, have you tried hands-free Skechers slip-ins technology? Just step in, and instantly your shoes are on. No bending down and no touching. Try Glide Step hands-free Skechers slip-ins at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
You need parts? O'Reilly has parts. Get one free set of brake pads when you buy 2 brake rotors. Upgrade to Brake Best Select pads for just $10. Or upgrade to Brake Best Select Pro or Import Direct pads for just $20. Product availability. Just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Now that I'm a dad, I can't stop thinking about what would happen to my kids if something happened to me, like losing the house or not affording college.
Yeah, that used to keep me up at night too. It's why I finally got life insurance from Ethos. It's 100% online. No medical exams, just a few health questions. I got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day.
I never realized it was that simple. Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game.
Rates may vary. Bill monthly. Sample rate 10-year term life policy for a 35-year-old healthy non-smoking male.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the DM Injury Law Studios. Mike's got this. Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Lee Summit, US 50 westbound, briefly sluggish from Chipman up to 470. Things pretty heavy, Blue Parkway westbound approaching Nolan, but maybe just a half-mile backup over there right now. Kansas side, things move well, 35 northbound trip from Olathe to downtown, still 20 minutes. Alan Card, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
second and short. That means it's Taylor time, and he's got the first down, and he busts away from the pack for plenty more. Jonathan Taylor, big run. There he goes, and Indianapolis takes the lead. 83 yards, the longest run of his career.
What a year that man is having. That is Jonathan Taylor, the running back for the Indianapolis Colts, who's having one hell of a season. The numbers, you can't lie, are astronomically just insane, which is kind of what you kind of have to do if you want to win the award of MVP. Obviously, the Offensive Player of the Year award right now is Jonathan Taylor, minus 350. According to Vegas, and the odds in Vegas for the regular season MVP set as today: Drake May, number 1 at plus 275, Matthew Stafford, number 3 at plus 300, Patrick Mahomes at plus 500. Sorry, Drake May, Matthew Stafford, Patrick Mahomes, and then Jonathan Taylor plus 600.
Yeah, he's doing things, though, that we have not seen from a running back,
Correct.
Dusty, in a very long time. I mean, you start to go back and you think about, like, Priest Holmes. You start to think about, some of the good ones that we've seen over the years. And I go back to Priest because he's our guy, but he was so dominating for those 3 years, like better than anybody in the game. And that's what Jonathan Taylor is doing right now. And he's playing on a team that's winning. So you can't sit there and hide behind, well, he's not on a team that's winning, so we can't give it to him. No, they're an 8-2 football team. And I would venture to say he's a bigger reason why they're an 8-2 football team than what Daniel Jones is for the Indianapolis Colts. Now, they both work hand in hand, and they do a great job with each other. But this guy right now is averaging 6 yards per carry. That's not a misprint. That's not a mistake. That's not stuttering. That's not, I just made that. He's averaging 6 yards per carry this season and already has 15 touchdowns on the ground. I mean, we made a big deal, as you mentioned a couple of weeks ago, Jamal going over 5-something a carry. This guy's getting you 6 yards per carry. He's 8-2. He's the catalyst for that football team. And it's time these voters with the mustard stains on their shirts wake up and realize it doesn't have to be a quarterback award right now. This guy is the true MVP of the NFL at this point in time.
Yeah, Jonathan Taylor, as you had mentioned, is averaging 6 yards a carry.
It's not 5.9. It's a legit 6.
Yeah, so far in the season, he has 189 attempts for 1,139 yards. He has 15 rushing touchdowns. He has 7 receiving touchdowns. Easy math, he has 22 total touchdowns already.
I wish I would have bet like every single game 3+ touchdowns for him, because we would make so much money.
Yeah, because he's done that 4 times this year.
In unreal.
In 10 weeks, he has scored 3 touchdowns rushing in one game. 4 times total, he has 3 touchdowns. 3 times he has 3 rushing touchdowns. Yesterday, the 83-yard rush against Atlanta that gave them the lead in that game late. They would end up going to overtime, but again, 113.9 per game on the ground is what he's averaging per game.
And to further your MVP candidacy even further, Dusty, just look at the last 5 games that this guy has run. Right, the Indianapolis Colts are 4-1 in their last 5 games. Okay, that's a good mark. Against the Arizona Cardinals, they win. He has 123 yards. Against the Chargers, they win. He has 94 yards. Against Tennessee, they win. He has 153 yards. Yesterday, they win. He has 244 yards. The only loss was to Pittsburgh. 14 carries, which isn't the lowest amount of carries, but 45 yards. Pittsburgh bottled him up. Like, right there tells you MVP in as simple form as you can say it. When he doesn't run well, they don't win. It's pretty simple. The last 5 games would show you that. When Jonathan Taylor dominates, his team wins football games. When he doesn't play well, they end up losing football games. And so that's why he is the MVP, in my opinion, at this point in time, because when they bottle him up and shut him down, their other loss to the Rams this year, 76 yards rushing. That's it. When he runs big, they win games. That's the true test of an MVP right there.
Not only that, they have 2 games they've lost, and in both those games, he did not score.
Yeah, that's another one. You're right.
Not a rushing touchdown, not a receiving touchdown.
Hey.
The only time they didn't have that happen was week 1. He didn't score either time in rushing the ball or receiving the ball. But other than that, when he did not run or did not score a touchdown, they lost those games. He is the catalyst of that team. He is the MVP of that team. They are the number 1 seed. And I think that when we look at these sort of accolades for an MVP, number 1 is your team good and are you outstanding? And I think where that lies right now is with Drake May and Matthew Stafford, right? You would look at both those guys. Matthew Stafford is tied for the lead in the NFC West. He's had a great season. He's been absolutely nails. You look at Drake May. The reason that the New England Patriots are successful is because exactly how the way Drake May's playing. Now, finally, they started giving it to their first-round pick in the running back at Ohio State, and you saw how good he looked yesterday. Now they've been able to incorporate him in the running game more often, which is just one of those things that Mike Vrabel's is that red-ass type of coach. Like, show me that you have it, and he was great yesterday. But Jonathan Taylor, if they do, in fact, win the number 1 overall seed, like let's say they do end up going, I don't know, let's say they go, 14-3?
Okay.
They lose one more game. Let's say it's to Kansas City.
Okay.
But they still win the 1 seed. Drake May loses to Buffalo. Patrick Mahomes has a decent year, but they don't give him the MVP because maybe it's fatigue or maybe he wasn't, didn't win his division. That knocks it off. But if they win the number 1 overall seed, and he has 2,000 rushing yards, and he averages 5.5 a carry, and he has 35 total touchdowns, 20 of those being rushing and 15 being receiving. I don't know. He's at 7.
No, he's two receiving touchdowns.
On the season?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought he had 7.
No, he only has 2.
Oh, okay.
So he has 17 total touchdowns.
Okay, yeah, 17 total touchdowns, 15 rushing touchdowns.
Yes.
And he's averaging 6 yards a carry, and he's going to have probably 2,000 yards rushing on the season. He only needs 860 more yards
800 change to get
He's
there,
already ran for 1139. They do have a bye week. But again, I think if they win the 1 seed and he continues to be that guy, and what's crazy about this whole thing, he's 26 years old. And it feels like he's been in the league for 15 years.
It does feel like he's been around for a while. It does. It feels like I've seen Jonathan Taylor for like the last 15 years running in the NFL. And that's not a bad thing that you have that perception. That just shows you, how good he is and how locked in he's been and, what kind of player he's been. But this year he's playing better and having a better impact on his team than literally anybody else in football right now. And that's how I think you have to look at the MVP. Would the Indianapolis Colts be sitting here at 8-2 if it wasn't for Jonathan Taylor? And the answer to that question is no. If you take him off that team, the Indianapolis Colts are just a AFC South team like everybody else in that division. But he is the catalyst. He is the reason why. And we saw it yesterday. That game was on early. A lot of people had an opportunity to see what Jonathan Taylor can do, set the international record for most yards rushing in a game with 244. And when they needed him most, what did they do? They gave him the ball and they grinded it out at the end, and he won the game for them at the end in overtime. And that's really, in my opinion, how you look at MVP. You can give it to the quarterback and take the easy way out and give it to Drake May or give it to Josh Allen or give it to Patrick Mahomes. But the real test of who the MVP is now through 10 weeks, it's Jonathan Taylor, and there's nobody else in that conversation.
And I'm glad to see that Alex Gold has texted in from 2 different numbers on the text line. Saquon did that last year, and they didn't give it to him, and QBs were very weak last year. Again, Saquon had more of a supporting cast. A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Jalen Hurts, they had that defense and everything there. Jonathan Taylor, Ty Warren's a rookie. He's been great. Daniel Jones, okay, but is Daniel Jones great because of the running game, because of Jonathan Taylor? Like, they had A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, and they had Saquon Barkley, and they had a great defense as well. Not saying the Indianapolis defense is chate, but I mean, it's not the greatest defense in the league. But the other thing about it, too, is somebody says, well, CMC did that, and Saquon Barkley went to the Super Bowl and won it last year. CMC also had a great supporting cast.
Yeah.
And I understand that year that CMC did it, Lamar Jackson won the MVP unanimously. Lamar Jackson was having an insane year as a quarterback. I think he won it 50 total votes. But
nobody's having that year as a quarterback
and that's
this
the thing.
year.
And then that's when people go back to last year. Well, last year, Burrow was having a great year, but he didn't win his division, didn't make the playoffs, can't win it.
Right.
Josh Allen, it seemed like it was just the year to give it to Josh Allen because he didn't have the supporting cast and he didn't have like a true number 1 wide receiver. So again, you look at it in that sort of stance, and you look at what Jonathan Taylor's doing. It's Michael Pittman Jr., who I think got hurt yesterday, or didn't show up at all in that game. Daniel Jones, who, again, if he doesn't have Jonathan Taylor, I'd hate to see what they are because the 2 games that he didn't score, they lost. And you look at the supporting cast. I mean, it's Pittman, it's Downs, it's
Pierce.
Pierce is really good.
And he's good. He's
deep
good.
shot guy.
Pierce had, like, for casual football fans, he had a coming out party yesterday.
Yes.
I mean, you really learned about that kid yesterday. He was great yesterday.
Right. And so I think that, yes, you can have the argument, which is fair to have, to say that it never happens. But if there was going to be a year, and again, if you listen to what I'm saying, if they win the number 1 overall seed and he continues to do what he's doing, where he could have 1,000 receiving yards and 2,000 rushing yards and also have a total of like 30 touchdowns on the season, you can't ignore to have the conversation. And that's all we're saying.
Yeah.
We're not saying he's going to win. We're not saying that he should win. We're saying that there should be a legit conversation instead of having these people debunk it immediately and be like, it's a quarterback award. It's a quarterback award. It should only go to, it probably will go to a quarterback. more than likely it's probably going to go to quarterback. But to not have a discussion that Jonathan Taylor should be accoladed and shown appreciation for what he's doing and to conversate this into existence, that's something that you should be doing, because what Jonathan Taylor did yesterday is won that game. 244, 3 touchdowns, took it in overtime, and they won the game.
But also, too, when people are saying it's a quarterback award and we shouldn't talk about it, no, that's exactly why we should talk about things. And I'm using this as a metaphor for everything in everyday life, like hard conversations. We don't want to have hard conversations, right? This is a hard conversation to let people know that it's not just a quarterback league this year. There are other players out there that are really good, and it's okay to break away from the norm and do something different. That's not wrong by taking away the normal thing and just dismissing something. Well, it'll never happen. There's a lot of stuff in life that'll never happen. It doesn't mean we shouldn't have the conversations. It doesn't mean we shouldn't push it forward. It doesn't mean we don't have to have the dialogue about it. We need to have these conversations because there are players on the defensive side that you could make the case for that could be MVP. Nobody's won that on the defensive side since Lawrence Taylor in 1986, and when it was a defensive league and we didn't even know who the quarterbacks were at that point in time. So the league changes, the league evolves, people change, people evolve, and it's a conversation we have to move this forward, to let people know Jonathan Taylor is the MVP of this league right now, and just because he doesn't have QB after his name doesn't mean we can't look at him as the MVP. It means we should look harder at him as potentially the MVP right now, because I think anybody will tell you the way that they're playing is because of Jonathan Taylor and nobody else.
The other thing that's interesting, too, when people bring up Saquon Barkley is last year Saquon Barkley all year had 13 touchdowns. All year, rushing. He had 13 touchdowns. And
Jonathan Taylor has more than that through 10 weeks.
So, again, last year Jalen Hurts kind of screwed Saquon Barkley with the tush push.
Yeah.
Because he was scoring at the goal line, whereas 13 touchdowns, 2,005 yards. Yes, that's great. He had a 5.8 average. It's an insane number for Saquon Barkley. Average 125 yards a game.
Mm-hmm.
But, again, Jonathan Taylor is scoring at a rate that we haven't really seen since like a LaDainian Tomlinson, a Christian McCaffrey, even to give it some sort of ties, or a Jamal Charles, or a Priest Holmes type of year. And the fact that he's got the offensive numbers plus the scoring numbers kind of gives him that edge over Saquon. So again, we'll see what happens. We don't know who's going to win MVP, but to have the conversation is legit, because he is fourth in the odds at plus 600 as a running back behind 3 quarterbacks. Where is Mahomes going to win it? I don't know. He's not a playoff quarterback right now. He has a one game above 500 record. Could he go off and just go completely nuclear and win the award? Absolutely.
He could.
Could Matthew Stafford falter, get hurt? That's out there. Could Drake May? Could he show some realistic approach of being like, okay, yeah, he's been great, but maybe not MVP yet, but it's coming? Of course. But
that's also Boston, and you know how the media is, man.
Correct.
East Coast bias right there.
But
get
again,
Boston back on top, knock Kansas City off.
Right. And so I think you could have the conversation that he could be that guy, because, again, last year, I think you look at Saquon Barkley's numbers, he had 13 touchdowns all season long. Jonathan Taylor already has 17 total, 15 rushing.
Yeah,
so.
and you remove him from the offense, and they're not good. It's just the fact of life right now, and that's okay. It's a good thing. I like it a lot that we're looking outside the quarterback for the MVP of the NFL.
One word.
First name is blank, and he goes on a cruise. He goes on a Caribbean cruise.
Katie Holmes.
No.
Are you listening?
What's your least favorite thing about working with yourself?
Body odor. You get one word.
On the count of 3, name your favorite dinosaur. 1, 2, 3. Velociraptor.
This is One Word on Fescoe and Dusty.
1, 2, 3.
Oatmeal raisin. All right, boys. One word on yesterday's Buffalo losing to Miami.
I'm going to go and say unsurprising, because of the way that they played against the Chiefs in their Super Bowl. They were beaten down, excited off of that win, have to go to Miami. I should say let down going into that game. And they played like it was a letdown game for Buffalo yesterday. It's amazing how these teams around the NFL for these last 10 years have played the week after they played the Kansas City Chiefs, or how they play the rest of the year after playing the Chiefs. These teams get up for us, and that's why it's important. We got to get up for everybody, because Denver's going to be up for us this week. They played a bad game, over the weekend. Last Thursday night wasn't great. Now they have an opportunity to kind of lick their wounds a little bit, start focusing on the Chiefs. Denver will play good on Sunday. I know they will play good on Sunday. We got to play our best. But, man, Buffalo, unsurprising, losing to that Miami game based on the way that they played against us the week prior.
Yeah, my one word would be flat. They looked flat. They looked lost. They looked hungover. They looked just delirious. That was just not a good Buffalo game. I think they did lose Dalton Kincaid. Looked like he was limping off the field with like a hamstring.
A lot of injuries yesterday for Buffalo. I know they lost somebody on defense, too.
Yeah, one word would be flat. Buffalo looked just insanely flat.
One of the better games in the noon slates, as one word for the Texans' comeback on the Jaguars.
You said better. I'm going to use the term best. It was the best game of the day. I had a lot of fun watching the final 5-6 minutes of that game yesterday, except for that sun that was on top of the field that nobody could see what was going on. But other than that, I'm going to use best. It was the best game of the day, and it got us the outcome that we needed. Way to go, Davis Mills, leading your team back from like 19 down in the final minutes of the game to get that victory over Jacksonville. Love it yesterday.
Yeah, clutch is my one word. Texans were down basically the whole entire game, came back and won. They were down 23-10 with a minute left in the third quarter. Check that. They were down 30-10 with a minute 30 left in the third quarter. Came back and won that game with a backup quarterback without C.J. Stroud, with Davis Mills, the neck god, as we like to call him in Lee Summit. We don't. But again, 29-10. Fourth quarter, 12 minutes left, and he brought that team all the way back and ended up scoring the go-ahead touchdown with the QB run.
Yep.
So it was big, man. We needed it. We needed the Texans to win that game. They did. They did their part. Miami did their part. Just wish we could have seen maybe Pittsburgh do their part, but unfortunately they didn't. But yeah, my one word would be clutch.
Sunday Night Football last night. What's your one word on Chargers beating the Steelers?
The word is old, because that's what Aaron Rodgers looked like last night. Even before the game, he had his helmet off, and Jen says, God, he looks old, doesn't he? I'm like, yeah, a little bit, but we'll see what happens. And then he went out there, and boy, did he look old last night. I thought the Chargers did a good job of making Aaron Rodgers look old. There were bad throws that he doesn't normally make. The high one that he had to his wide receiver that should have been a first down that ended up resulting in, I think, a missed field goal at that point in time. And so I just thought Aaron Rodgers looked old for the first time last night.
Yeah, they've lost 3 of 4. Chargers win that game last night. Busted offensive line. You thought that maybe the defense for the Steelers would get there. It was what, like 5-3 or something like that early on?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was stupid. It was a baseball score.
Yeah. So, my one word for the Chargers beating the Steelers, unimpressed. I get it. You've lost to the Chargers. It was the first game of the year. I just really can't wait to play these divisional teams again. You've already done your job against the Raiders, winning 31-0. You lost the first game of the year to the Chargers, 21-27. Now you get the Broncos this week. So hopefully you realize that the other teams above you aren't losing, so you have to continue to win.
I know we talked about Jonathan Taylor's MVP conversation, but MVP chants are being flooded out there in New England for Drake May. What's your one word for the MVP chants?
Warranted. Mm-hmm. I mean, he's playing great. They've got themselves a team again up in New England. Of course they're going to yell it, but it is warranted. Drake May is the leading odds maker right now for MVP. He'll be in the conversation until he's not.
Yeah, Drake May having one hell of a year. He's got that 71.7 completion percentage. I think that leads football. Throwing for 2,500 yards, averaging 8.9 an attempt, 19-5. So he's doing everything he's supposed to do. He's beaten Buffalo. He's 8-2 as a starting quarterback this year. New England is back. Mm-hmm. Mike Vrabel's message is very clear. My one word for Drake May is deserved. He should be in the MVP candidacy of the award. He is now sitting at the top of the throne. And, again, it's a bi-weekly award. We'll see what they do next week when New England moves on. But right now, it is definitely, like Bob said, warranted and deserved. The 6'4", 225 kid out of North Carolina, which is just so ironic that it's going south for Bill Belichick and going absolutely north for Vrabel and co. in New England.
Can I give you some Bill Belichick conversation on the other side that I heard over the weekend?
Ooh, do tell, yes. All right. As yesterday during this time, I know I was at the gym and also going to the grocery store, but the 3 o'clock slate of games yesterday, one word on them, boys.
That's my word.
Yeah. My one word is obvious. I mean, it was Detroit versus Washington, right? And Washington was with Marcus Mariota, who still, for some reason, thinks it's fun to jump into tackles. I don't get that. It was Sam Darnold versus a Jacoby Brissett-led offense in Arizona, and the only guy that showed up really for the Arizona Cardinals looked like it was Trey McBride, who continues to be a stud.
Yep.
And then the other game was obvious as well. I mean, it was Mac Jones versus a Rams team that is very, very good. The NFC West is a good division, but the Rams are supreme right now with the Seahawks, which, I mean, I tried to tell Mac last week, put the Seahawks in your top 5. They should be in that conversation. And it's like, well, I don't know. I need to see more. I don't know what more I need to see with the Seattle Seahawks. They look like they're
probably got to watch them. They're always on those weird times that nobody's paying it. Like Seahawks, Arizona, probably not getting you yesterday to the TV. But, I mean, there were 2 games that ended 44-22. in the late window, and then the other one was 42-26. It was just after the noon games ended, the rest of the night was letdown city in the NFL.
Yeah, those were all blowouts. That's the second week in a row that the Seattle Seahawks have came out and put up a 28-burger to nothing against their opponent.
Yeah, they were up 21-0 in the first quarter yesterday.
Dude.
Hey, thankfully, nobody had to sweat any games around Kansas City, you know. So how'd you guys enjoy your bye week? One word on that.
Wedding. Jaspers.
That's 2 words, Bob.
I know. I'm just trying to think of everything else we did. That's about it.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, it was basically during the bye week, it was, kind of just stressless, I guess would be a good word, because I got to sit back and watch that amazing Indiana game that we got to listen to on the way to the wedding, then get there and be like, you guys see the catch? No, we were driving to Lawrence. Watch the video. That was amazing. Sunday, it was just red zone, first half, second half, red zone again, night game, dinner, bed, relax, end of day. I mean, it was just it's nice because it was week 10.
Some leaves yesterday.
Lots of leaves now.
Yeah, they'll be getting there. That's for sure. So no, it was a relaxing bye week. That's for sure. I had I enjoyed it. I didn't have to worry about being locked in to the Chiefs game. So that was nice. And getting to watch Jacksonville lose and also getting to see Buffalo lose was great as well. Because Buffalo was out of that game by halftime.
It was great.
It was crazy, man. I mean, the fact they're still playing for Mikey is insane. Good for them. They fired the GM, and now the Dolphins get beat, 28-6 on Thursday Night Football, and then they come right back the next week, and they beat the Buffalo Bills.
They lost to the Jets on Thursday Night Football.
No, they lost to the Ravens. Ravens being
right.
28-6 or whatever it was, and they looked completely flat, and it looked like it was over. Fire the GM, come back, play Buffalo at home, beat them.
Ravens are back, I guess. Huh?
Welcome. The Ravens are going to win that division. Like Max said in week 3, he's like, the Ravens will win the North. And now Pittsburgh's basically 5-4 going, here you go, Lamar. What a great situation that is for the AFC North. Coming up on the other side, we might have seen the greatest college football catch ever, and also with the greatest call, thanks to Gus Johnson. We play and digest on the other side here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City Sports.
Good morning, Kansas City. This is Isaiah Pacheco, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Chiefs football, 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues.
Well, I'll tell you something. My friend Don Sharp is the flat-out best when it comes to selling homes in the Kansas City area. And selling your home for maximum value depends both strategic marketing knowledge and deep local expertise, especially in today's fast-moving market. Don Sharp and the Sharp Homes team stand out from the competition with their extensive experience and proven track record. Equipped with cutting-edge strategies, the Sharp Homes team will sell you your home quickly and for top dollar while expertly managing any market challenges. And when you're ready to sell, contact Don Sharp. You'll have everything you need. In fact, contact the only agent I would trust if I needed to sell my home. It's Don Sharp with the Sharp Homes team, brokered by Epic Realty. And one of the cool things that they do is they give you options. Do you want to skip the showings and open houses and go straight to sold? Well, contact them to discuss their instant offer program. Don and her team are so easy to find. Just go to Google and Google Sharp Homes Team. That's Sharp Homes Team, and read from over 225 five-star Google reviews to find out why Dawn and her team are truly the best. That's Sharp Homes Team, and start packing.
Chiefs checking for Community America is for real fans, because real fans know tap to pay is the ultimate play. Zero fees mean you win with ease. And big savings at the team store means you can score more. And who doesn't love scoring more? Community America is investing in helping Chiefs fans step up their financial game. Get started today at CommunityAmerica.com. Member owned, open to all. Community America Credit Union, invested in you.
It's football season and snacking season, and nothing goes better with football and snacking better than Daisy Dips. And now Daisy came out with a delicious Daisy French onion dip and a Daisy ranch dip, and these are a game changer. From chips to wings to veggies, they all go better with Daisy Dips. And I love dipping pretzels into the Daisy French onion dip. It's amazing. And the best part, these are delicious as homemade dips because they're made with real herbs and spices and other ingredients you find in your own kitchen. Look for Daisy Dips at a grocery store near you.
Another summer is ended, and you may have noticed that your energy is lower, your workouts aren't as productive, perhaps you aren't sleeping as well and feel foggy all the time. Maybe even your sex drive is off. This is Jeff for Heartland Men's Health, and if you're experiencing some or all of these symptoms, it's likely you have low testosterone. And if that's what's going on with you, don't wait. You need to call us at Heartland Men's Health and get treated for your low T. because living with low testosterone is no way to live. With our low T treatments, if you're like most guys, your life will change considerably. Improved sleep, better energy, greater gains in the gym, better mental clarity, and your sex drive will likely improve as well. Plus, most men see these results in just a few weeks. So call us. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes PSA and T-test and a medical consult. And if you start on testosterone the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 844-447-6600. That's 844-447-6600. Or go to heartlandmenshealth.com.
eBay has reinvented vehicle buying. From click to curb, everything's covered. Ever try to buy a car online and end up in a parking lot with a stranger and some blind trust? That era is over. Now with Secure Purchase, eBay isn't just where you find your car. It's where you buy it, start to finish. Title, financing, registration, delivery, it's all built in. This is the modern way to buy your next ride on eBay. eBay. Things people love. Secure Purchase is powered by Caramel Dealer Services, LLC, an eBay subsidiary.
250 years ago, a promise was made to connect families and friends near and far. And during the holidays, that promise is more important than ever. That's why USPS is building a better network to meet your needs with timely deliveries, easy and affordable ways to ship, and everything you need to make your season full of holiday cheer. Our purpose is delivering your peace of mind, knowing your love will arrive, bringing joy to all. The United States Postal Service. Learn more at USPS.com/holidays.
You need parts? O'Reilly has parts. Get one free set of brake pads when you buy 2 brake rotors. Upgrade to Brake Best Select pads for just $10. Or upgrade to Brake Best Select Pro or Import Direct pads for just $20. Product availability. Just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Now that I'm a dad, I can't stop thinking about what would happen to my kids if something happened to me, like losing the house or not affording college.
Yeah, that used to keep me up at night too. It's why I finally got life insurance from Ethos. It's 100% online. No medical exams, just a few health questions. I got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day.
I never realized it was that simple. Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game.
Rates may vary. Bill monthly. Sample rate 10-year term life policy for a 35-year-old healthy non-smoking male.
Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Northland, 169 Highway southbound gets heavy before Northwest 68th Street. Off again, on again heavy down past Inglewood Road with an accident in the median, but police on the left shoulder causing everybody to slow down and take a look. 29 southbound slows in the 169 Highway interchange. Past that, things move better into downtown. Alan Card, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
That's right. DJ KS over there mixing things up in his Blues hoodie. The Blues play tonight?
You know, I don't know.
Good job.
I should know this, right? If I'm wearing the hoodie. Let's go Blues, baby.
Yeah. So Bob and I went to Nathan's wedding on Saturday. And sometimes when you drive, you don't get to see everything. We were jamming, talking, laughing. Got to go through the wonderful city of Eudora. See the great downtown district of Eudora. Great city. I got a brewery there, cream dog. And we get to the wedding, and I see Rob and his wife Caroline sitting there, and I said, all right, I just got 3 different texts from 3 different people. I said, did you see the catch? And I said, what catch? And I looked at Rob and said, what catch? He goes, you'll see it. And my buddy texted me, he said, Indiana game-saving catch, maybe catch of the year, maybe catch of all time in college football. And then I'm watching on my phone. I'm like, is that Gus Johnson losing his mind?
Mendoza in trouble. It's out. Touchdown! Wow! Oh my God! Unbelievable!
Did he get his foot down?
The ruling of the touchdown.
Control.
Oh my goodness!
Oh my goodness! It's a touchdown.
Oh my gosh!
Setting, timing, play, catch, moment. All of it right there. Mendoza's your Heisman. Indiana's for real. They're going to go to the college football playoff with Signetti and they're making a name for themselves. And by God, that might have been the greatest college football catch I've ever seen, given the moment, given what's on the line, given it like just everything. And then Gus Johnson's audio there, just absolutely losing his effing mind.
Yeah, fun.
I mean, it was just great. Dude.
I won $4.40 on that bet too. Because underdog is now you can start playing on games and having some fun. I'm like, hey, here we go, first opportunity, right? Let's see what's going on the underdog app. I got Indiana versus Penn State. I feel like making a withdrawal. I'll pick Indiana to win. Oh my God, here we are at the end of this game.
Cheers,
holding out hope that Indiana beats Penn State.
Hey, good pull. Good pull.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah, absolutely. Won $4.40 on that one. I thought that would for sure be an easy win. Just when you think it's easy, they don't make them easy.
Because some people will say that, play-by-play guys are, kind of overdoing it. I mean, I don't know if you can overdo a climax.
Mendoza in trouble! It's out! Touchdown! Wow! Oh, my God! Unbelievable! Did he get his foot down? The ruling of the touchdown. Control. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, it's a touchdown. Oh my gosh.
Those are the moments that, I envy for play-by-play announcers. And it's beat up since his text, Gus Gasm is the best. And that's exactly what that was. I mean, because I can only imagine what Mitch Holtis was feeling when he watched the first Super Bowl the Chiefs won in their dynasty run, where Jet Chip Wass gets played, and then you go and win the game in dramatic fashion that you do, or the overtime game, where that all sinks in. Yes, you could have a call that you have, written out, but when moments like that happen, and everybody, you don't have to be an Indiana fan, you don't have to be a college football fan, you just be a fan of sports, and you watch that play, and you're like, my God, the fact that that's not even a pro play, the fact that it was a college play against an unranked Penn State team where Indiana has to keep winning to prove people that they belong. And they made the college football playoff last year, right? Get beat absolutely the brakes off by Notre Dame. It's in South Bend when they play that game, which is kind of interesting because of, the setting. But again, what a play, what a catch, what a call. That's what it's all about. And that was Mendoza's Heisman moment, because we're not even talking about the play that the tight end made before the touchdown catch, which at the time, one of my buddies said he was watching with one of his friends, and the guy goes, we'll be talking about that catch for a long time. And then the next play was the catch that we're only talking about.
Yeah.
So again, what an ending to that game. What an absolute thrill ride that was. And absolutely cool to see the Heisman moments that always seem to happen in college football. I remember when Cam Newton was on his run and he had that run where he was in Auburn, obviously was playing quarterback, and he just broke the entire defense. You're like, that's your Heisman. When Johnny Manziel beat Alabama, you were like, that's your Heisman. And that was a moment yesterday where Mendoza's like, we're not losing this game over my dead body moment. That was your Heisman moment yesterday, and that was the beautiful part about that whole entire game Saturday.
Fun one, fun one to see that Indiana is in that conversation, but it goes to show you what the NIL is all about and how we can move these teams forward, right? You can get the NIL money, and at a basketball school, you can still win.
Yeah, it's great. How long does that guy stay at Indiana?
Well, I think they just extended him, didn't they?
Sure they did.
Yeah.
Signet.
As long as the money continues to pour in.
And they're a high NIL school, right? You were just mentioning.
So,
yeah, I think they make a lot of,
Yeah, I mean, as long as that money continues to roll in, he's not going to go anywhere. It's when, you get those crazy offers out there. I got to talk about Bill Belichick for a second, because I've stopped following the North Carolina thing, by the way. Did he lose again? I have no idea what's going on down there. That's a waste of time. But I did hear over I guess it was Thursday or Friday, WFAN reporting that the Giants were going to fire Brian Daboll getting off the plane against the Denver Broncos a couple of weeks ago when they blew that 33-point lead, and then cooler heads prevailed, and they decided to keep Brian Daboll. But in that conversation was they would consider Bill Belichick to replace Brian Daboll because Bill Belichick loves the Giants, and that is his dream job. If the Giants are going to make a move and fire Brian Daboll, which they should, Bill Belichick has proven, at least in my opinion, he doesn't belong back in the NFL. I think the Bill Belichick lore of coaching, for that matter, I don't think he belongs coaching anymore. I think that kind of has, run its course a little bit right now. And I don't know if Bill Belichick's going to end up being like these guys that we just never let go, Bill Cowher and guys of that nature. Like, your prime has come, your prime is gone, it's time to move along. But I feel like this Bill Belichick cloud is going to be hanging over the NFL until he officially announces that he's done and he's not going to be taking an NFL job. And I don't think anybody, as of right now, should be considering Bill Belichick to come in and run your program. It has not been a great 5 years for Bill Belichick coaching football.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things where maybe a year off would have been best for Bill.
He had it.
Yeah, I mean, maybe a year off again from not going to North Carolina, because if you take this year off, there was going to be at least 4, 5, 6 coaching vacancies open. And without showing anything that you've either lost it or you chose to take a wrong path, you still have the clout that is Bill Belichick. Well, we don't know. Yeah, it went sour once Tom Brady left him at New England, whatever. But then if you're like, hey, he's been out for 2 years, he knows that he's trying to do this.
Yeah.
But again, like I think the ship has sailed with Bill Belichick.
Yeah.
I don't know if people want to deal with that whole package that comes with it, because he's still with Jordan Hudson. Like, she's still there, I would assume. I haven't really put my focus on North Carolina. It just doesn't do it for me.
Right.
Until it does, right? And Pablo Torre comes out of the bushes and drops another bomb on the whole situation, or something happens with, the sideline or whatever, but that's kind of dissipated. But yeah, I just think that the first thing that was always the problem with Bill Belichick is that he just wanted total and absolute control.
Right.
And in a day where, like, there are other people out there that we have seen go from coordinators to head coaches that have been successful, without those guys not knowing what those guys have, you can't literally do that. And Bill Belichick wants to be the GM. He wants to be the president of operations. He wants to be the head coach. Wants to be the defensive coordinator. I'm sorry, man. Like, that's just too much.
Yeah.
And it is what it is. You're also in your mid-70s. Like, you shouldn't be doing all of that. Andy Reid thought about that in Philadelphia. Decided to come to Kansas City and be like, you know what? We'll get rid of this Dorsey guy. We'll let Brett go do all the scouting, I'll do all the draft. Mark, you can handle the stuff up there in the president's office, and Clark, I'll just come to you whenever I need something, and we'll just make this a happy family. Maybe some people would say he's still doing too much, calling the plays and doing all, but again, it's not what he was doing at the beginning,
right.
And that's what Bill Belichick still wanted to do. Because remember, when he was not getting hired in the NFL, people were like, "Are you willing to take like a lesser role that you were doing in New England?" And it was no. It's like, okay, well then we're not hiring.
Yeah,
you.
we're not going to let you control the situation. Those
You've
days,
lost that trust.
Yeah, those days are done. I mean, we're seeing that situation in Cleveland right now. How dysfunctional of a mess that is. We lived that here in Kansas City. How dysfunctional a mess that is. And if Bill Belichick isn't going to come in and play ball, then it's going to be a dysfunctional mess. And people just don't want that, in their franchise. So I think he's kind of dug his grave. I just don't think anybody should be considering Bill Belichick when they're looking to make changes this offseason. Hey, tomorrow's Veterans Day, and it's going to be awesome because Hy-Vee is proud to honor the local veterans and active military. They're giving free breakfast from 6 to 10 a.m. at the Hy-Vee Market Grills for vets tomorrow. So not only that, but Hy-Vee is also going to give veterans 15% off your grocery purchase as well. So if you're a veteran, tomorrow is your day, the 11th, to get into Hy-Vee, grab that free breakfast from 6 to 10 a.m., and then do all of your grocery shopping, because if you're a vet, you're going to get 15% off your grocery purchase tomorrow at Hy-Vee. So that's a pretty good deal that they're doing for the vets tomorrow. Obviously is Veterans Day as well, the anniversary of the Marine Corps and all that kind of great stuff tomorrow. So we'll be celebrating all of the folks who have given their lives for our country, and Hy-Vee is doing the same.
Praise be. Remember when I told you that Binkley loved Eudora, and I wasn't making that up?
Yeah.
We got a text. You're in Eudora? Did you go to Barbed Wire Barbecue? Binkley praises this place all the time and has them in his top 5. Please tell me you didn't miss that opportunity, or at least try their deep-fried deviled eggs.
No, we definitely missed that opportunity.
Yeah, we went through
I will say.
Eudora.
Yeah.
We sneezed and it was gone, and we were on our way to a wedding.
My
But
chance of having those deviled eggs, if they deliver them, that's fine. I don't know that I'm going to make my way through that part of Eudora again.
Somebody says, Bobby's talking about how Eudora had the OG Casey's gas station.
Did on
we saw
24
it,
Highway.
Yeah.
No, it was a different one.
Okay.
There was an OG one back in the day. Yeah, I don't even know if it's there anymore. I think it was 24 Highway going through kind of Eudora and all that kind of stuff. There was like a really like you looked at that gas station and you went, "I'll hold it."
Yeah,
I get that.
Yeah, Casey's has great breakfast pizza, Bobby. Put cheese, bacon, eggs all over. It's fantastic. Coming up on the other side, we'll talk about why Denver, their own town, is moving on from Bo Nix. Believe it or not, it's true. 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
You're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Chiefs football. 96.5 The Fan. Fescoe and Dusty is brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you're waking up this morning and you're saying, I can't conquer the day, I'm so in pain. Well, I've got great news for you, because relief is closer than you think, and it doesn't have to come from a scalpel What if it could come from you? QC Kinetics taps into your own body's regenerative power using natural healing factors that help restore and repair damaged tissue, reduce inflammation, and relieve pain at its source. We're not talking about science fiction. It's your body's comeback story powered by the very cells that built you in the first place. So if you have joint pain, we're not talking about surgery. No pain pills, no long recovery, just your body remembering how to feel alive again. And this Veterans Day, QC Kinetics is giving back to our heroes. Veterans will get $500 off their treatment, and for every non-vet who starts care, QC Kinetics will donate $500 to the Wounded Warrior Project. It's a great time to book your free consultation with appointments available on Saturday. So call QC Kinetics now, 816-412-6299. That's 816-412-6299. Off 435 in State Line and in Gladstone, it's QC Kinetics.
Is your garage door too loud and whining for help? Overhead Door Company of Kansas City will make it all better. They will perform their full 26-task garage door tune-up for just $79. That's just $79 for up to 3 garage doors and openers. You need this done once a year, so why not now? And for just $79. Call Overhead Door Company of Kansas City at 816-221-0072 or schedule online at overheaddoorkc.com.
Hellsberg gifts checked off the list. Now, time for wrapping. Earrings for mom. A gold bracelet to match the rings Danielle wears every day. And for dad, a new watch, because we all know he needs one. All right, this is going to be a good one.
Our favorite things for your favorite people. Shop in store at hellsberg.com for up to 50% off.
Guys, you can feel your energy slipping away, losing what makes you, you. Synergen X and Lotse Center are the original MVPs of testosterone replacement therapy. What makes them the MVPs? Well, they use pharmaceutical-grade testosterone to increase it, and not just those compounds that might exist in other places. Synergen X and Lotse Center are the real experts you can trust for quality care. Most major insurance is accepted, and you can choose between in-person or online appointments. And for a limited time only, visit any Synergen X or Lotse Center for a free hormone consultation and free T-test, and automatically entered for a chance to win either autographed sports memorabilia such as jerseys, balls, or helmets, or you may even win a pair of tickets to a major sporting event in town. Synergen X and Lotse Center are getting you to the top of your game. A TRT MVP. Get in today and get your health back and win. Visit TRTMVP.com. That's TRTMVP.com.
The Drive, weekdays starting at 2 on Kansas City's FM sports station. 96.5 The Fan, KFNZ FM and AM, HD1 and HD2 Kansas City, and Odyssey Sports Station. Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Brought to you by Gann Asphalt and Concrete, one contractor, all things parking lot. Northland 169 Highway southbound. Big problems. You should avoid this if you can. Southbound past Inglewood Road with an accident. Down to one lane at last check. And solid delays from Barry with much of that crawling along. The world's coming to Kansas City, and 2026 is your parking lot ready. Faded lines, potholes, unsafe sidewalks. Gann Asphalt and Concrete is your winning team. One contractor, all things parking lot. Visit GannAsphalt.com today. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
I wonder if that Carolina Panthers guy is singing today.
He should be, right?
If you had 150,000. You haven't seen it, have you, Kramer?
Not at all, no. Is it a good search right now to go find out?
I mean, it's all right. I mean, it's nothing that you need to see, really.
Is it not like, this is our team?
No, it's way better.
True. That guy?
Did he do one this week? Because he got a lot of flack for saying, let's break Rodgers' back. Poor guy. Like, the internet came after him, basically, and just, like, trashed him. Yeah. And then he did, like, an apology. He's like, I didn't, like,
I saw the apology, but he shouldn't have to apologize.
No!
Well, you should apologize because you lost to the Saints.
And you should apologize because you got the Marine Corps birthday wrong.
I
It is
did.
today.
Oh, today is the Marine Corps birthday. My bad.
Happy 250th anniversary
God
to
forbid.
the Marine Corps. Yeah, come on, man.
Jeez, I mean, you know what? I'm just gonna quit life right now because I got that wrong.
They're coming for you, man.
I mean, my God,
Marines
God
don't
forbid,
sleep.
I got it wrong. Oh, my God, sue me.
This would be a cool event. Obviously, you and I could never go together because we'd get kicked out.
That's right. Well, I don't even know what the event is, but I know,
So
yes,
the
that's
celebration
right.
includes traditional events like a ball and a cake cutting ceremony, as well as an official messages and public events hosted throughout the year. So happy birthday to the Marine Corps, 250th anniversary. Wow, man.
My Uncle Rick, Semper Fi, my man.
That's right. Shout out to Jayhawk for life as well. He mentioned your Hy-Vee ad. He says, Hy-Vee does a great job with their Veterans Day breakfast. I go every single year. So shout out to that, man.
Well, Jayhawk for life will be down at the Hy-Vee. If you're a vet, why wouldn't you go to Hy-Vee tomorrow between 6 and 10 a.m. and get that for free breakfast, right?
I'll tell you what, man,
and 15% off your groceries.
That what is it? The deli, not the deli, but like where they have all the food, like the Chinese food, the fried food, and all that.
Yeah.
It's right on the way to like the alcohol compartment.
Oh,
and every time I buy, I'm like, man, those chicken tenders look actually pretty solid.
We went and got Chinese at the Hy-Vee the other day, the lo mein. I mean, my sushi is legit. My daughter always calls, Dad, go to Hy-Vee, get me sushi. Fine. We go get sushi at Hy-Vee. They love it. It's great.
It was an after-hours staple.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I don't want to go to like fast food and get like a burger and fries at 9:30. I mean, I could, but it's not good. And so I would go get the sushi at like 9:30, and I'd go in, get it, drive home, and my sinuses were cleared because I eat way too much of the horseradish / wasabi.
I love wasabi, man. That stuff clears you out.
Okay, so we talk about the bye week and how you can win without playing. I think it's however you want to look at it. But Colin Cowherd on Awful Announcing's article suggests that Sean Payton could move on from Bo Nix, saying, quote, he's significantly worse quarterback this year than he was last year.
I think that's a fair statement to make. And look, I'm a Bo Nix, truther, if you will, or however you want to say it. I like Bo Nix, but I'm willing to say, wow, he's really regressed, in my opinion anyway, this year. The interesting part about this story is not that Colin says is that Colin is friends with Sean Payton. And so when you're friends with the coach and you're relaying this information, you add 1 + 1, and that equals 2, right? And so if Colin's saying it, a lot of people are linking it back to the fact that, Sean Payton is saying it. But you also have an 8-2 football team right now. And that's why this offseason, I think, Dusty, is compelling for Denver. Like, what do you do about the quarterback position? Let's say you do win the division with Bo Nix. Can you change your quarterback going into next season if you're the Denver Broncos?
I mean, look, and to give some context to what Cowherd said is he says basically Peyton is an impatient guy. He also understands the urgency at quarterback, unlike a lot of coaches in this league. I wonder because the roster, the O-line is set, the D-line is set, the pass rush and the receivers. With Sean Payton drafting their quarterback, I'm dead serious. Bo Nix has regressed badly. His completion percentage is now towing that backup quarterback line. His pass rating has plummeted. He is significantly worse quarterback this year than he was last year. That was Colin's quote on it. And I think when you look at what Bo Nix is doing, yes, they are 8-2. But they are 8-2 in spite of him, if that makes sense.
Yeah, of course.
I think that they are winning because of everything other than Bo Nix. Now, I will give him all the credit in the world. That Giants game, they did come back and win in the fourth quarter, outscoring the New York Giants 33-13, which you had mentioned and previously said that's the one where they on the flight home. They're like, hey, should we get rid of this day ball guy? No. Let's just relax. And I think the day ball firing is inevitable at this point.
I think at this point in time, they're not losing games because of talent anymore. They're losing games because they're not coached properly. And when you collapse like that, that is coaching.
I mean, they were up 17-3 yesterday in Chicago on the road. Obviously, Dark getting hurt was a huge detriment to their rest of the game because Russell Wilson just should stop
playing. Somebody needs to just call him and say, you need to stop playing, man. You're embarrassing yourself out here.
But it's not just us here, and I've said this and I'll continue to say this all week. I hate the Denver Broncos because I think it's okay to have sports hate. You should. If you want to be a continued fan, you should have something that you absolutely hate and something that you absolutely love. And then when they happen to mesh up against each other, it makes it that much better. And it's not just us saying this about Bo Nix. Obviously, this is Colin Cowherd. We know that Sean Payton, we've seen this before, does get very charismatic on the sideline when things don't go their way. And Bo Nix has not been good. I mean, a team that you beat 31-0 and shut them out. The Raiders beat that or lost, or the Broncos beat that same team 10-7.
Right.
And the Broncos, I don't think it's very hard to realize this, are a much better team than the Raiders. But again, if Geno Smith is the quarterback for the Broncos, are they the same team?
Right.
And that's a dead ass question. Like, I'm dead serious. And if Geno Smith is the quarterback for the Broncos, are they 8-2? I think the answer is probably yes, because they are winning games with their defense. Now you can go look at their wins that they have. They compiled up against teams. Yeah, they beat the Philadelphia Eagles. Good for them. They're 8-2. They're winning their games. They're doing exactly what they're supposed to do. They lead the AFC West. But can Bo Nix be that quarterback against a team? Yes, the Chiefs are 5-4. They're not a playoff team right now. They're not the same record as the Denver Broncos. But can Bo Nix withstand an entire game against a legit, capable playoff type of team? And I don't know if that answer is yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think that people in Denver believe that answer either. I think there are people in Denver that also think the same thing of, gosh, man, like what's going to happen when we actually play like a really good team later on in the season when everybody has their identity? And Denver's going to get that question this week against the Kansas City Chiefs.
They're thinking about it right now. I mean, that's all people in Denver are talking about. I read the text message from my neighbor this morning whose buddy's out in Denver already panicking about this game. But I think the bigger question is, if you are the Denver Broncos, what are you going to do this offseason? If you're down on Bo Nix, then that's fine. You can make a change at that quarterback position. But are you going to draft a guy? Are you going to go out there and get a rookie? Are you going to go out and sign a veteran and then draft a rookie? Like, what is going to be your plan? Because if you do go out and draft a quarterback in the first round, if you're the Denver Broncos this year, well, then you can't keep Bo Nix around. And then he becomes a guy that you could look to potentially trade, this offseason, whether it's to the Jets or another, organization that's looking to improve at their quarterback position. And so there's a lot for, I think, Denver to go out there and try to figure out. The more they win, though, the more difficult it makes it to move away from Bo Nix. If you win the division and you knock off the Chiefs for the first time in a decade and win the division and go to the playoffs, let's just say you win a playoff game, how do you move on from your quarterback? I think it's a very, very tough thing to do if you are the Denver Broncos. And they also, too, and I'm not trying to tell them how to do their business, but, like, if this continues to get out there, it's going to make things go south inside that locker room. So I do want this stuff to continue to get out there, that this organization is not happy with Bo Nix. Even though they're sitting at 8-2, they don't think he's good. And you heard him get booed off the field on Thursday night.
Bo Nix against those Raiders was 16-28 for 150 passing yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Against the Houston Texans, who would lose C.J. Stroud in that game, he was 18 of 37 for 173, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. I mean, I can go to what the Vegas Raiders are on defense, but I mean, this is what they are when they play. They are against the pass. They are 15th. They give up 214 yards. You were 75 yards short of their average that they give up. Points they give up a game is 24.4. You scored 10. Now, again, maybe that's their recipe. Score 17, give up 10. We'll win every single game that way. You can compare them to the Chiefs last year, but it's not the same team, and I think we all know that. We said this last week. I don't know what's more true to their record: the Denver Broncos being 8-2, the Chiefs being 5-4.
Yeah.
I mean, and we'll see. I mean, again, we go back to this about how Bo Nix has been playing. The Broncos, who are 8-2, and the Chiefs, who are 5-4, playing on the road against the Denver Broncos. Vegas has the Chiefs as a 4-point favorite.
Go out there and take care of business. But the Chiefs are going to have to play a good game of football. They can't go out there and just play a C game. They're going to have to play their A game from here on out, because every opponent that they're going to face is going to be the A game from here on out. Here's a little update on this ESPN situation. I don't know if you guys are YouTube subscribers or not. This is bull bleep, if you will. And that's what Mike Florio referred to it as, actually, too. To get your $20 refund if you're a YouTube subscriber for the Disney channels, you now have to go fill out a rebate claim. They're not just giving you a $20 credit on your bill. Talk about shady moves from YouTube TV to do something like that to their customers. They're in a dispute, and instead of just giving everybody it's like the Menards receipt. You got to go cash in to get the rebate. That's what they're doing at YouTube TV right now. You've got to go fill out a rebate form to get your $20 back this month from ESPN and ABC. So if you are a YouTube subscriber, make sure you fill out that damn rebate and get your $20, because they're being shady about it. They're not just giving you the $20 on your bill. That's scumbaggish.
It's like Planet Fitness.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to cancel your gym membership, you got to go to the gym that you signed up for, and you got to cancel it in person. Why can't I just do it over the phone?
Right.
Well,
heck, I canceled YouTube TV a month ago, and I'm glad I did, because that got expensive.
It's very expensive right now. You need a box.
Heck, I need an antenna, honestly.
Yeah, that works too. It definitely
make a comeback. Let's go.
But I mean, people are over this now. They are absolutely done with it. And it's ESPN being selfish, trying to get you to just buy their app is what they're trying to do through all of this. And they're trying to see how many people will buy their app, and when they don't get enough subscriptions over the next couple of weeks, then they'll go back to YouTube TV and agree to whatever the carriage rights fees are.
What'd you tweet yesterday about the microphones not working at Red Zone?
Oh, I blame the commercials for that.
Yeah,
the commercials. Yeah,
I blame them.
Yeah.
You can't get a working microphone, but you can get extra money from commercials. That's weird.
Something's fishy.
No doubt. Coming up on the other side, we'll do it every Monday. Who the best team is. We'll discuss why we believe it. And also, I couldn't believe that they called this a personal foul in yesterday's game. And you think I have a problem with it. You should hear what Michael Strahan has to say. We'll dive into that on the other side here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Good morning, Kansas City. This is George Karlaftis, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Chiefs football, 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues.
BetMGM is coming soon to Missouri. On November 17th, sports fans in Missouri can pre-register and get up to $1,500 paid back in bonus bets if their first bet loses, plus an additional $100 in bonus bets if they deposit before December 1st. Enjoy a betting app that was designed for game day with features like live bets, same-game parlays, BetMGM reward points, and surprise boosts dropping in your account all throughout the season. It's everything a sports fan could want in one app. Pre-registration is coming soon to Missouri on November 17th. BetMGM, make it legendary. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 and older only. Missouri only. New customer offer. Subject to eligibility requirements and minimum deposit of $10. Bonus bets are non-withdrawable and expire in 7 days. Please gamble responsibly. Pending BetMGM's licensure as a mobile sports wagering operator with the Missouri Gambling Commission register for a Missouri online sports wagering account 1117. BetMGM's insurance of welcome offer is conditional on full licensure.
At Casey's, when someone asked for a cup of coffee that wouldn't put them in debt, but still had freshly ground beans, rich flavor, and a price that starts with a 9 and ends with a D9 cents, we were too nice to say no. Any size darn good coffee, just 99 cents with Casey's Rewards. Limited time only. See store for details.
Hey guys, it's Dusty Likens, and that cool weather's moving in, that hot weather's moving out, but keep it hot in the bedroom. And if you're struggling with erectile dysfunction, just remember that ED is nothing more than a medical condition. Studies show that around 50% of men over the age of 50 have some form of the condition, and young men can be affected by ED as well. But what you may not know is that ED stems from a variety of causes, and these often call for differing treatment strategies. And that's what Heartland Men's Health does. Heartland Men's Health treatments work when the pills or the herbals fail. They have treatments with success rates well over 90%. Some treatments can even have you last an hour or more. Heartland Men's Health successfully treating men in the Kansas City area. So, if ED has been affecting your intimacy, schedule a consult with Heartland Men's Health today. Your initial visit is only $99 and includes a medical consult with a licensed medical provider and a T and PSA test, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if the test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. They have an expert staff, and if you are like a lot of men, you could be having sex the day after your appointment. They have 3 locations to serve you: Overland Park, Kansas; Independence, Missouri, between Blue Springs and Lee Summit; and in North Kansas City. So call my friends at Heartland Men's Health today at 844-447-6600 or visit heartlandmenshealth.com.
Within the cities we call home, Busey Bank is more than a name. It's a commitment to your dreams. With Busey, trusted guidance is tailored to empower you every step of the way. Whether it's seamlessly managing your finances or planning for your future, Busey is dedicated to your financial success. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Member FDIC.
I'm worth more.
I'm worth a little more.
I'm worth a lot more.
You are worth more, and your car is worth more at GiveMeTheVin.com.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
You think you understand how this business works, but you don't.
Landman, TV's biggest phenomenon, returns to Paramount Plus. From Taylor Sheridan, co-creator of Yellowstone, starring Billy Bob Thornton.
You have to know the rules of the game and bend them, and you really have to know them to break them.
Demi Moore.
I want success. Get it for me.
Andy Garcia, Ali Larter, and Sam Elliott.
You don't even know the game you're playing, do you?
Landman, new season, streaming November 16th, only on Paramount Plus.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility, he knows keeping the line up and running is a top priority. That's why he chooses Grainger. Because when a drive belt gets damaged, Grainger makes it easy to find the exact specs for the replacement product he needs. And next-day delivery helps ensure he'll have everything in place and running like clockwork. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. All so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Now that I'm a dad, I can't stop thinking about what would happen to my kids if something happened to me, like losing the house or not affording college.
Yeah, that used to keep me up at night too. It's why I finally got life insurance from Ethos. It's 100% online. No medical exams, just a few health questions. I got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day.
I never realized it was that simple. Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game.
Rates may vary. Bill monthly. Sample rate 10-year term life policy for a 35-year-old healthy non-smoking male.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the DM Injury Law Studios. Mike's got this. Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Northland 169 highway southbound moving better. Earlier accident at Inglewood Road has cleared. There was a problem in the backup. That's out of the way as well, and things are moving pretty well from Barrie all the way into downtown. 291 northbound now just briefly slow approaching Hidden Valley Road. This is also moving a little better. Earlier accident there, not quite as heavy. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
Just trying to do the Lord's work. YouTube TV, sign in on a browser, go to settings, updates, click claim credit. Do it. From the 816. Got to go out of your way, though. Just, hey, I don't want to do it.
Just give me a $20 bill credit. Why make me jump through hoops?
GetMeTheVin.com. Yeah, it should be so easy you could do it in your underwear, YouTube
Right.
TV.
Exactly.
Take notes. You think Michael Strahan was pissed yesterday?
Yes, I think he was, yeah.
Were you watching this game at all at the moment?
Oh, yeah. Oh, not at the moment.
Okay.
I was not, no.
Well, they had it on Red Zone when it happened.
Okay.
There's a couple of people over at the house were watching the game, and as soon as I saw the flag throw, I'm like, they're going to do it, aren't they? And my buddy's like, what? And I was like, they're going to call roughing the passer.
Mm-hmm.
And if you didn't see the play, Lamar Jackson gets sacked like you would.
Right, normal sack.
But apparently, all the body weight, because gravity is undefeated on Earth. That's just kind of the way, right?
Kind of the way it
Newton
is.
tried to tell us that back in the day.
He did,
Yeah.
he did. And then invented the fig instead, right?
And then this was Michael Strahan's reaction on the Fox setup after the game.
All right, welcome to the Rising Halftime. Michael barely containing himself over that call there.
That was a bad call. You're talking about getting to the side and getting your weight off a quarterback. It's impossible in the flow of the game. He's just trying to make a play. He's going to hurt himself trying to avoid hurting somebody else. Any other person on that field, if you get hit like that, they just move on to the next one.
Next time they pancake a defensive lineman, I want to see it.
At what point do we realize quarterbacks play football too? We're all playing football.
That's where I kind of do take a little bit of umbrage there. The call was bad, right?
Howie Long said defensive linemen should get pancaked.
Yeah, when they get pancaked, right? I think Howie obviously kind of being
Get off my lawn.
right? But both can be true, as we like to say, right? In these situations, and I think yes, was it a bad call? You better believe it was a bad call. It was the perfect sack. It was a defensive back coming in and just. I mean, I don't know how else to say it other than just tackling Lamar Jackson and sacking him. And it was one of those where Lamar looked to his right and saw the guy coming and was like, uh-oh. And the guy got sandwiched and he got sacked. And that's nothing intentional. That is nothing too aggressive, if you will. That was just a full speed sack that we don't see many of anymore in the NFL, and maybe the ref was kind of startled by it. But that was a bad call. But when Strahan says, at what point are we going to realize quarterbacks play football too? We're all playing football. That's where I say, but we aren't, because the quarterback is a different person than everybody else on the field. And teams don't lose their identity if a defensive lineman goes down for the year. You lose everything when your quarterback goes down for the year. And I'd rather have a call like that be kind of on the fence, if you will, than have them go back to the old days where quarterbacks would get hurt, because we need these quarterbacks to play. The game is better when we have our greats playing the quarterback position.
I also think they need to have and I know it makes the game slower, so a lot of people are probably not in favor of it, but if they call that play, have a huddle on the field with your other judges or umpires, whoever's out there, and be like, okay, what's the call? Roughing the passer. Okay, why is it roughing the passer? Well, he put all his body weight on him. Hey, Carl.
Yeah.
Here's the deal. Like, what's he supposed to do? After review, there is no penalty on the play. Now, because you could say the same thing that, like, Norman Lott should have gotten a flag, what he did to Jalen Hurts.
Right, yeah.
That was way more violent than what happened to Lamar Jackson, and there was no call. And then this call happens, and you're like, where's the line of, demarcation where it comes to, like, this is okay, this is not okay?
Because you would see something different than I see something, just like anything in life.
Now, I would understand that, like, if the safety that blitzed, or who, I think it was a safety, maybe it was a corner.
The guy was wearing, like, number 12 or 15.
At this point, it doesn't matter anymore, right?
Right,
Like,
but I'm saying
Benito
it's a safety. That you could see the body. He looked like a wide receiver.
Right, yeah. If he would have, like, picked him up and then stick and drive to the ground, I'd be like, okay.
Right.
He just came around the corner with all of his momentum. He hit him, and then they fell to the ground, and it looked violent. But, again, I need to remind you, apparently, they are playing football.
It's football. Yeah, it is football.
I know they're out for the safety, but it's not like Lamar Jackson was running, the guy dove at his head. It's not like Lamar Jackson was, blindsided, picked up, kicked, run amok in the ground. It was a football play that we have all seen our whole lives. And I think if it wasn't, we wouldn't have this reaction or this 5-minute topic of we still don't know what we're doing as an officiating crew in the NFL.
Well, and that's also, too, in college football.
Forward progress play to Derek Johnson.
Right, exactly. Yeah, it's as bad as call as that was. But also, too, like, we get in college football now where they review it to see if it's targeting and all that kind of stuff. Why can't we relook at a penalty like that in the NFL just to make sure we get the play right? Because that wasn't targeting, that wasn't excessive. That was as good a form tackle, guys, as you see. Like, he did exactly what they teach you to do when you're a kid. Head up, eyes up, wrap up, drive through the player and put him on the ground. And that's exactly what he did. And you can sit here and say that we're being too ticky-tacky. I don't mind it because the quarterbacks need to be protected, but that is also one where you do need to let go. When a defensive back or a defensive end or anybody has a free path to the quarterback, they're going to come full speed and take advantage of it because you just don't see that happen a lot in the NFL. And so I don't like the fact that it was, penalized, but I also understand why it was penalized, if that makes sense. We're protecting our quarterbacks.
Right. And again, pardon us, apparently it was Dallas Turner, a linebacker. Then it was Turner. He's a D end. So
okay.
But yeah, it's like the thing is, and somebody says this: can we all just acknowledge football as a modern day gladiator ring and we enjoy it? I agree to that to an extent. I mean, I think some people would get offended by calling it a gladiator ring, but again, I know what you're meaning. I know what you say. Exactly. Like, we know what the game is.
Right.
Like, you watch Isaiah Pacheco run, you're like, that guy's not going to play till he's 35 because of the way that he runs. You're calling what it is. And then I disagree with some of the text on here because I completely agree that it shouldn't be a flag, but at the same time, that's the rule, so it's a flag, and we would want it. I mean, I don't. Like, that's just, that rule is taking the integrity away from football, and I think when we see plays like this happen, that's what the football world of the NFL should go back and, have the analysis be like, okay, what are we doing here? Because, again, it's maybe a little bit of sarcasm from the 913, but also some truth. Then don't let quarterbacks run. Right? We celebrate the tough runs with Mahomes lowers his shoulder. Yeah. Allen does the same thing, but they aren't the same. I totally agree. But, yeah.
So there you go. I mean, it was said,
Thanks, Eric.
Yeah.
But you are. Because it's power v. power. It's man versus man. It's, blood, sweat, tears, all that in one thing. So, yeah, I mean, like, I get it. It's a bad call, but again, we still, to me, the problem with it is like it's messing with the integrity. Because if that is in fact the DN or the linebacker for Minnesota, and he's coming around making that play, that should be, if you're at Ohio State, that should get you a Buckeye on the back of your helmet.
Yeah,
great play.
That's
kid.
A great play.
Here's 2. Loss of down, sack, great tackle, 3 Buckeyes on the back of your helmet. Now in the NFL, he's going to get a check from Roger Goodell on Monday morning saying, sorry about the late hit, or sorry about the aggressive sack. $10,321, whatever the.
Oh man, I hope there's no fine involved with that. There doesn't need to be a fine.
We'll find out. I mean, the only thing that we do know that got fined and suspended was that idiot for the Washington Commanders who punched a referee.
Well, yeah,
last
that's
night.
stupid. Yeah,
he's already been suspended.
Yeah, but we don't need to go out there and suspend for that kind of tackle. Again, there's 2 ways to look at it. Was it the wrong call? Yes, but was the idea right? I hate to say that because I'm so over everybody just yelling good idea when people do things now, even if it's not a good idea. I understand what the referees are tasked with. They're tasked with protecting the quarterback. At all costs, you need to protect the quarterback. Do you go over the line sometimes? Yeah, it happens. But I think every fan who's an NFL fan has benefited one way or another from a roughing the passer call that maybe you thought was a little ticky-tacky. We've all benefited from this stuff.
Yeah, I remember Tom Brady got one against Chris Jones in the AFC Championship
exactly.
game.
Yeah.
Flicked his helmet.
Right. And then Patrick Mahomes gets his calls. We've all been a victim, and we've all been a beneficiary of these calls.
From the 816, Dusty sounds more and more like Binkley as he gets older. LOL. Yeah, I mean, I think Binkley would have the same take on this. I think everybody has the same take.
Everybody has the same take.
It's a tag.
Yeah.
It's a sack, man.
Yeah, it was a sack. It never should have been a flag.
Because what somebody said also is like, he wrapped his hands around him. So like he's just supposed to go full butterfly and like tackle the guy?
Because then you know what happens? He gets out of it and he runs for 30
Buffalo
yards.
Bill pose and tackle the guy?
No, he'll get out of that and then run for 30 yards and then get the first down. You're like, well, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I don't know if I'm allowed to tackle at this point in time. We have seen that in the NFL for the better part of this generation. I mean, it goes back to who was the quarterback for Tennessee that has since passed away? Was it McNair? I think it was McNair against the Giants. They had him wrapped up and they let him go because they thought that's what you're supposed to do. The whistle never blew. McNair went and scored a touchdown. Giants lost the game. So this happens in the NFL all the time. And so, we're in an era now where you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. So, you're supposed to wrap up and do a proper form tackle. That's what that was. Enough. If you're mad and you thought that was a hard tackle, maybe football isn't your sport. And I'm being serious about that. If you're complaining about that sack from that defensive end for the Minnesota Vikings, I'm going to be honest with you. Football's not your sport, and you should find something else.
Yeah, somebody says, or when Chris Jones was flagged for sacking Derek Carr and threw the ball at the same time.
Yeah, another one.
We're like, how is that? I mean, you're a Raider guy, and you're like, well, we got away with that one.
Hey, it worked for us then.
Right.
But I'm cool with it.
Yeah, for sure.
It's crazy. That's a great example right there. How was that a penalty? And again, like I said, we've all benefited and we've all been victims of that roughing the passer call.
I really forgot about that play. Wow.
I did too.
Nice.
Yeah, I did too. And now I'm watching it in my mind going, how was that a penalty?
Dude, I was hyped.
And somebody says on the text line as well, that play against Lamar was a penalty, but the play 2 weeks ago against C.J. Stroud wasn't a penalty.
That's right.
Was it not a penalty? I don't remember.
When he got concussed?
Yeah.
No, because I think he hit his head on the thing, on the turf.
Right. Yeah. But that's cool.
But you can't penalize the turf, I guess.
No. Yeah, so I don't know.
Just change it to grass.
Yeah, but even still, you're hitting your head on
That's
it.
true.
Yeah, and at this time of the year, it's frozen in a lot of places.
And those Guardian caps look nice. I'll put it to saying nice.
They look safe.
Ish.
Yeah. Yeah. Somebody says, Chris Jones tapping Brady on the helmet in the place. Yeah.
Again. Yeah, another one.
And what did he say to Matt? What did he say to Matt Ryan in that Colts game?
Yeah, we still don't know that one.
Still want to know.
He was flagged because of saying something.
Yeah, and they got the first down, and then the Colts ended up going on to win the game.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the hell did he say?
That's right. What did he say in that game? So there you go. I mean, we see these penalties all the time. But again, if you thought that was an intense sack, football isn't your game. Sorry, just going to be that guy today.
Right. Somebody says our Poos broke the record again for that decimal record when Chris Jones didn't get that strip sack.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought my buddy was going to rip the TV off the wall and throw it out the window like you see those viral videos. So.
Oh, yeah.
So Monday morning, again, there's two teams tonight. Packers, Philadelphia should be a pretty good Monday night football game tonight between the Eagles and the Packers. But we did this last week. We talked about the gap between the AFC teams. Now we can talk about all the NFL teams. Who is right now, in your guys' opinion, the best team in the NFL?
Yeah, I ask you guys this literally every week, and I do it. And I told you last week, I said I'm not doing it because I'm losing my mind. I'm doing it because every Monday, guys, we've had a different conversation about who the best team is right now in the NFL. And I think I have 3 people that have entered the chat, right? And I'm not putting the Chiefs in because right now they're 5-4 and they're on the outside looking in. This is a big week for the Chiefs. Go out there and decimate Denver, right? Make them dissipate out of the division lead. Let's go. Kick their ass. But not right now, you're not part of that conversation. For me, I think it's Seattle, New England, and the Rams. I think they've all entered the chat, in my opinion, this week, as the best team in the NFL. I don't know where you guys are standing.
No Colts?
No, I'm just, I don't know. It's just, I can't still with Daniel Jones. It looked like Steve Buscemi out there yesterday with, look, man, I watched that guy play for the Giants for all these years. This is with the real Daniel Jones stand up. This is more of a fraud than what we've seen all those years with the Giants, right? Now, if he continues to play like this, and, we're sitting here at the end of the season, maybe, but we're talking right now, in my opinion, it's Seattle, New England, and Rams. They've all kind of entered the chat for the best teams in the NFL. I don't know where you guys stand on that.
I would go with more of the lines. I like the Rams. Rams, Matthew Stafford just throws and throws and throws, and it seems like it doesn't matter who the wide receiver is, they'll catch it. I would say Rams Patriots, I do like. I think Colts, you have to put him on there. I think you have to.
Yeah.
Even though the Daniel Jones may not be Daniel Jones that you think he is, but I think he's also the Daniel Jones that got paid that following season after. I think Daniel Jones has looked incredible.
He has. There's no doubt. But I still look at him and I go, no.
And then I'm still a believer in the Buccaneers. I just can't go.
Okay, that's a good point. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, those are my 4.
They've kind of fallen off though recently, haven't they? The Bucs.
Yeah, I mean, they lost this week.
Yeah, they lost this week, but
and that was a good quality win by New England, and it was at home.
I'm still a believer in Baker.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's going to fight until the end of his time.
Oh yeah, that's the one thing you can count on with Baker. That dude's a fighter, man.
Yeah, I mean, I look at a lot of things maybe differently, but I look at like the point differential when it comes to like being one of the better teams. Because if you're winning, but you're let's say again, you're the Jacksonville Jaguars, you're a playoff team at 5-4, but your point differential is -15. Like, where have you?
That's bad.
Yeah, you're winning games barely, which you beat the Chiefs. Congratulations, 31-28. But then you're losing other games by more than 3 or 4 points. So you're at -15. The Steelers, I talked about this earlier, they're -8 in point differential, but they're the 4th seed in the playoffs. Whereas you look at the Colts plus 115, they lead the league in point differential. Number 2 is Seattle Seahawks at 103. Number 3 is the Los Angeles Rams at 98. Number 4 is the Detroit Lions at 83. Want to guess who number 5 is?
Chiefs.
That's right, 76. So I look at point differential when I look at teams that are actually the best teams in football. I think Seattle needs to be in there. But if you want to have the same conversation with Bob Fescoe, then you could say, well, I saw what Sam Darnold did once the season got into nut cutting time last year, and he folded like a $2 tent.
And that's fine.
But the emergence of JSN has been insane. Their 2-back set with Kenny Walker and Charbonnet is great.
They performed amazing yesterday.
Yeah, and that's the second game in a row. They've been up 28-0 in the first half. So when you're outscoring your opponents 56-0 in back-to-back
that game
weeks,
was over before the quarter ended.
and go watch the one before, the week before on Sunday Night Football or whatever they played Washington, I think is who it was. They beat them in the first quarter.
And the defense was swarming in that game against Arizona. Again, it's Arizona, but still, I like Seattle. I like what they're doing. They're quietly having themselves a good year, and I say quietly because they're up there in the middle of nowhere and they get forgotten about. It's just kind of based on their location and.
Right.
They're not a brand name team, right? It's not Seattle. I remember them from the 60s or something like that. They're a fairly new team that has a little bit of success, but it's not one of these teams that you mention all the time. So for me, that's how my mind works. I tend to forget about Seattle, but I got them on my list now.
But as of November 10th, going into the final game of Week 10 and going into Week 11, I would say that New England has to be in there. Yep. They have the MVP favorite, Drake May. They've lived up to the expectations. They beat Buffalo in Buffalo. And they beat Tampa Bay on the road in not so great conditions. We haven't really seen Drake May play in those games. I know that was part of the commentary in that game yesterday in the Tom Brady Bowl, but that was one of those things. Like, have we seen Drake May play in a game where, Mother Nature might have, a defense set up or how that's going to work? They beat Tampa Bay. I think New England has to be in that category. I think the Colts have to be in that category until you can stop Jonathan Taylor or prove to me that their point differential is false because they only played these teams. It's still 113. If they're playing the Titans and they're beating the Titans 38-3, they're beating the snot out of the Titans and they're doing their job. It's like when the Raiders and the Chiefs play and you're like, well, the Chiefs won 31-0.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Denver played that team and they won 10-7. Tell me the difference in the teams. Again, that's where that point differential to me is so vitally important. The Rams to me are the best team in football right now. They have a great defense. It's young. It's ferocious. It's fantastic. They have a dynamite head coach. They have a fantastic quarterback. They've got the receiving core in Puka and in Devontae Adams, and they've got Kyron Williams, man in the backfield, and that defense, that offense, to me right now, the best team in football is the Los Angeles Rams.
You mentioned the dynamic coach, right? And I've got my biases towards him a lot, and I think he's fantastic, but he's also been reborn, if you will. I mean, I go back to that story and that article I was reading, what was it, 2 weeks ago, about how he had the call from the head coach of Boise State at the time, or I guess it was Washington at the time, and I'm drawing a blank on it, Chris something or other. He's on the desk on College, game day for Fox, right? And he was the former coach of Boise State that went on to Washington and burned out. And he looked at, Sean McVay and said, I feel like you're headed down the same road that I am. Reached out to Sean McVay and kind of changed his outlook on life. And for the last year or so, Sean McVay looks like a coach that's been reborn, guys. He looked like a coach that was ready to walk away. And we talked about that 2 years ago or whatever. He was ready to walk away, go do TV. Is Sean McVay going to come back? Is Sean McVay going to come back? And he got rejuvenated, reborn, whatever the case may be, and he bounced back in a major way as the head football coach, in LA right now. And he doesn't get mentioned enough for how great a football coach he is out in Los Angeles, because they got rid of all their draft picks. They got a quarterback with a bad back. They continue to find ways to just get the job done out there. I don't think Sean McVay gets enough credit.
I mean, in all reality, he could be up for Coach of the Year.
Should be. Yeah, absolutely should be.
I mean, it's probably going to go to Vrabel. I would think he's got slam dunk, run away,
I would
Coach
imagine.
of the Year honors.
Probably they shut the betting odds off on that one. You probably can't bet on that one anymore. But
I'd give it to McVay because he got Harrison Mevis on the team, so I'm always
good.
The
kicker, baby.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
Go.
6 for 6, extra points. Let's go.
That's right.
You got to love that.
My guy.
Big. I mean, I was asking for the Chiefs to get him when we thought Harry Butker was
right.
running out. Coach of the Year favorite, Mike Vrabel at plus 145.
Wow, still plus money on that.
Tied with Shane Steichen at plus 145.
Oh, that's fair. But, I think with the East Coast bias and the way that the Patriots are back and everybody loves Vrabel and what he's doing, they're propping Vrabel up this year like he is an unbelievable next generation Andy Reid, and he very well may be.
As they should.
And he very well may be.
So here's a question for you two. I'll stay out of it. Who deserves Coach of the Year more if this happens? The Ravens win the North, the Chiefs win the West.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to go with the Chiefs because
you bias homer, pitch award winning, cop pullover.
I didn't get the credit for winning
laughing.
the pitch. Only Dana and Parks got credit for winning the pitch award this year. I didn't get any credit for that.
Hey, congrats, Bob.
Thank you very much,
no
Kramer.
problem.
Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Here's why. Because you still have to hold the coach accountable for starting 1-5 or whatever it was that they started, right? You got into a deep hole. You found yourself in a place you couldn't get out of early on. Yeah, you turned it around late, but we can't forget about the beginning of the season. And because you put yourself in a disadvantage, getting yourself out of that disadvantage, to me, doesn't qualify you as Coach of the Year.
I'm going Chiefs as well. This is not a homer bias.
No,
pick
you're a
at
Raider
all.
fan. That's fine.
And it's also because of the division, too. I mean, that AFC North, they might beat up on each other, but the Broncos are, 8-2. The Chargers are 8-2. If the somehow
7-3.
Or 7-3, whatever it is. But if, say, somehow the Chiefs do win this division, you're giving it to Andy because of what they have to do to get there. And, it's not that hard to get through the AFC North at this point in time.
At this point in time, the AFC North has really taken a step back.
Mm-hmm.
Really taken a step back because Pittsburgh, all of a sudden, I think this weekend we kind of
Pittsburgh, more like Blanksburg, am I right?
more like old man playing quarterback Berg.
He looked bad.
He looked bad this
so
week.
Bad.
As bad as Russell Wilson did.
His safety,
yes,
his safety got in the end zone. Khalil Mack was like, "I'm going to fake this and watch this," and he fell right into the safety.
That safety just looked like an old man.
Ugh.
Like trying to send soup back at a deli.
Yep.
And he fell down.
By the way, someone noted this on the text line as well. No one in the AFC North has a plus point differential. It's all negative.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Insane.
The leader of the division, 5-4, and the Baltimore Ravens are going to come back and win that division. John Harbaugh is going to win Coach of the Year, and Lamar Jackson going to win MVP.
No, stop.
Okay.
No.
You can't win Coach of the Year for digging yourself. You put yourself at that disadvantage.
He lost his quarterback,
and Lamar Jackson's played less and less and less games in order to be MVP.
Yeah.
Okay.
He lost him for a game or two, maybe.
He was out for 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Yeah, but still, you were already on a path downward. Now, I don't think you can get that now. There's too many other coaches who've done a good job, like Shane Steichen this year. You mentioned the guy from Indianapolis.
Stud.
Unbelievable job that he's doing this year. Vrabel. There's so many other guys.
Somebody says right now, Chiefs to win their division and Ravens is plus 249.
Hey, Ben Johnson, he might be a little sneaky guy. The Bears keep winning.
Yeah, I don't know where
Yeah, the
he's
world
at,
loves
but
Ben Johnson, but I still think Vrabel to me
Vrabes, yes.
Vrabel and Steichen, as long as those two guys continue to do what they're doing right now, save when they play us, you got to look at a situation where one of those guys is going to be your Coach of the Year and should be your Coach of the Year.
Agreed.
Andy Reid plus 15,000 along with Brian Schottenheimer, John Harbaugh, Nick Sirianni, Matt LaFleur. Sean McVay plus 2,500. He is fourth in odds.
Wow.
So there you go. He's supposed to be good, though.
Yeah,
so the Ravens
are
are supposed to be good.
Yeah.
So he's not going to get it. But, I would.
But it's hard to be good year in and year out when you're supposed to be good. And that's why I keep going back to what this Chiefs team has done for a decade. Every game, as you've seen this year alone, every game that they play is the Super Bowl for that opponent. And then the following week, the opponent just poops to bed and gives up on life.
It's also interesting to me, and I'm not trying to throw shade at Sean McVay, that Kyle Shanahan has worse odds than Sean McVay. And he's been doing it with Mac Jones. I don't understand the award. I don't understand a whole lot about life, other than the fact that I'm turning into Bingley, and I'm definitely okay with that. Coming up on the other side, our NFL parlay.
Pizza cutter.
That's right. Coming up, our NFL parlay, we take you back to talk about it. Thanks a lot, Kramer. 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
This is Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Royals baseball. 96.5 The Fan, brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues.
Extra, read all about it.
This is James Hawkins, president of Golden Oak Lending. The Federal Reserve just dropped interest rates again. And that means you can save even more money on your mortgage. If you've been waiting for the right time to refinance, this is it. Our customers are saving hundreds, even thousands every month. What could you do with an extra $1,000 every month? You can also pull cash out of your home's equity to pay off credit cards, do home improvements, or just get ahead. If you refinance now, you can make no payments until next year. And if your loan doesn't close, we'll even pay for your appraisal. But don't wait. Rates can rise again anytime, and they change fast. For today's rate, call Golden Oak Lending now at 913-890-GOLD. That's 913-890-GOLD.
Golden Oak Lending cured my blues.
NMLS number 114937.
Hey, Zach, are you smiling at my gorgeous canyon view?
No, Donald. I'm smiling because I've got something I want to tell the whole world.
Well, do it. Shout it out.
T-Mobile's got home internet.
Whoa, I love that echo. T-Mobile's got home internet.
How much is it?
Look at that, Zach. We got the neighbors' attention.
Just $35 a month. And you love a great deal, Denise.
Plus, they've got a 5-year price guarantee. That's 5 whole trips around the sun.
I'm switching. Me too.
Yes, T-Mobile home internet for the neighborhood.
Donald, you still haven't returned my weed whacker.
Carl, don't you embarrass me like this, please.
What's everyone yelling about?
T-Mobile's got home internet.
And Donald's got my weed whacker.
Yes, T-Mobile's got home internet. Just $35 a month with auto pay and any voice line. And it's guaranteed for 5 years.
Beautiful yodeling, Carl.
Taxes and fees apply. See T-Mobile.com/ISP for details and exclusions.
Oh, no.
Ah, that's the sound of someone who's misplaced
My debit card.
their debit card.
Where'd I leave that thing?
Not at the gas pump, or the checkout counter, or the roof of your car. Now, if he has the Chase mobile app, he can use Card Lock.
Wait, I could just lock my card.
Yep, just a few tippy taps on his phone, and that sound, that's peace of mind from Chase.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank N.A. member FDIC.
Pros don't just show up. They prove how it's done. With precision and without shortcuts. Makita tools are built the same way. With a dedication to lasting quality. Trusted performance and results that reward your effort year after year. When the job calls for the best, call on Makita. Built to be the best. Available at the Home Depot.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. Also that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Now that I'm a dad, I can't stop thinking about what would happen to my kids if something happened to me, like losing the house or not affording college.
Yeah, that used to keep me up at night too. It's why I finally got life insurance from Ethos. It's 100% online. No medical exams, just a few health questions. I got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day.
I never realized it was that simple. Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game.
Rates may vary. Bill monthly. Sample rate 10-year term life policy for a 35-year-old healthy non-smoking male.
Guys, you can feel your energy slipping away, losing what makes you, you. It could be low testosterone. Take action now. Synergen X and Low T Center can help you reclaim your energy with a quick and simple free T-test. Visit a local Synergen X or Low T center and receive pharmaceutical-grade testosterone, never compounded like the other clinics. Experienced providers increase your testosterone to the level that is just right for you. Treatment is covered by most major insurance with affordable self-pay options available as well. The best you is waiting. Book a free T-test at trtmvp.com.
Football season is big beef season. Join the Booth Creek Wagyu revolution and taste the steaks, burgers, and even Wagyu hot dogs that are changing the way America eats beef. Booth Creek has 2 convenient locations at 95th and Knoll and 135th and Metcalf, where they sample mouthwatering Wagyu every day. And their beef experts will lead you to the perfect cut. And now, Booth Creek is offering same-day delivery. Perfect for last-minute gatherings when you need Wagyu fast. Now available in-store, online, and same-day delivery. BoothCreekWagyu.com.
Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Brought to you by Gann Asphalt and Concrete. One contractor, all things parking lot. Missouri side, heading out of downtown 70 westbound, gets heavy past I-35. Stays slow across the state line and towards the bridge with an accident that has the right lane blocked. The world's coming to Kansas City in 2026. Is your parking lot ready? Faded lines, potholes, unsafe sidewalks. Gann Asphalt and Concrete is your winning team. One contractor, all things parking lot. Visit GannAsphalt.com today. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
I asked Dusty a question in the break, and I said, give me a guess on this. And he came so close, he looked at me, he goes, am I way off? I go, no, you almost nailed it. This is really cool. This is really, really, really cool. Matthew Stafford, with yesterday's win, finally got to 500 as a quarterback.
Let's go.
All those bad years in Detroit, man. He's 115 and 115 and 1. I said, Dusty, what do you think his record is? Dusty's like 112 and 112. I'm like, damn, you almost nailed it.
Attaboy, Dusty.
I have no life. I watch sports.
No,
And
that is a life right there.
Yeah, but he goes, it's just simple math. He goes 16 games a year by like times 12 games divided by. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. It is. I wasn't thinking about it. I was more impressed, like.
Because what, Brady leads all time with like 300 plus, or is it 400? Is he in the 400s?
No, God, no.
Shoot,
no,
he played till he was 40.
The winningest coach is only like 325. So he's. I'm guessing Brady's probably.
I bet it's 300.
I'm trying to think. Belichick's at like 320, 310.
You ready for it?
I don't think he has 300 wins.
251.
Yeah.
And 82.
Yeah.
The 82 is nuts.
That's nuts.
What's Mahomes? Mahomes has just played 100 games last year, and I think he was like 80 and 15. So he's.
Let this thing load. Mahomes is at 94 and 27.
94 and 27.
That's still
that good.
That's nuts as well.
70 games above 500.
Well, when you win 10 games every year or 11 games every year,
12.
you won 14 twice and a season with 15.
Yeah.
Dude, insane. Unreal.
But I think it really is.
It's stupid is what it is.
The Matthew Stafford thing, though, to me is impressive, man, because that guy was on some really bad Detroit teams. He went from the outhouse to the penthouse overnight. And look, that trade is probably one that you look at and go, maybe that is the winningest trade in NFL history, where both teams truly benefited big time because of that trade, right? Detroit got really good, and the Rams became really good.
Yeah,
and
Detroit, out of that trade, still got Goff, but they also, I think, got Gibbs.
Yeah,
Laporta,
they set up their
I
whole
say
team.
St. Brown.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think they got all those guys with the picks.
I want to say it's at least two of them. I want to say it's Laporta and St. Brown for sure. I don't know if Gibbs is there, but possibly, because Gibbs was a first-round pick that sent DeAndre Swift to Chicago. Because as soon as they picked Gibbs, I remember DeAndre Swift, because they picked Gibbs the year we were in Kansas City, I believe. And DeAndre Swift tweeted out, I was like, it's nice knowing you, Detroit. It's like, yeah, dude, like you're out. And we're going to take Dave Montgomery too and make it work.
But now it's fair to put him in the Hall of Fame and nobody has to question it. You know, if
Who's
he was
that?
Stafford, you know, if he's if he was under 500, you would have the people say, well, he was under 500. Yeah, he played for Detroit for all these years. So what I'm getting at is now we've eliminated all the excuses, you know. Right. We've eliminated all of his Hall of Fame excuses. And if he leads this team back to the Super Bowl again, he's a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yeah, I think he got in when he got that ring, in my personal opinion.
Yeah. But now he's back to 500, man. I feel good about that because, again, these quarterbacks have had to suffer with some of these bad franchises.
And they got a doozy this
Now,
weekend.
if he is the Hall of Famer, then Eli has to be a Hall of Famer.
Eli's
right?
a Hall of Famer. Of course he is, yeah.
I mean, he He beat the best team that we've ever seen in the NFL. He's got 2
Twice.
rings. Yeah. Well, I mean, were they? I don't know if they were. The
I see what you're
best
saying
team.
that year. Yes.
Wow,
yes.
think about that. Tom Brady's out of the 82 losses, 2 of them from Eli at least.
In the Super Bowl.
In the Super Bowl.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Shout out Eli.
But no, so our Parlay Friday, which is brought to you by Circa Sports Betting, now the way it should be, is coming soon to Missouri with Circa Sports. 21 days. This was the recap. It was plus 491. I had Seattle minus 6.5. That was over by the first quarter. Bob took Roma Dunze over 52.5 yards.
And you said to me, "What's before the show on Friday? Like, why are you? This is because that's a random one for me." And Dusty's like, "Can I talk to you for a second? You okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, why?" He goes, "Why are you picking Roma Doomsday for our parlay?" I go, "Oh, because his dad's out here talking." And then Rome, after the game, they said, "What do you say about your performance?" He said, "Thanks, Dad."
Yeah, what was his final line?
I don't remember what it was, but I texted you. I go, "He's over already," and we were in the first quarter yesterday.
Yeah, his first 3 receptions, I think he had 3 for 39.
Yeah.
And then he got a fourth one for like 23 yards, ended up going over 50 easily in the first half.
He had 86 yards receiving yesterday and a touchdown.
Slam dunk. Should have alt bet it. Hindsight. So I had Seattle minus 6.5. Bob had over 52.5 yards for Roma Dunze because his dad was out there calling out the team. That hits. Kramer goes, you know what? I'm going to put my faith in the Browns. I'm going to take Judkins to score a touchdown. It's minus 145. Didn't find pay dirt.
Yeah, it's unfortunate what it is.
That's how parlays work, man. It's always one leg.
A Quinnen Williams-less Jets team, and they could not punch it in with their running back.
How great was that start to that game? The Jets take the kickoff back. The Jets take the punt back. Justin Fields has negative 6 yards, and his team's up 14-0.
Yeah.
If that's not the Jets in a nutshell, that I don't know what else is.
Yeah, no, that's the Jets.
It was crazy.
There's no other way. Or the Browns, but they were playing each other, so it was the perfect way to start a football game.
And then, of course,
yesterday.
Brees Hall had a 42-yard catch for a touchdown. Because we knew that was going to happen.
That was nice.
Yes,
My fantasy
of course.
team, yes.
But that's how you have to bet. You have to look at those storylines in the week, right? And who's making noise? All right, somebody's pops is complaining he's not getting enough catches. Take him.
Brees Hall was linked to the
Brees Hall
Chiefs
was linked to be traded. Take
Touchdown.
him.
He also said he wanted out
Yeah,
publicly.
right.
Jalen Waddle was rumored to be traded to the Buffalo Bills. Torch the Bills. I mean, it's there. It's right there.
It's right there. You just have to look at
You
those.
don't even have to Emmanuel Classe this thing.
No. Just look right there and don't think too hard about it. Just look at what's hitting you right in the face, right? And it's like, oh, Pops is pissed. He's out there talking about how the team is trash. All right, fine. We're going to prove Pops wrong. Brees Hall, the subject of every trade rumor this week, he goes crazy. And then you're right, Jalen Waddle. Like, watch this week. Okay, let's do that right now, Dusty. Let's watch this week for the storylines. And when it comes to Friday and we're putting together our parlay, let's see if there's a storyline out there this week that you go, oh, okay, that makes sense. Bo Nix is probably going to play a good game this week. I hate to say that. He got booed. Colin Cowherd says his coach doesn't like him. They may get rid of him in the offseason. He got booed. I would expect Bo Nix to have a pretty good game this week.
Here's a storyline for you. Monday night, November 17th, the Dallas Cowboys play the Las Vegas Raiders in Vegas. Max Crosby will have over 1.5 sacks.
That's exactly right. There you go. He was linked to the Cowboys.
Yes.
100%. 100%. That is a thing. You mentioned the tush push earlier tonight.
Yeah, tonight,
Green Bay
'cause-
tried to get that banned, right?
Yep.
Philadelphia wins this thing by 2 scores.
Over under 3.5 tush pushes tonight.
I'm going to take the under because it's a hard play. And timing is it's got to be the right circumstance. I'm going to take the under on that.
Both teams just one
Just
team.
one team.
Oh, that's over.
Philadelphia over 3.5
you're
tush
taking
pushes.
over on just the Eagles. Okay.
Even before halftime.
Okay. See, I don't think so. I think it's going to be under, but I do think Philadelphia wins by 2 scores in this one because they're going to be pissed at Green Bay.
Gosh. It's going to happen. I mean, they're going to be what I would do is 1st and 10.
Let's
Tush
do it
push.
again.
2nd and 9. Tush push. 3rd and 8. Throw the ball. But 2 tush pushes. Over under 3.5 tush pushes against the Packers. Now, again,
Or do the fake tush push where they hand it off and Saquon scores a touchdown or something.
Yeah, I'm going to take the under on that. I am. I think we'll see 1 tush push tonight.
Okay.
But I think Philadelphia wins by 2 scores.
Again, that was our parlay this week, brought to you by Circa Sports. Sports betting the way it should be is coming soon to Missouri with Circa Sports. I had Seattle minus 6.5 that catched. Bob had Roman Dudes over 52.5 that catched. And then Kramer had Judkins anytime touchdown, did not. Which I kind of did like that at the time because I think he's always who else for Cleveland?
Exactly. Who else?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Hey,
No
Judy
one.
got a touchdown.
Yeah, he did.
I was shocked.
Yeah, he did. Somebody from the Texans calls it headlines and hindsight. Boom. There you go.
Yeah, but I'm giving it to you now. We're talking about it this week, what we're going to do on Friday. Keep watching. And if you guys on the text line see a storyline that maybe we missed that you think is kind of intriguing this week, let us know. We'll look into it. I'll think about it. I have no I'm not set in my ways or anything. If something pops this week in Carolina, somebody's dad's running his mouth, take the over!
Yeah, Xavier Leggett's dad just went off on the team, but nobody understands what he said. Coming up on the other side, we'll get back into the reminder topic of why you can win on a bye and what this week was from the teams that exposed themselves. On 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City Sports.
Good morning, Kansas City. This is Creed Humphrey, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Chiefs football, 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you're waking up in the morning and you're saying, man, my joints hurt, my back hurts, my elbow, my knees, I've got a solution for you. It is QC Kinetics, and relief is closer than you think, and it doesn't have to come from a scalpel. What if it could come to you? QC Kinetics taps into your own body's regenerative power using natural healing factors that help restore and repair that damaged tissue, reduce inflammation, and relieve pain at its source. It's your body's comeback story, powered by the very cells that built you in the first place. No surgery, no pain pills, no long recovery, just your body remembering how to feel alive again. And with QC Kinetics, you're going to get freedom from your everyday pains. Just go and call them today. And this Veterans Day, QC Kinetics is giving back to our heroes. Veterans will get $500 off their treatment, and for every non-vet who starts care, QC Kinetics will donate $500 to the Wounded Warrior Project. It's a great time to book your free consultation with appointments available on Saturday. So call QC Kinetics now, 816-412-6299. That's 816-412-6299. Off 435 in State Line and in Gladstone with QC Kinetics.
It's football season and snacking season, and nothing goes better with football and snacking better than Daisy Dips. And now Daisy came out with a delicious Daisy French onion dip and a Daisy ranch dip, and these are a game changer. From chips to wings to veggies, they all go better with Daisy Dips. And I love dipping pretzels into the Daisy French onion dip. It's amazing. And the best part, these are delicious as homemade dips because they're made with real herbs and spices and other ingredients you find in your own kitchen. Look for Daisy Dips at a grocery store near you.
Hey, football fans, picture this. You bet on your favorite player to score the first touchdown in the game, but his teammate scores instead. If this happens, BetMGM wants to give you another chance at the end zone. With BetMGM's second chance promotion, you'll get your stake back if your first touchdown scorer scores second instead. That's right. Bet on any pro football player to score the first touchdown of the game. If you're right, you win. If your player scores second, you get your stake back in cash. With BetMGM's second chance offer, you have a chance to keep the fun going after the first player crosses the goal line. Try a first TD score wager with confidence today. BetMGM. Make it legendary. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus only. Kansas only. Existing customer offer. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards paid back in unrestricted withdrawable funds. Please gamble responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel.
If you're a man waking up in the middle of the night dealing with frequent urination, it could be an enlarged prostate. This is Jeff Montgomery. Do what I did. Contact Dr. Brown at Miva Medical, the leader in minimally invasive treatments in Kansas City. Go to miva-medical.com.
I'm Bob Burke, founder and chairman of Burke America Parts Group, a family of brands that includes RepairClinic.com, an appliance and HVAC parts solution company that's grown into an international brand. Before AmericanEagle.com, we partially launched a new technology platform developed by another firm. American Eagle helped take our technology to a whole new level with digital marketing, software development, and business insights into our key markets, appliances, HVAC, and outdoor power equipment, and did so both on time and on budget. AmericanEagle.com has the resources, experience, and talent needed to produce solutions. Our new technology platform, developed by AmericanEagle.com, has produced tremendous results with higher traffic, conversion, engagement, and online revenue. If you have any home repairs you need to take care of, check us out at RepairClinic.com. If you need a world-class website or technology project, then I would highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Call AmericanEagle.com at 773-NETWORK. That's AmericanEagle.com, 773-NETWORK.
Chiefs coverage brought to you by Andy's Frozen Custard. Visit eatandys.com to find the location nearest you. Top your day with a smile.
Let me tell you about my good friend Andy from Andy's Frozen Custard. He's from Kansas City, never misses a game, and serves the world's finest frozen custard. Tailgate with a pick six, or grab a freshly made custom treat before or after a game. And tell him Mitch and Andy sent you.
What's up, KC? It's Isaiah Pacheco. Tune in on game days to hear the play-by-play with Mitch, Danon, and Kling on your home for Chiefs football, 96.5 The Fan.
KFNC FM and AM, HD1 and HD2 Kansas City, an Odyssey sports station. Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Heading out of downtown, 70 westbound gets heavy before the state line. Stay slow, not quite to the bridge, with an accident still blocking the right lane. Kansas side, 635 southbound sluggish from Shawnee Drive down to I-35. Allen Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
Happy Monday, Kansas City. We are alive and well and live on 96.5 The Fan. Kramer with you, Bob with you, myself, Dusty with you as well. Do you know Matthew Stafford's now 500? I'm kidding.
How about Mac, you Stafford? When's Mac get back?
I think Thursday.
All right.
Best record by a quarterback over 100 career starts in NFL history. Patrick Mahomes, 78-22. Tom Brady, 76-24. Suck it, Tom. Roger Staubach, 72-24. Lamar Jackson, 73-27 as he won yesterday.
Yeah.
And if you're not down with that, I got 2 words for you. So yesterday, the Chiefs obviously did not play on a Sunday, which I feel like a lot of people was probably, I'm sure by Tuesday or Wednesday you'll be champing at the bit to get back into the rotation of what did Andy say, what did
you got that right.
Yeah, come on. I'll never get it wrong again.
I know you won't. And how many times do you hear it on TV?
All the time.
It's unbelievable, right?
Yep. I see it in quotes. I see it on Twitter.
All
I see
the time.
And I'm like, it's champion.
Yeah.
But yeah, so somebody says Legette's parents are Farmer Fran and Coach Oregon.
Yes, that's right. Ed Orgeron.
Go Tigers.
They hire him back yet or not?
Not yet. But what we saw this week is how you can win without playing. And that is other people's mistakes. We almost saw the Colts hand you one. We saw Pittsburgh hand you one, though they're dissipating fast. I mean,
who looked older this weekend, Aaron Rodgers or Russell Wilson?
Russ.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. It's both.
It is both. But I mean, for the first time, Aaron Rodgers looked old to me. And it's so funny because that game started and Jen goes, God, he looks old. I'm like, whatever.
But at least at the beginning of that game, you thought the Steelers might have had a chance.
Yeah.
Because there was no action. It was 5-3, and then Ladd McConkey woke up and Justin Herbert was back into the action. But, I mean, there's the sack I was talking about. Like, Khalil Mack baited him like a rookie, and he fumbles, gets the safety, and it's, whatever. As soon as Jackson Dart went out of that game, I lost all interest.
All interest in that game.
And again,
I did too.
I'm an activist for Jackson Dart. I think he's perfect for the situation that he is in. I think
they're not doing him fair shakes right now.
No, but I mean, again, his number one wide receiver and his number one running back are out for the year. So, I mean, that will be back next year. So whatever video you have on Jackson Dart, I mean, I think he's got 6 rushing touchdowns in his first 6 games as a quarterback.
He's just a baller, man.
And he's perfect for New York.
He is. And they got that tight end that's working now too. That
Theo
Johnson guy, man, who
should be on your rosters.
He's come out of nowhere, right? And he's had himself one hell of a season right now. And Wan'Dale Robinson too.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, you put all of that together. You have your number 2 in Wan'Dale Robinson. You have your number 1 in Malik Neighbors. You have Cam Scatterby, and then you can go Tracy or Singletary to be the other guy in that system moving forward. You look at Theo Johnson as his tight end, young, upcoming, talented kid. Build him an offensive line and keep that defensive line strong, and you will see things change for the New York Giants. And again,
they need a coach.
And they'll get one. Yep. They'll get one.
They need a coach, and it can't be Bill Belichick. You've got to give somebody.
What's the big tuna doing?
I mean, yeah, exactly.
I mean, Go get Rex Ryan.
No.
Because the thing,
no.
Because
That's a spot
awful.
for Matt Nagy. I'll be honest with you. Going in with a young quarterback like that.
I don't think he handles New York well. I mean, Chicago, he was good in Chicago, and Chicago chewed him up, spit him out for no reason.
yeah.
And I mean, he had Mitch Trubisky, won Coach of the Year, won the playoffs.
But that's Chicago. Matt's also from that area,
That's
so you can fit in there. Having Mitch Trubisky in the
Contreras
playoffs
from New York, I would never want him to be the Yankee manager.
I think he'd be a great Yankee manager, but I wouldn't want it because he would be like Joe Torre. And
I would hate that him being New York.
Right, exactly.
I would hate
It would be awful for us. I think he'd be a perfect fit for the Yankees. He's that cool, calm, he's the perfect manager, really. I mean, the perfect temperament for a manager. I know some people are going to complain about bullpen maneuvering, but for a leader, find me somebody cooler than Contreras. Seriously. I know you're listening, Matt.
Yeah, he's cool, calm, and collected. But I think that like what this New York team needs, and I don't know why we got on this topic, but we were on a bye week, so we had to watch everybody else. But again, like I think when it comes to like a New York hire, you need a New York guy. Not necessarily from there, but somebody that can just be like, yeah, I don't care what you say, Greg, from the Times, whatever. We're going to do it this way. And we're going to have the faith in this team. Just somebody like that. Like somebody says Kiffin or McDaniels. No. Neither one of those.
McDaniels?
Like Mike McDaniel or Josh McDaniels. Like, no. Those guys. What's the scene from The Dark Knight? Like, I know a squealer. That is one when he puts
I think Cliff Kingsbury would be perfect up there.
I question his integrity in New York.
But they're dissipating fast in Washington right now.
Well, he's going to be kicked out, so he'll need a job.
And that's also not his
you're going to
fault.
fire a fired offensive coordinator in Washington to be the head coach of a New York football team?
It's not like it's the first time they've done that.
And again, it's their defense that sucks, not their offense. I mean, their offense is out. Their starting running back and their starting quarterback. So, I mean, again, I don't know how much of that is on Cliff Kingsbury.
And then their wide receiver one yesterday got hurt in Darius Slayton. So.
But you know who makes a ton of sense in New York? Lane effing Kiffin.
He does, and you brought that up weeks ago. Boomer Esiason brought it up last week, and
That's
the
his
more,
quarterback.
yeah, it's his quarterback. I mean, and there's something to be said for that. Again, I go back to Andy Reid. The first call he made when he drafted Patrick Mahomes was to Cliff Kingsbury and go, "What do I got here?" And that's what you want to do. And so, if you want your guys to have success, surround them with people that can give them success. And then Andy Reid went out and hired this Chris Alt guy, who Binkley will tell you about it some other time, to figure out the pistol offense when they brought Alex Smith in. It's not a bad hire if they have a good relationship. Now, we don't know what their relationship is, obviously, but if they have a good relationship and he got the best out of Jackson Dart and you think that could spark your franchise, you got young guys on the team now, he relates well to the young players, obviously, I think he deserves a second chance in the NFL. I don't hate that move at all by the Giants if they were to go Lane Kiffin, but they've got to give their quarterback some sort of coach that knows what he's doing out there, because it's not fair to this kid anymore. They're losing games, and Romo talked about it yesterday, this DTF with the New England Patriots.
Down to what?
Details, toughness, and finish. DTF is what he said.
See, it comes from a different area.
Yeah,
my childhood.
a lot of people were going crazy, obviously.
Mrs. Anderson, are you DTF?
Yeah.
Get out of my classroom,
Right.
Dusty.
And
I didn't say it.
Yeah, but he said that yesterday. Of course, everybody lost their
Of
minds
course.
at, the DTF, but he was talking about details, toughness, and finish. And the F part is the most important. It's that finish.
Yes, it is.
When you have a bad coach, you don't finish games. It's no secret. All these teams that lose games in the fourth quarter is because their coach is an ass.
So that means Sean Payton's great.
Well, this year. He's a good coach. He's got a Super Bowl championship. He's turned that Denver team around. I mean, you can't doubt what he's done out there. But when you lose games in the fourth quarter, whoo, baby.
You know, it'd be cool if Belichick wasn't so egotistical, and we'll get into what we noticed in the bye week on the other side because we're running out of time. Could you imagine this? And maybe it would never work because of their egos, but if Belichick would be like, you know what? I just want to be a defensive coordinator. Lane Kiffin, head coach in New York. Bill Belichick, defensive coordinator.
I'd be fun. I'd be in on something like that.
Wow.
I mean, yeah.
Right.
But that's never going to happen.
Hey, I'll handle Dart, Scattaboo, Neighbors, Wandell. I'll handle all that. You just develop Burns and Abdul Carter in that defense, Bill, and we'll just never talk. Okay, Lane, sounds good.
But you know what? If that's I've always said that's how I would be as a head coach. You hire the right people, you let them do their job, and you back away.
That's what's happening in New England right now.
That's what happens here.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
That's exactly what they're doing in New England.
It's exactly what they're doing in New
Vrabel's
England.
I'll be the red ass. I'll keep the defense inside. Because there was a fight and a scrimmage in the game yesterday, and Mike Vrabel was the first one off the sideline and be like, whoa, we're good. And then you got Josh McDaniel over there. It's like, I'll just talk to the kid. I can do this. It's not enough. It's not overbearing for me. I'll work with Drake May. We'll get him there. He's the MVP favorite. They're leading the AFC East. They're the second best team in football, in the AFC at least, I should say. I should correct that. In the AFC. And why is that? Because everybody knows their role and they're hitting on their role. Vrabel knows he's the captain that runs the defense and keeps the ship going straight. And Mike McDaniels is the guy that's just keeping the fuel into the tank to keep it running because that's Drake May.
Well, and also, too, I mean, when you look at Vrabel, and I'm going to go back to 2003 when Bill Self was hired at KU. And I remember thinking at that time, it's a perfect hire for KU. Best hire they could ever make is Bill Self, right? Perfect hire. Still to this day, the perfect hire. Andy Reid, perfect hire for Kansas City. Couldn't have gotten better. And Vrabel's the perfect hire for New England. Certain coaches just fit in certain situations better than others. And there's no better fit in the NFL than Andy Reid in Kansas City. There's no better fit in the NFL than Mike Vrabel in New England at this point in time. They just look like they're that team, and that team has responded to them. Vrabel has become such a better coach in New England than he was in Tennessee. And I don't know if that's because of resources or whatever the case may be, but I watch him in New England right now, and I go, that son of a bleep is I mean, God, he's a great football coach. Mike Vrabel is a great football coach. It's unbelievable to watch what he's doing in New England right now. In Tennessee going, we fired him, and we've had 2 coaches now since? Probably a third this offseason?
We let Derrick Henry go and A.J. Brown go, and they both have gone on to do great things. Weird how that works.
And Vrabel?
No wonder your fans have brown bags over their faces. I would be doing the same. Coming up on the other side, I want to get back into the reminder topic of what it was to sit back and watch during a bye week, plus who is who and who's not who. We'll talk about it all on the other side of 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City Sports.
Good morning, Kansas City. This is Chris Jones, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Chiefs football. 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues.
Well, I'll tell you, my friends over at Hy-Vee are doing it up for Veterans Day. That's right. Veterans Day is tomorrow, and Hy-Vee is proud to honor the local vets and active military with free breakfast from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. at the Hy-Vee Market Grill. That's at all the Hy-Vee Market Grills around the area. Vets, you're going to eat breakfast for free from 6 to 10 a.m. tomorrow. And not only that, guess what? Hy-Vee's going a step further. They're also giving 15% off grocery purchases in honor of your service to our country. So if you're a vet, tomorrow's your day to go to Hy-Vee. Free breakfast from 6 to 10 a.m. and 15% off of your grocery purchases. Only at Hy-Vee.
At Odyssey, we believe in creating a diverse and inclusive workforce. We also value the power of community and encourage local organizations to help us in referring qualified applicants to our stations. If you're a community organization interested in receiving our vacancy information, simply email equalemployment@odyssey.com. You'll be notified of all our open positions. That's equalemployment@odyssey.com. And for all our listeners, please visit odysseyinc.com/careers for a list of job openings at all Odyssey radio stations.
Inside the Huddle with Cody and Gold each day from noon till 1 on 96.5 The Fan. Inside the Huddle is brought to you by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Kansas City. Discover the benefit of blue on the official radio partner of the Kansas City Chiefs. 96.5 The Fan.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. All so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hi, I'm Maria, salon owner. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. There's only one FDA-approved Ozempic, made by Novo Nordisk. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5, 1, and 2 milligrams.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Man, I love seeing the old gang at these reunions.
Did you see Brian? He's in better shape than he was 25 years ago. How is that even possible?
Yep, I ran into him a few weeks ago and had to ask. He told me he started taking Nugenix Total T.
The testosterone booster?
Yes, it really works. I started taking it right away and I'm already seeing results.
I was wondering what you were doing. You seriously crushed me in that pickup game last week.
Yep, after 40, energy, strength, drive, it all starts going downhill. But with Nugenix Total T, I feel like my old self again. Stronger, leaner, and my energy is way up. My wife even noticed a difference in the bedroom. They're giving out complimentary bottles right now. Just send them a text.
Text HEFTY to 321-321 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster. Text now and you'll also get a free bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our most powerful fat incinerator. That's HEFTY to 321-321. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
What's up? It's Draymond Green. I'm back for my 14th NBA season, and my podcast, The Draymond Green Show, is back too. This season, I'm breaking down games, reacting to the biggest NBA stories, and sitting down with teammates, rivals, and culture shapers. And trust me, I'm not holding back, on the court or on the mic. 2 new episodes every week. New segments, big conversations, real basketball talk for the real hoop heads. Listen to and follow The Draymond Green Show wherever you get your podcast. We're back, we're better, let's get it.
This is Jeff for Heartland Men's Health, where we've successfully treated thousands of men for low testosterone and helped them feel like their old selves again. Please take a moment and listen to how we help this patient.
Hi, this is Doug. I'm a patient with Heartland Men's Health. I've been doing low T treatment for just under a year now. I've always dedicated my life to work. I've always found the time to go to gym. I'm 46 years old. My energy level has been on a roller coaster. With work, when we would have like long, stressful meetings, I would notice that I was very exhausted and drained afterwards. And with the low T treatment, I'm not as stressed. I started to feel a lot more level-headed. The roller coaster kind of went away. I think Heartland Men's Health, they really have it figured out. The professional staff, I think it's a wonderful treatment for men of any age. And it's definitely a benefit I'm going to continue.
Thank you. It's true. Your initial appointment includes blood work and a medical consult. And if you start on testosterone the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 844-447-6600 or go to heartlandmenshealth.com.
Today, expect sunny skies with a high of 39.
Weather brought to you by Robert Half. Our recruiters' expertise and award-winning AI will find you the skilled candidates you want. At Robert Half, we know talent. Visit roberthalf.com/talent today.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the DM Injury Law Studios. Mike's got this.
Hey, did you guys know this? You didn't, because I just found out. The greatest tight end in NFL history is retiring a Patriot. Yep. Watch Rob Gronkowski sign his one-day contract this Wednesday at 12:15 p.m. live on Patriots Digital and Social as the greatest tight end in NFL history is retiring a Patriot. I thought Kelsey was still playing.
Little happy birthday shout out to my friend Megan today. She's doing good things. She's on the BMA board. Love her to death. Her husband, Pat Daddy, wanted to make sure we wished her a happy birthday today. Happy birthday to the Marines and happy birthday to Megan. Yeah. Love you both.
250th anniversary for those Marines. So
Kling covered the day they started, so he was there at that press conference.
Oh, yeah.
He sure was.
You all right over there?
I don't know. I don't know why that was like the funniest thing that I have heard in a long time, and it shouldn't be, but you're just like, yep, he sure was. You ain't the best color analyst in the business for anything.
Yeah, he sure was. Once again, as a reminder, according to Vegas and the odds makers, your MVP odds have shifted. As we go to the awards that you could look up. Drake May plus 275, Matthew Stafford plus 300, Patrick Mahomes plus 500, Jonathan Taylor plus 600. Those are your MVP odds, top 4. After that, Josh Allen plus 700, Sam Darnold plus 1,000. I think the bet you make if you want to try to get back into the Patrick Mahomes field is on that, and also maybe a Sam Darnold flyer as well, because if Seattle beats the Rams this week, What a game that's going to be on Sunday.
Yeah.
Rams, Seahawks.
That's going to be a good one, man.
Oh, my gosh.
It sucks that it's on the same time as our game is because I'd love to sit around and, maybe that's the 2 TV setup outside. The weather's supposed to break. You have both of those games on. So it should be a fun one. Here's another fun with stats type of thing. J.J. Watt and T.J. Watt. J.J. Watt, 114.5 career sacks. T.J., 114. Yep. He's ready to pass his brother in 20-some less games. Then if he gets a sack this weekend, he'll pass his brother in sacks in 20 less games. That's more than an entire season's worth. I mean, T.J. Watt doesn't get enough run either, man.
2 years ago, that was a after-hours fan poll question, which was like, basically, would you rather have TJ or JJ in their prime?
Right.
And it was split. I
Right.
mean, it was 50-50.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I know the answer to
I
that
don't know
question.
either. I don't know either right
I think
now.
I take TJ.
I think I would too.
But JJ was so effing good. Dude.
Yeah.
It's tough, man. Like, I don't really think there is a wrong answer.
Well, the other brother's the wrong answer.
Yeah, the one that didn't make it.
Well, he made it, but he just fullback.
Wait. There was another one?
Yeah, there's TJ, JJ, and RJ.
Oh, there was another.
Derek. No wonder he sucks. He didn't get the cool name.
It's true. You're right.
It's like the picture of the 3 dragons, and one's like off-putting. It's like these 2 belong, the other one doesn't look like they belong, and it's like TJ, JJ, Derek.
Yeah, it's Derek,
Yeah. Derek Watt, yeah.
It's like there's Jackson Dart and Diesel Dart.
Diesel. Do you think Diesel's going to be good? I can't
Hell
wait
yeah.
to see him play, man. With the name of Diesel Dart, you better go out there and run
That or
this
you
thing
should
all over the
learn
place.
how to work for Big Tobacco.
Yeah, that too. There's a Diesel Dart out there.
About
Ray.
these darts, man. Name's Diesel. All right, sold. But no, we got to watch a lot more than we normally get to because the Chiefs don't take away time in your game. They play this Sunday at 3:25. You can hear that game with pregame starting 3 hours ahead of the game here on 96.5 The Fan with Josh Briscoe doing pre and post game, and then Danon, Kling, and Mitch all doing their stuff on the Chiefs Radio Network. But we got to watch this weekend, and we can start with the obvious that probably stood out first because it was a noon game and it was eye-opening, was how flat and bad Buffalo looked.
Yeah, terrible, right? And that's what happens after you play the Chiefs. I mean, you go look at it, and all these teams that had their big wins, the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Chargers and Buffalo, and all these teams that, have beat Kansas City, and then they go flat the next week. And Denver had their flat game on Thursday, and that's why I'm sitting here on a Monday. I'm going, I feel like Bo Nix is going to have a big game. I just do. I feel like that's the early storyline this week, that we're all going to doubt Bo Nix, right? And it just kind of the last couple of weeks watching the NFL and the guys you start to doubt or the question marks around them going into the game, the trade rumor guys. When there's a lot of buzz, players tend to take their play up another level. And I just think Denver's going to be ready to play against Kansas City because it is their Super Bowl. It's as big a game for Denver as it is for the Chiefs. Now, obviously, it's big for the Chiefs to get back into this thing, to beat the Denver Broncos, get 2 wins above 500, all of that kind of stuff, and make your route to the postseason easier. But this is Denver's opportunity to show that they're the new kind of kids in town, right? They have the opportunity to kind of go out there and show everybody that this is our division right now. So I think they're going to play a good game. I don't think we're going to see a bad Bo Nix in this game. I think we're going to see a very effective Bo Nix, and that's just par for the course when teams play the Chiefs, man. They play their best level of football. And so the Chiefs, after this week, getting back today to practice and all that kind of stuff, they got to go out there and they got to play their best the rest of the way.
Yeah, I mean, I'm talking about Buffalo, but we can talk about Denver as well. I thought this was funny. This comes from Sal Morania in Buffalo. He's been covering the Bills for, he says, 4 decades. The Bills may have the worst wide receiver group in the league. No one is open anywhere. I remember that was Mahomes' problem, and he ended up winning the Super Bowl. So figure it out, Josh Allen.
Yeah.
But, yeah, the Bills looked flat.
And that's because they're coming off that big win against the Chiefs, It's just letdown city.
Yeah, and we know that, a lot of people, I think, texted you or maybe tweet at you, say, Super Bowl hangover. It looks like it's affected the Bills. I know Allen threw for 300, but he didn't look like Josh Allen. James Cook couldn't run the ball because they were behind. They were down 16-0 at one point. Tua was slinging all over him. I mean, he didn't have the numbers Josh Allen had, but they still – that was Miami.
Yeah.
And that was Buffalo. And they've already played each other twice this year. The first time they played was like a Thursday night game, and Buffalo was favored by, I think, like 14.5 points. Miami clearly covered. Buffalo still looked flat. Again, this is divisional games. And then, you look at what else there was in this week that we saw. We saw the Jags play, and they were winning that game. And this is why that loss is so infuriating every single week, because the Jacksonville Jaguars gave you a chance to win that game. Multiple times. And
you gave yourself a chance to win that game early on.
Yeah, and yet you let Jacksonville win. Jacksonville played against David Mills, who's the backup quarterback with the long neck. You've seen all the memes. And Houston. And they let Houston win that game.
And Houston
came back and won.
Houston was down 19 with like 10 minutes to go. It was 29-10 in the fourth quarter of that game.
With like 11:30
Yeah,
or something like that.
it.
And they let Davis Mills go down and beat you. So that's kind of eye-opening for me as a Chief to be like, damn, yeah, Jacksonville lost. We need that to happen. We would assume that it looks like Buffalo's probably going to take one of those wild card spots. And then it's going to come down to how you handle your division, because it looks like the Colts have that fight in them. They have that like almost destiny type feel to their team. Now, again, they will play the Chiefs in, I believe, 2 weeks on Sunday at noon at Arrowhead. So we'll see what that is. And they'll be coming off of a bye. So they're going to get everybody rested. They're going to have time to prepare for the Kansas City Chiefs, get to watch them against the Denver Broncos. But we got to watch the Jags lose and kind of show more of a reflection of what they are now that the Chiefs can handle business against the Denver Broncos and get to 6-4. They will then, possibly start putting the separation away from themselves against Jacksonville. But again, you can imagine if they would have won that game, where they would sit and the comfortability that they have. They do not have that. You look at what the Chargers showed us last night. They won. They moved on. Justin Herbert looks okay. We thought the offensive line might be an issue against that Steelers defensive line. We now see why that Steelers defense is piss poor.
Yeah.
I think we're seeing Mike Tomlin probably on his way out. Aaron Rodgers is probably over. I think Steelers fans are tired of being in purgatory as an organization.
It is, yeah.
And that's what I think what we also saw from Pittsburgh is that they're now 5-4. Aaron Rodgers looks like, we played half a season. I really can't do this anymore.
Yeah. And they really haven't given Tomlin a quarterback since Ben Roethlisberger left. And he's still been kind of piecemealing that thing together. If Tomlin gets run out of Pittsburgh, the Giants will hire him in 2 seconds.
And technically, they still are a playoff team, as your record says. You have the Colts, the Broncos, the Chargers, the Steelers, the Patriots, the Bills, and the Jags. 2 teams at 5-4. That is the Steelers and the Jags. The Chiefs also at 5-4, but don't have the tiebreaker against the Jags. That's why they're the outside looking in, still in the hunt. The Houston Texans, the Baltimore Ravens, and I guess you could classify the Bengals as still in the hunt because of that AFC
Big
North.
one against Pittsburgh this weekend, though, too. I mean, it's a moving day for Cincinnati if they don't want to stay in this thing. Yeah.
But that's why I think you can win on bye weeks, because not only do you get to prepare for Denver for a week off, you got to see Denver in that game on Thursday night against the Raiders where they were 10-7. In fact, they talked to Bo Nix after the game, and it wasn't great. He was getting booed by his fans.
What'd you think about some of their reaction, the boos and that kind of thing?
Well, I've been booed before and I'll be booed again, so not going to be the last time. It's obviously unfortunate. You don't want your own fans booing you, but, it's part of it.
So, yeah, you don't want that, but this is why now as we transfer into this Buffalo or this Bills conversation, I've said this all day. I'll say it all week. I hate Denver. They're the most hated franchise of any sport I've ever hated. I don't hate the Yankees. I don't hate the Dodgers. I hate Denver. I hated Jake Plummer. I hated Kyle Orton when he played for them. I hated John Elway. I hate Denver. They put Vaseline on their jerseys. John Elway had a horse face that ripped my childhood heart out multiple times. I have reasons for this, catastrophic, disgusting hate for this franchise. But Bo Nix is not their guy. And their fans are realizing this because you can look at Denver's schedule. And yes, Denver is 8-2, and they are in first place in the AFC West. They are the second team overall in the standings. They are just shy of getting a number 1 overall seed. But you look at Denver's schedule and what they have done to teams. They have the best defense in football. It is no secret. They do so many great things on that defensive line. But this is their schedule this year. They played the Titans to start the season, and they won that game 20-12. They lost to the Colts in week 2, and they lost by 1 point. What that says for the Colts, what that says for the Broncos, I don't know. It was a 1-point game. The Colts won, and it was week 2. Nobody really has an identity yet, right? Then they went and played the Chargers and lost back-to-back weeks. They lost to the Chargers. They lost to the Colts. They beat the Bengals 28-3, destroyed Jake Browning. They beat the Eagles, good win, 21-17 in Philadelphia. They then beat the Jets 13-11. They should have lost to the Giants. They were down by so many. They ended up winning. They scored 33. They outscored the Giants 33-13 in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, it was whatever it was.
And they beat the Cowboys 44-24. They beat the Texans, and they beat the Raiders. And they beat the Texans 18-15. They beat the Raiders 10-7. That's been the last 2 weeks for Bo Nix. The fans have seen a lot. They know they're playing the Chiefs this week. And the fans and the national media are not happy with what they're seeing as Bo Nix as the quarterback, because they have to think to themselves, when you do play a team like Kansas City for the first time to see where you are in your division, if you're 8-3 and the Chiefs are 6-4, and you got to play the Chiefs again in Kansas City, and the starters are probably all going to play. This won't be that Bo Nix game last year in Week 18 where it was, well, we won 42-3. We beat the snot out of the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody played for the Kansas City Chiefs. It's not a win. So we'll see what happens with Bo Nix, because I got to think that Spags is champion at the bit to not only get to play Bo Nix and confuse him, but, like, who are you going to take out? Are you going to take out J.K. Dobbins? Are you going to take out Cortland Sutton? What's going to be the game plan? But right now, with the bye week where you win is, yes, Denver beat the Raiders 10-7, but they've got a lot more issues than what's really on the surface, and inside it's rotting.
Yeah, but they won't have those issues against the Chiefs. Nobody does. It's like it's getting frustrating at this point in the season now that you start to think about all these other teams and how they're just bringing their obscene A game. And we've known that for years, that they bring their obscene A game to play against the Chiefs. And so that's why I look at that Denver game and what they did last week is I'm not even looking at that game. I can't focus on that Raider game because I don't think that's the way that they're going to play. I think Denver's going to come out, and I think they're going to be explosive on offense. And I think they're going to go out there, and they're going to do stuff that they've been holding back for this game. That's the way Sean Payton is. I guarantee you he probably puts bounties out there, too, because that's who Sean Payton is, and that's why he was banned from the NFL for a year. The reputation does precede him. This Denver game has got me a little nervous. I'm not going to lie. This is one where I'm already starting to think about, okay, you held it all back. You haven't played that great this year. You've been waiting for this moment. And every team that waits for this moment plays big against the Kansas City Chiefs. I mean, obviously Washington did not and the Raiders did not, but those aren't real teams, right? And no offense, Kramer. They're just not. They're not real teams.
None offense taken.
The Denver Broncos right now are sitting at 8-2. They're feeling good. They're a real team right now. They know this is Goliath. They know the opportunity that they have in front of them. There is so much to gain for the Denver Broncos this weekend by getting that win. And that's why I think it's going to be a different game. I just think we're going to see a really good Bo Nix this weekend. And that's the way teams play. That's the way players play. That's the way coaches coach. When you play against Kansas City, you do things that are different. You play better. Your adrenaline. I mean, it's the premier game of the weekend. So everybody lives for these type of games against the Chiefs. And for 8 years, the Chiefs have matched that intensity. They need to continue to match that intensity that they're going to see from the Denver Broncos this weekend. I promise you it's going to be intense.
Yeah, I don't think it is. I'm very comfortable with this game this week.
Same.
I'm very comfortable with this game because the Chiefs have a bye. We talked to Mitch last Friday. Andy Reid, 22-4 off the bye. I think the best thing this team could have had was a humility loss against Jacksonville, and then you lose to Buffalo by 7. You know what that was. I don't think they put all their cards on the field, and I trust Spags to absolutely make Bo Nix look like that quarterback in college. They showed the zoom-in face for Oklahoma State where he's, like, shaking. Like, I don't think Bo Nix is going to have a good game against the Chiefs defense. I think they're going to be ready for it. I think, again, this is another time where the bye week you win. Hey, Chris, listen to all the criticism that you've been getting from people around you. Now you have a chance to really go – destroy this offensive line of Denver's and be that guy, because Denver does have everything for Denver is fine except the most important position on the field, and that's quarterback. And that quarterback has yet to lose them a game. And he will lose them a game against a good team that will make him lose the game. You beat Vegas, you play that same way against Vegas, and I know you say that they won't, but I don't see anything from Bo Nix in the last 2 games that he's played where I'm like, that guy's going to be a problem. Whereas, like, if you were to play the Giants in week 3 and Jackson Dart would have started all season, I've been like, I think this guy could do something to make things a little frustrating for the defense. You look at, what Detroit could have been. Jared Goff shut him down 30-17. He had all his weapons on offense. He had Gibbs, he had Montgomery, he had St. Brown, he had Williams, he had Laporta, he had all those guys. And Spags was able to shut that down. Bo Nix has Cortland Sutton, Evan Ingram, Franklin, Hardy, and J.K. Dobbins. And I'm telling you, man, if they cannot score, they cannot win the game. And the Chiefs' defense is not as good as Buffalo's, but Denver's, but the Chiefs' offense is that much better than Denver's. So that's why I don't have that sort of where I think the Chiefs' defense and the Denver offense is similar to where how good the defense for Denver is versus how good the Chiefs' offense is. Like, the Denver Broncos are going to win multiple times on defense. They just are. There's going to be 3 and outs. There's going to be stopped runs. There's going to be called out, passes where they know it's going to Rice. But that offense can't consistently, I don't believe, be stopped the entire game. Denver's offense, I mean, they may not get 250 yards the way Bo Nix is playing.
Their offense right now obviously can be had, but is Chris Jones going to show up to work? And I really do think that's the big conversation that we need to have the rest of the way. Bo Nix can be affected, but if Chris Jones chooses to buy a ticket for $268 as the get-in price right now, out in Denver is the highest game on Sunday ticket price-wise, right? If Chris Jones can buy a ticket and watch the game, then it's going to be a long day. It just is. Like, this guy's got to start playing. And it's now. There's no more, it's early. There's no more, it's October. There's no more, we're feeling ourselves out. We're going into week 11 right now. And it is time for Chris Jones to show up to work. And it is time for Chris Jones to go out there and not occupy a defensive tackle or fight through a double team or whatever it is. It is time for Chris Jones to declare himself, I am still here. Don't go act like Russell Wilson and, Aaron Rodgers yesterday and look like an old man. Chris Jones has to assert himself. Chris Jones has to be a player on Sunday in this game in order for the Kansas City Chiefs to go out there and do what they need to do from a defensive standpoint. You can't continue to rely on your linebackers. You can't continue to rely on your defensive backs to hold coverage forever and a day. Chris Jones has to start playing like the all-world player that he is, and it needs to be from now until the end of the season. Whatever that is, Chris Jones needs to have himself games because this is probably looking like it's going to be one of his last years as well. Go out there and play your ass off and make Bo Nix panicked under center. Scare the death out of Bo Nix. Blitz his ass. But Chris Jones, you got to be there. You have got to be there. Chris Jones will be the difference as to why the Chiefs win or lose this game on Sunday. If he doesn't show up and Bo Nix has all day in that pocket, we're screwed. Chris Jones, show up to work this week, man.
Chris Jones needs to play like Max Crosby did for the Raiders against the Broncos, and they'd be fine. Like, honestly. And
yeah, it's a good point.
And honestly, too, I think, the Chiefs' defense is 100. Heck, they're light years better than what we saw the Raiders put on paper against the Broncos this past week. And that's why I think Spags is going to put the guys in the right spot. It's just whether or not they can they execute would be the biggest question for this defense. And I think they can. I think this defense can easily stop the Broncos' offense because the Broncos' offense is absolutely horrendous. It's not good. That offensive line isn't as good anymore as that they've been toting up to be the last couple of years, too.
Well, and also, too, I think when we start to kind of get into this week and we hear from Andy Reid, most likely later on today, I would imagine, we're going to get an update on Josh Simmons as well and kind of know where he is. And if we hear that he's back into the flow and he's ready to go this week, and that's a big relief to have him as your left tackle. Obviously, Juwan Taylor's going to be fine at your right tackle spot another week, for Trey Smith to get that back kind of moving in the right direction. You got another week of health for, Pop, and we can move this thing forward and get back to running the football, get back to doing some of the things we did in that stretch of games where you're putting up 30 points plus per game, running the ball effectively, high percentage throws, making plays on defense, kind of get back to that. This is their biggest test of the year. This is an important test on Sunday. We'll see what this Chiefs team is really made about on Sunday. Will they respond to this pressure? Will they go out there and take control of this division? Will they show us they are still that team that we've expected them to be, or will they look at this game and let Denver win? And if Denver does win, you're not winning the division this year. And now it is all about getting that final playoff spot.
22-4 off the bye. Patrick Mahomes, Steve Spagnuolo. Don't forget also, Bob, from the text line, what they did to the backups last year. They rubbed it in their face. They got a little bit of
there's that. I like that. I like that angle. I do.
That's what somebody said in the text line. Bob, don't forget what they did to the backups last year. And then everybody said, Denver looks good.
Yeah, no, they embarrassed our backups. That's right. Now you got to go out there and embarrass their starters. Let's do it. Come on, guys. This is it. I'm making it the call to you guys all that are in veteran leadership on that team. Destroy somebody this week.
You're a Raider fan, and you love the Raider. Are the Broncos your most hated in the West?
I cannot stand the Broncos.
And you got the Chiefs. And you hate the Broncos.
The Broncos are my least favorite.
Why? Because they suck, dude.
Dude, I've only seen 2 winning seasons. The majority of the time, I've only seen the Broncos win and the Chiefs win.
Gotcha. Okay. But why do you hate the Broncos more than the Chiefs? Just because you're here?
Yeah, basically. Honestly, yeah.
I have a lot of friends that like the Chiefs.
I don't have really many friends that like the Chiefs at all.
Really?
Yeah. But I have weird friends where, like, there's a Seahawks fan in there, there's a Steelers fan in there. It's just all over the place.
Oh, all right.
We're all from St. Joe. We just picked a team.
You're probably growing up when the Chiefs weren't any good, too, right?
F the doggies, dude.
I had a Priest Holmes jersey when I was a kid.
Hell yeah. I had a Tim Brown jersey. My dad made me pay for it.
What?
Mm-hmm. He's like, I'm not buying a Raiders
How much did
jersey.
that cost?
I mean, at the time, I think it was probably like, it was at the Oak Park Mall.
Yeah.
I believe it was probably like $80. It wasn't like the authentic Stitch one.
Well, no, as a kid. Yeah. But
I mean,
still, that's expensive.
I was balling. I had allowance money in a Bart Simpson bank. You pulled his head off, you pulled the money out.
I'm Bart Simpson.
Eat
Who
my
the hell
shorts.
are you? I remember I wore that shirt to school when they first came out, 6th or 7th grade. I'm Bart Simpson. Who the hell are you? I got sent home.
Wonder why?
Because it said hell.
Yeah, exactly.
I got sent home because I wore a shirt that said "Make 7 Up Yours." Remember that shirt?
Yeah, I love that one.
My principal hated me. He just did the curl fingers. Mr. Likens. I went over there and it's like, Principal Macer. I'm kidding. I wasn't Pauly Shore from Goofy Movie, but I was like, yes, Mr. Day. He goes, I'm going to need you to get back on your bike, go home and change your shirt. And I was like, why? He goes, it says make 7 Up yours. I'm like, yeah, 7 Up yours. He goes, up yours. I'm like, that's not what the shirt says. I just didn't come back the rest of the day.
I think I ended up putting tape over hell and walking. Like, it's so stupid, man.
You can always count on You can't always count on Sundays, but you can always count on it with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus this Sunday. Stream the Kansas City Chiefs at the Denver Broncos live at 4:25 Eastern, 3:25 Central. Then stay for the premiere of the new season of the hit original series Landman, all on Paramount Plus. Visit ParamountPlus.com/NFL to get started today. Up on the other side, we'll get to our brioche of the weekend. By the way, Kramer, that means something that you found fun or delightful this weekend. We'll do on the other side here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
This is voice of the Wildcats, Wyatt Thompson, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for K-State Athletics, 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues.
Well, I'll tell you what, we're getting close to that holiday travel season, right? We're 2 weeks away from Thanksgiving, and that means you're going to be headed out of town, and you need a place to park, and that is Park and Go at KCI. Number one, every spot is covered parking at KCI's Park and Go, so you'll always be protected from the elements, right? Number two, you get a great rate when you prepay after you make your reservation, and number three, the customer service is absolutely exceptional at Park and Go. So like I said, as soon as you make that flight reservation, make your parking reservation at bookparkandgo.com or with their app, and then prepay. That way you save money and you get their lowest rate. Then you show up on the day of your flight, you give them that reservation, they direct you to the covered parking spot they have reserved for you. As soon as you get there, the van meets you and takes you right to the airport terminal. And when you get back, just grab your bags, walk outside, jump on the bus, and it's right back to the trunk of your car. So join their frequent parker program and earn points towards free parking. Reserve your spot today at bookparkandgo.com. The best deals in parking. Bookparkandgo.com. Park and Go, family owned and operated.
BetMGM is coming soon to Missouri. On November 17th, sports fans in Missouri can pre-register and get up to $1,500 paid back in bonus bets if their first bet loses, plus an additional $100 in bonus bets if they deposit before December 1st. Enjoy a betting app that was designed for game day with features like live bets, same-game parlays, BetMGM reward points, and surprise boosts dropping in your account all throughout the season. It's everything a sports fan could want in one app. Pre-registration is coming soon to Missouri on November 17th. BetMGM, make it legendary. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 and older only. Missouri only. New customer offer. Subject to eligibility requirements and minimum deposit of $10. Bonus bets are non-withdrawable and expire in 7 days. Please gamble responsibly. Pending BetMGM's licensure as a mobile sports wagering operator with the Missouri Gambling Commission register for a Missouri online sports wagering account 1117. BetMGM's insurance of welcome offer is conditional on full licensure.
We're on a mission to get everyone high-quality health insurance and better health. We have plans with low out-of-pocket premiums. For coverage to start January 1st, you must enroll by December 15th. Go to ambetterhealth.com/enroll for your free, no-obligation quote. That's ambetterhealth.com/enroll. Ambetter Health, on a mission for better. Ambetter Health is the brand name for health insurance products underwritten by subsidiaries of Centene Corporation. Go to ambetterhealth.com to see offerings in your state. This is a solicitation for insurance.
It's about time pros had one partner for every part of the job. Simple ordering, fast delivery, continuous support, all from one partner. The Home Depot delivers supplies on your schedule. Our pro team helps you plan ahead so projects run smoother. And with Pro Extra benefits, you can simplify ordering, track spending, and save time every step of the way. Because with one partner, you get more than materials, you keep your job moving. The Home Depot Pro, it's about time.
If you've been diagnosed with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis, this is what it sounds like to be a million miles away. Imagine being a million miles away. Tremfya guselkumab, taken by injection, is a prescription medicine for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who may benefit from taking injections or pills or phototherapy. With Tremfya, clearer skin is possible. In clinical trials, at least 70% of patients saw at least 90% clearer skin at 16 weeks. Results may vary. Tremfya is also indicated for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Ask your doctor about Tremfya. Call 1-800-526-7736 or visit tremfya.com.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Man, I love seeing the old gang at these reunions.
Did you see Brian? He's in better shape than he was 25 years ago. How is that even possible?
Yep, I ran into him a few weeks ago and had to ask. He told me he started taking Nugenix Total T.
The testosterone booster?
Yes, it really works. I started taking it right away and I'm already seeing results.
I was wondering what you were doing. You seriously crushed me in that pickup game last week.
Yep, after 40, energy, strength, drive, it all starts going downhill. But with Nugenix Total T, I feel like my old self again. Stronger, leaner, and my energy is way up. My wife even noticed a difference in the bedroom. They're giving out complimentary bottles right now. Just send them a text.
Text HEFTY to 321-321 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster. Text now and you'll also get a free bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our most powerful fat incinerator. That's HEFTY to 321-321.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Hey, Zach, are you smiling at my gorgeous canyon view?
No, Donald. I'm smiling because I've got something I want to tell the whole world.
Well, do it. Shout it out.
T-Mobile's got home internet.
Whoa, I love that echo. T-Mobile's got home internet.
How much is it?
Look at that, Zach. We got the neighbors' attention.
Just $35 a month. And you love a great deal, Denise.
Plus, they've got a 5-year price guarantee. That's 5 whole trips around the sun.
I'm switching. Me too.
Yes, T-Mobile home internet for the neighborhood.
Donald, you still haven't returned my weed whacker.
Carl, don't you embarrass me like this, please.
What's everyone yelling about?
T-Mobile's got home internet.
And Donald's got my weed whacker.
Yes, T-Mobile's got home internet. Just $35 a month with auto pay and any voice line. And it's guaranteed for 5 years.
Beautiful yodeling, Carl.
Taxes and fees apply. See T-Mobile.com/ISP for details and exclusions.
He's electric on the field. Now, save your worthies giving back off the field. Join him December 15th at the Intercontinental KC for Uncork for a Cause. Wine, food, and football fun, benefiting the Worthy Ones Foundation. Get your tickets now at uncorkkc.com. Brioche of the weekend.
Big brioche guy.
Love that. Yeah, good take.
Before we get to the brioche of the weekend, I have to think, because I'm teeing off Saturday at 7:50. I'm running out of time, dude. Golf is slowly but surely running away from
dissipating.
me. It's sprinting away. 7:50 on a Saturday. That has to be like the first tee time, right? Or is
Yes.
there? Okay. Because when does this?
Close to it.
When does the sun rise?
Right about 7 o'clock-ish, where you can get out there and actually see. Tomorrow the sun will rise at 6:57 a.m.
Okay, so by Saturday it's going to be 7. So there'll probably be 1 to 2 tee times in front of me.
You can tune in to Saturdays with Kramer there, too.
Oh, dude, I'll have it on.
9 to 11.
I have it on in my car every Saturday morning when I'm out doing my errands. That's my errand day.
Appreciate you, man.
Wake up at 8. It's on 96.5 The Fan, too.
Love you.
Simultane.
Love
Absolutely. Saturdays with Crame Dog. You think he's talking about Emmanuel Classe on Saturday?
Yeah.
Better believe it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, dude. Better believe it. Brioche of the weekend. Kramer, why don't you start? Because Bob and I is basically the same.
Yeah, but I got an addendum to mine as well.
Okay.
Well, I went to Silver Dollar City. Apparently, that's where the Chiefs' Kingdom, that's where everyone visits, is down there in Branson.
Right.
Bye week, baby.
Yeah, it's official
Perfect.
vacation spot of Chiefs' Kingdom.
I actually saw a lot of Chiefs jerseys while I was down there, too, so it made sense. But no, I went to Silver Dollar City with the family. It's like our 3rd year doing it. It's kind of like it's going to be like a...
Was the Christmas changeover done?
Yes, it was. Yes, that's why we went down there.
Okay, cool. So you get there before a lot of people get down there.
Exactly. Plus, it was also beautiful. It was like in the 70s. It was a perfect time
So
to
are
be
you
down there in
ready for
Branson.
Christmas now?
No,
Okay.
no, not at all.
Oh,
no.
really? Did Barry Williams sing to you?
I did hear Barry Williams songs, but no,
Yeah.
didn't personally sing to me. That'd be sweet. No, but went to Silver Dollar City. It was awesome. It was all Christmas themed-esque. It was their final year of the Rudolph's parade. So I'm like, oh, sweet. I love me some good Rudolph. So yeah.
Okay. So did you spend the weekend, or was it down and back?
It was a down and back type of situation.
Oh, wow. That's a hell of a day
You
for
were
you.
there during the day, then back that night?
Well, no, we came back Saturday.
Oh.
Yeah.
When did you go down?
Right off the show. On Friday.
Oh, on Friday. So you did spend at least one night there.
Yep.
Oh, okay, good. Okay. I was like,
Yeah, we do overnight trips. That's like one of our thing. Our families do a lot, and it's easy, it's cheap, it's fun.
I've been to Branson during Christmas. I haven't been to. It's a
good time.
I haven't been to Silver Dollar City during Christmas.
You should.
I need to go see the venue. We just stayed at like an Airbnb with like an entire family, and we just kind of did our thing that way. Then did like, of course, there's like a miniature golf course. We did that.
First time being front row, the fire in the hole, the ride down there. By the way, awesome ride. They updated it last year, but yeah, no, there's a water feature to it, and front row you get soaked.
Oh, even on a weather day like it was over the week. Well, I guess it was Saturday.
It
was
was
still
like
nice.
70.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was 70 on Friday. I mean, my legs they're wet, the cotton. I was wearing my pants, but I mean, I'm okay.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
I
with
lived,
that.
but it was awesome. Enjoyed it. Our
all right.
tradition we do with our family.
Good, fun. What do you got?
Shout out to Nathan, man.
Yeah.
Cheers, Nathan. Best adventures to you and your family that you are going to have. He said a great story, which I knew that he was going to get married if I'd have known him at this time. Said that he had a loud neighbor at a cheap apartment that he was staying at, banging on the door, delivery guy. He goes, hey, my family's inside sleeping. It was his girlfriend at the time that he had only known for 3 days.
Yeah.
And he just randomly called her family. And they were like, he was like, I think that's when it hit me. And from that day forward, they just knew they were going to be together because he's like, hey, my family's in there sleeping. He's like, I mean, yeah, my family. So that was a cool story from Nathan.
It really was.
Nice.
That's what, and then his theme was it's a love story. So all the music had 55 bridesmaids and grooms. And they played Taylor Swift piano the whole way out. And then, yeah, it was a great wedding.
It's cute. It
Glad
was
to
great.
him. I love weddings. They did Minsky's Pizza. I'm totally in favor of that. If you want to do Chipotle, Chick-fil-A, anything easy, giveaway, Nixon 5.
Yeah.
Great wedding. Everybody was beautiful that was in it. Nathan, you look great. Enjoy Portugal. Enjoy your life and best adventures.
Yeah, man, it was exciting to be there. And I put in mind everybody loves a good love story. And it's true. It was a great kind of way that they described how they kind of got together and did. I love those. Sitting at a wedding, it makes you just kind of look back and think about your own situation. So I want to give a shout out to them as well for a great wedding. And thanks for having us part of it, even though we ruined it probably, I'm sure, for Dusty and I being there. But we'll wait till Saturday.
Why don't you blow it out your ass, Bob?
Yeah, exactly. And so I also want to give a shout out to the Bayshore High School football team. They beat DeSoto over the weekend on Friday, advancing on to the next round of state, taking on Leavenworth. We'll be out there on Saturday. And a double shout out, Brioche of the weekend, to Jason with the Booster Club, who saved a spot for us to park in.
Oh, good. That's clutch.
Yeah. So Ralph's walking in and goes, hey, my buddy's showing up. Would you mind saving him a spot? And the
Brioche
guy's
of the
like,
month.
dude, I'll save your guy a spot. So he saved me. So I want to give Jason a shout out from the Booster Club over at Bayshore Linwood, doing good things, doing nice things. And then you always say it at the end of the show, do nice things for people, right? We were getting there late. It was going to be a mad dash to get in. Had the spot saved, worked out perfect. Bayshore won the football game. Almost had to fire the Bayshore coach, though. If they would have lost the game, I would have fired the coach today, because you're down or you're up 2 touchdowns with like 10 minutes to go, and you have your quarterback throwing the football, and he threw like a pick 6, and we're like, what are you doing having this guy throw the football? And everybody's screaming, run the ball, run the ball, run the ball. It's like, is Andy coaching? You got to run the ball. It's okay. It's okay, Bayshore head coach. Run the football.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I could kind of pick up on that as well, because Blue Springs Wildcats with the upset this weekend. 29-10 over Blue Springs South.
Nice.
My alma mater going through to the playoffs.
Who do they have this weekend?
I think it's
now?
Nixa.
Oh, that's right. I think you did say Nixa in 5. Yeah.
I think it's Nixa, but I could be wrong. Either way, whoever plays CBC of St. Louis will lose, because that's
was CBC the winner.
They're just always dominant. I think they've won like the last 2 years. I don't know. I'll get proven wrong on the text line, but hey,
well, actually,
sorry, Blue Springs South, you lost to the better Blue Springs school. Blue Springs Wildcats, class of 06. God, I'm old. 20-year anniversary next year. Maybe this year. Shouldn't it be this year?
Coming up, yeah.
Yeah, 06 is when I graduated, 2026.
There's no way you graduated in 06. That's crazy.
I graduated in 95. I don't see.
Class of 95.
Yeah.
Shout out to
Class of 15 over here.
St. Peter's High rules, baby.
That's right. Yeah, 06, man.
What
06
class are
Anna.
you?
15.
How you doing?
So you're 25 years? No.
Maybe 10 years.
10 years.
No, I graduated in 95.
Yeah, I wasn't
so you're
born
20
yet.
years after I graduated.
Yeah, I wasn't born yet when you graduated.
What year were you born?
96. Love you, Bob.
That's fine.
In 1996, the Atlanta Braves lost to the New York Yankees in the World Series.
Yes.
Nixa has the best prospect in the state. Great.
Does anybody know anything about Leavenworth? Are they any good?
Michael Vick stayed there once.
I know he did.
Hey, go do something nice for somebody. You never know. It could change their day, their week, their month, their year. It's simply cool to care. Kansas City, stay kind, stay safe, stay warm today. And then bring your shorts and short sleeve shirts out the rest of the week. Coming up next, the band is back together. Gold's back from swimming with the Dolphins. That's right. He said, I never knew this. They're really smart. I'll let you explain it to the other side. Gold, 96.5 The Fan. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
You're listening to Fescoe and Dusty. Tune in to hear Mitch Holtis every Friday at 7:20, right here on your home for Chiefs football. 96.5 The Fan. Fescoe and Dusty is brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues.
Whether you're digging a pond, clearing brush, grading land, or doing demo, Foley Equipment, your Caterpillar dealer, is your one-stop shop. Buy or rent, Foley has the machines to get it done. Lease the Cat 255 compact